Memories in frame, a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door, waiting a chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you. You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me feel so crazy, my heart breaks for you. Can't help but knowing that I'm still in love with you. You make me feel so.
हाँ हे गाइस वेलकम। क्या आपने सुना तो टेक्निकल डिले टेक्निकल डिले के बारे में आपने सुना? अभी जो प्ले हो रहा है वो रिप्ले हो रहा है। ये मैच ऑलरेडी फेनेटिक जीत गया था, समझ रहे हो? लोडे का वेलकम। अरे यार माफ करे यार, नींद नहीं खुल रही इनकी। अरे मैं उठ गया था, मैं उठ गया था, लेकिन साला मेरा बॉडी नहीं उठ रहा था, समझ रहे हो? अभी मैं जैसे मैं टाइम देखा ना, मेरी आत्मा झुंझुना उठी कि मैं अभी स्ट्रीम क्यों नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो उठ गया। सोने का टेक्निक सॉरी 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 सॉरी। कैसे 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 कैसे? गुड मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी। सबके साथ यही होता है, माफ करें प्लीज। रेडमी जीरो वॉचिंग बोला मिनाटी गेमिंग, वेरी यूनिक नेम। हो जाएगा, टेंशन मत ले। हाँ तू वो कर रहा है। हे गाइस शुरू करते बहुत जल्दी आ गया, थोड़ा सा लेट। एक्लर्स को बुलाओ, एक्लर्स को वॉच पार्टीज नहीं मिला। मेंबर्स ग्रुप में बुंड मारा है। अरे मेरा फोन स्विच ऑफ हो गया रे, मेन वही प्रॉब्लम हो गया, मेरा फोन स्विच ऑफ हो गया। मैं अभी चार्जिंग पे डाला जस्ट। आवाज आ रहा है ब्रो, ये वो बोल के तुम लोग वो कर रहे हो ना? के भाई ठीक है, क्या कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, एक बार हो गया तो बुली कर रहे हो। नहाया नहीं भाई, ऑलरेडी लेट हो गया। नहा क्या हूं मैं अभी? इसके बाद नहा दो क्या हम करेंगे लोकोस। टेक्निकल नहीं, फिजिकल डिले मोनोपोली नहीं खेलना था। हाँ यार सच्ची भाई, मोनोपोली की वजह से ही हुआ है। वो भी क्या गेम देखने का, साला वो टीमुंड का भाई। चाय पिया क्या? नहीं, मैं लेजिट लिटरली 10 मिनट पहले उठा हूँ। मैं सीधा उठा, मुंह धोया, स्ट्रीम सेटअप किया और आ गया बस। मैं अभी मंगा रहा हूँ चाय। लेट मी add some chai babies। मोनोपोली वॉज फन एक्चुअली, हाँ फन था, लेकिन यार अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, लेट हो गया। फिर प्रेडिक्ट कर क्या है, फेनेटिक ही जीतेगा भाई। फेनेटिक एंड डीआरएक्स मेरे हिसाब से जीतेगा, लेकिन आई विल सपोर्ट पीआरएक्स। अब तुम लोग पूछोगे जब मालूम है सामने वाला जीतेगा तो क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं खुजली। प्लस सुनने में आया आज 4 सेकंड एक्स्ट्रा किलर बना ले भाई, 5 मिनट लगता है भाई, 5 मिनट में भी मैं तुमसे जुदा नहीं हो सकता यार। चाय बना भाई, क्या मंगा रहता रहता सीन क्या है मालूम है? अगर लेट आता ना तो 100 रुपीज का ऑफ मिलता है। अभी मैंने 2 चाय मंगाया, वो 100 रुपीज का है, तो उसमें ऑफ है तो 20 रुपए में मिल रहा है मेरे को सुना तो मैं तो बहुत कुछ आया है। क्या सुनने में बहुत कुछ आया भाई? बस भाई पहली बार फाटर टाइम पे आया और आप लेट आए, सॉरी अर्शुम भाई, सॉरी। जोमेटो गोल्ड तो ले रखा होगा ना ऑब्वियसली। बंक्स भाई आपकी वॉइस हार्ड हो गई, हार्ड हो गई। लगता है अभी उठे, अभी जस्ट 10 मिनट पहले। हेलो हेलो हेलो। पाटू कुचिपुड़ी बोल रहा था दी आस्ट बारे में। क्या? जोमेटो और स्विगी? मैं तो यूजुअली जोमेटो करता हूँ, लेकिन जब भी पिंकी जगी रहती है तो हम लोग दोनों चीज एक ही जगह से ऑर्डर करके रेट देखते हैं कि कहाँ से कम में आ रहा है। नमस्कार अन्ना, नमस्कार। कुछ ज्यादा जल्दी आ गया। अरे माफ करे भाई, माफ करे, बंड लोगे, माफ करे। पाटो, सुनने में आया कि टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टीज की वजह से अभी मैच चालू हो रहा है। हाँ पाटो,
क्या?
ये दूसरा क्या क्या क्या?
It kind of messed up quite a bit of the
किसकी
things we
बकरी दिख
prepared, but
रहा
we just took it. Like I've watched a lot of the EG comp before because I think the server's really strong on the map, so I kind of understood what they could do on their defense. The attack, we were a bit like, I've not really watched too much of that. As you can see by their like ult
लेकिन
combos,
close
it was
गया
kinda
बे।
like we didn't know where to stand, so we got caught out twice by that. But generally, I was just really proud of Leo this game. Like he was fragging really well, but
यहाँ
like,
तो सुबह के
there are a lot
5
of
बज रहे।
pulls he
क्या?
made that won us rounds basically. So he was really supportive this game.
Well, you guys have done a great job so far. Let's see what you can do on Bind. I'm going to pass this over to the desk.
चलो पास करो, चलो
Thank
चटका।
you so much for that, Yinsu. And yeah, you can clearly tell a lot of those ultimates.
आ गया
coming
मोटा
in, they
के
were
इतना लेट,
throwing
सॉरी
people
यार,
off,
1 घंटा ही
and I
लेट
don't
है।
blame him.
No, absolutely. I want to
ये
go
क्या
down
है?
to shake Winnie's hand as well because I'm
वो
thinking the
स्क्रीन
same
वैसे
thing
क्यों हो
here.
रहा है नीचे?
Fnatic have watched the EG application of this
Fast
competition,
forward?
and the adjustment is perfect. We talked about
Huh?
obviously early on in the first half. NRG
Yinsu को
started
देख के नींद खुल गई,
cautiously.
क्या
They want to
बेशरम है
use
भाई।
the strength of this, which is around the drone, for Crashies to obviously set up and feel out any trap plays. But in the second half in particular, Fnatic just take a step back. We're talking about this being a chess match, and I think the pace actually matched that.
Yeah, this round actually illustrates that perfectly, Kukuka, because it was really just about like them trying to outplay one another with the micro and macro moments, and that is what Minnie was talking about in that interview.
Yeah, totally. I think that we see it all throughout the entire game. I feel like also Chronicle was
Don't
having a
stress
very
at all. We
tough
already
time.
know
We
how
saw it
hard
in
you
the
have
replay,
been
and we saw him
working.
struggling a lot. Down into that
Respect for
utility.
you
He
has
felt
increased
struck
more
in
in
so
past
many
few weeks.
occasions. I
Love you,
think
love
that's
you too यार,
also
अभी
something
6 by।
that Minnie was spot on.
Yeah, but
Love
he
you too।
did make a point to praise
तेरा
Leo for his
जापान गया है
contributions
आज उधर।
in that game.
ए हाँ,
And
मेरा
he
जापान वाला
definitely-
गया है
yeah,
आज
no
उधर।
surprise there. I mean, the
17,
initiative for
18
his
बोला,
team
18,
definitely
19।
stepped up, was a top fragger in the server.
दिखा
but
गया मेरा
on top
जापान
of that
friend?
as well, was really helping out the team to just get valuable information
Yeah.
when they needed.
That's you just described Leo. Like there's no other way that you can talk about him. Is
अभी
two
6
things: not dying first, and second, a utility usage that is top
तो इतने
level.
जल्दी कैसे जाएगा?
Probably one of the best, if not the best in the world. He knows that it's not about him, but he will also.
मैं
go
alarm
on
से
to
उठा,
find
लेकिन
Leo. I think that he was
वापस
doing a beautiful
लुढ़क गया
work
था।
with Alpha of understanding where their plays in the round.
And Leo's value goes up in games like this where, Fnatic have to satisfy both sides of the coin, right?
Hello
Playing with pace.
darkness my old friend। क्या गाना है यार? पार्ट भाई क्या कर रहे हो यार?
बंग्स भाई,
पता है।
गैंडे को इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? सोचिए।
पता नहीं क्या बोलता है।
हाँ?
क्या बोलता है?
लंड का हाथी।
ये गया। Leo entering God mode in Intel event है। Did you sleep? I slept. I slept. I slept. 5 to 9. Ban fat. क्या बोल
Right,
रहा है?
like you can shut down Durka, but then you got to worry about Chronicle, and then you got to worry about.
And Alpha on
then
the
you gotta-
ए, यहाँ पे किधर लिखा है ये मैप किसका है? अभी फ्रैक्चर लिखा है बराबर, उसके नीचे डिफेंस फेनेटिक पिक फेनेटिक, तो पिक फेनेटिक लिखा है ना। फेनेटिक का तो मैप हुआ, कल मैं यही ढूंढ रहा था क्योंकि मेरे को लगा ये फेनेटिक एनर्जी मतलब दोनों सेम लिखा है। सॉरी। तो अब आए आप, बुड़ मारोगे क्या? हाँ? ये दिन में चांद कैसा है? ऑन टाइम बेबी।
Of NRG. Now, Bind is a very strong map for you guys, but was there anything that Fnatic did on map 1 that you feel like you guys have to be on the lookout for map 2?
I just feel like Fnatic was pretty proactive. Like their defense was like a lot flank, so maybe we can expect the same on Bind. But I think we just have to be more decisive in how we want to play and take certain parts of the map in the mid round.
All right, thank you very much for joining me, chat.
समझा? मिड राउंड में तुमको मैप लेना है, समझ रहे? जीतना है कि नहीं गेम? ये यूफो भाई है क्या? कैसे बंदे हो भाई तुम लोग? अरे भाई ये भेवड़ा आ गया, इसकी आंखें भाई, क्या आंखें भाई, सब बराबर है। गुड मॉर्निंग बंक्स भाई, गुड मॉर्निंग। इंडियन कोच है एनर्जी का, वेरी नाइस। हैप्पी मॉर्निंग बंक्स भाई, थैंक यू। स्ट्रीम पे ज्यादा स्ट्रेस मत लो, दिन के आप 3 स्ट्रीम्स करते हो, हेल्थ पे भी ध्यान दो। 6-7 घंटे आराम से सोकर अगर स्ट्रीम लेट हुआ तो चलेगा, बराबर, लेकिन 3 नहीं 4 कर रहा हूं मैं। दिन का 4 कर जाएंगे। लेकिन ये करके भी ओल्ड डेज का बात याद आ रहा है। मैं ओल्ड डेज में मैं 10-10 12-12 घंटा जो स्ट्रीम करता था ना, इट्स लाइक द ओल्ड डेज,
Right?
1,000%, of
I
course.
think they're feeling comfortable in this composition.
Oh, yes.
Even versus the Harbor.
बिंग में नाश्ते झाला का
All right, well,
नाही.
we'll see how this one
अभी
plays
मेरा
out. We're ready
चाय
for
आएगा.
map number 2. So much to break down as we get ready for Bind. Let's send it
चाय
over to
coming
Doug and Paul
in
yet again.
12 minutes, baby.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Ball, it always feels like a privilege to see NRG play Bind because they're so freaking good at it. But now we get this
All
matchup with Fnatic on the other side, and you know they're ready for this triple wall comp.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, though, Fnatic is barely
Good morning,
playing
Binga.
against
Good
this Harbor
morning.
Viper stuff. It's
Yeah.
not really run in EMEA ever, and they barely played
पैसा
against
भी तो आएंगे
Milwaukee, only
नहीं,
against
उतना
that
नहीं।
Furia game, and then
Yeah.
a little bit in the grand finals against Loud, which you know how that game went. But for this, it's a new map where it's
बस भाई आज Saturday night हो जाए,
fine,
नहीं,
of course,
नहीं।
Fnatic's very
No
comfortable.
parties.
That was a historically good map.
No
for them
parties, no
way
breaks.
back when last year even.
Coffee Fate and Passion का combination.
now, Harbor Viper
Hashtag
on
for
this one.
stream OP.
A
Love
little bit
you.
of Sage added in for
लेकिन
flavor.
मेरा Coffee Fate
It's a
stream
new
बहुत
mix
टाइम
of
से
this
नहीं हुआ।
Ascent comp that ended up being the downfall of Fnatic's fantastic bind at the
ये
beginning
तो
of this
फोन ही
game.
नहीं उठा रहा।
An opportunity to reinvigorate and refresh their success on the map. They find themselves on the attacking side.
Oh, they're not ready for this hookah play. Whoa!
So many people through, and you're right, Energy had no idea. Now throwing a brakes on the rotate. Cascade as he goes straight to the skies,
ए
and he
भाई ये
takes on
क्या है
down.
भाई? हेलो?
What a start from Fnatic.
Catching them completely unaware. I wonder if there's a flash that gave them
Excuse me?
misinformation there. If Fnatic dodged it somehow to get a timing up through. But you can tell Energy really interested in getting that orb
बिकरने का
and then falling back towards
मुझको
that A side,
ओ
hoping
भाई
to
हवा
get
में
कौन
उड़
सा
के
लॉन्ग?
यही मार
inside.
सकते हैं भाई, हमसे
Instead,
तो ना लगता
now
ऐसे।
they leave Artis alone.
अबे मेरे को एक बात समझा,
You're right. I would love to see.
ये लोग ने
नहीं।
3 बंदे मारे
Going
बैक
in
साइड
that
पे, ये
round,
लोग
you
ने
can see
बिलोंग
what it
कैसे
was
चेक
that
किया?
Led to a false sense of security.
3 बंदे कहाँ मारे भाई? 2 ही बंदे तो
It might
मारे।
just be that there was
एक सिटी में रोटेशन में मारा,
sort of false sense of
एक
security
सिटी
for
में
no
2
धूप
reason.
से
बंदे
मारा।
साइड पे थे।
That's not
बे-
the way you want to start off here if you're Energy. Remember, they're down a
टोटल
map.
बी पे 4 बंदे थे, बराबर?
They could already be facing
अभी
an
बता
O2
दो।
ये
here.
देख, एक यहाँ थूक से मरेगा, दूसरा थूक से मरा, और ये तीसरा।
I still like how
क्योंकि
ओ विक्टर ने मारा।
actually reacted, put down the
मारा
cascade on
उसने।
top of Hookah. Even though they lost one player, they still reacted.
Binks
really
भाई पूछ
well,
भी
which is
किसको रहे हो?
so
Sorry,
much
sorry, sorry.
explosiveness from Fnatic there.
बंक्स भाई ए चला आई जी फुल स्टैमिना बेबी। बंक्स भाई मेरा भी जोमेटो कर दो ये मैप में लैंग्वेज।
In the game. They're the
Language.
best at it.
Thank you
And
for the
everybody's trying to
44 and the
copy them.
44
For
मेरी
Energy,
जान के
actually, it's
टोटे।
been a story for them where they, after lock-in, they copy Fnatic, they start playing some light armor stuff, but they give up on it.
Yeah.
भाई बिना
At some point
सेंटिनल्स का
in
मेरे को
Americas, you
मजा ही
can
नहीं
tell
आता,
already
पता है?
in this game too, they've given up
सिर्फ
on it
भागते
for
रहते
fraction.
हैं उधर उधर। क्या इन्फो? सिर्फ स्काई इन्फो दे सकते हो, वो भी अगर ब्लाइंड से छुप गया तो हो गया।
3 from Energy pushing into showers. Boasters waiting on the other side of this wall with it. That Marshall trained.
लाइनअप हो जाओ मजा आएगा
Boaster getting peppered, has to tuck
सीधा बोला उसने 3 showers rush B.
Good attempt at the reclear, just to challenge Boaster though. Is it going to be enough? And that tells them that they're in deep anti-eco position still. And they have plenty of time to catch up. Nice cam in for Alfred to spot Finesse.
क्या?
It was so well set up from NRG, given the fact that they had a late rotate. Sam puts his wall, but Dirk has already passed all of the utility that's intended to deny the push.
And look at this double volley to Boaster from way far away. Chronicle as well. Completely denies this high tide take from Sam. He was the only one close. And the rest of the players, he's trying to hold on to that space for them to flood in behind him. Instead, they can't get anywhere near.
अगर ऐसे किया 13-0.
NRG are stuck in
ऐसा एंट्री किया 2 राउंड जैसा कर रहे हैं लोग.
Yeah.
Dirk is starting to hunt, you can tell. He swapped the Marshall too. Boaster picks up the Vandal. They're masters at this. He has plenty of time to chase still.
3 points away from having the ult online.
नेट डालेगा क्या close?
Where's that cam? A cheeky cam looking to spawn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Durka, still close. Cam to support, it's crazy.
एक मारेगा क्या? अरे नहीं हुआ.
But he does get 1 step closer to having the showstopper.
Any engagement's good there.
Yeah.
वो जहाँ पे
मजा क्या भाई?
वहाँ पे तो POV नहीं दिखाते.
BRG अभी देखो. BRG NRG.
But still so well considered for them to switch off and exchange weapons.
भाई
So
क्या
that
drag मारा
you
भाई.
aren't potentially giving a Vandal over, yeah.
क्या सेंसी पे खेलते रहेंगे रे?
Kill my son.
कम सेंस.
He's doing it.
Sounds like the Emperor.
आय ये बंदा भाई कितने लोगों का दिल चुराएगा भाई. हाँ?
Cascade out from Som towards short. Making it so difficult for the attacking side to push through. Yeah, Victor close by too. But Dirk is just going to satchel forward. It's just complete disrespect with the judge.
Oh,
Som
buddy.
stops him.
भाई नेट था.
And they still have
Bot
showers
की था.
control too.
कर देता ना.
Well, Fnatic does gain control of lamps. They've lost 2 now.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh भाई जहर भाई जहर Alpha जहर is back.
Pops 2.
Banking heads like they are asses.
Finesse is still playing on the other
ये
side.
गया.
He's still towards B.
सही तो बोला.
And this pause from Fnatic
भाई क्या मारता है?
is instilling a little bit of doubt.
It's cunning.
भाई Prodigy तो है हाँ बहुत young है Alpha.
Eventually, NRG are going to want to try to reclear, try to get some information. It should just be off of a Crashy's flash.
And they're here. They're ready for it. There's a flash that you mentioned off the swing, but he was just a little ahead of it. And Crashy's falls. So
What a
staggered.
team
Artist
Feel
taking
कर
one
ले,
back.
Artist.
Spike short to
Finesse still
Finesse
here.
has not left.
What?
Come on, man.
Those are Spidey senses.
बाप रे.
Indicator that he should not go forward.
And the fact that Alfred doesn't even TP, he holds on to this space right now. Artist repossessed.
Oh बाय हो गया मेरा.
Are you kidding me?
चलो.
Point before, that
Last
was the best
map,
of the
चलो,
we've
चलो.
seen.
It's just a needle for a pixel.
Banking heads.
Finesse in a 1v2. He's
इसको
healthy. He's got a
आस
Phantom
दिख
Post
रही है,
now. You're
आस.
not nearly as lucky. He gets one. He
Oh
gets
bye.
avoiding disaster, avoiding
Oh,
another
bye.
bonus, and
Oh,
getting an RP on
bye.
the board.
Oh bye.
What a
Jack
fun
इतना मिस
round.
किया है, नहीं
हाँ?
चाहिए था.
सारे लोग डेथ मैच खेल रहे
Go
इधर.
for a little double swing. It's almost well timed, but just a slight
डेथ मैच में
misstep.
भी यही मैप आता है.
And Finesse able to convert a 1v2.
पूजन
और
बोलते.
क्या मारा?
ये देख भाई, ये देख
Alright,
भाई,
never
just
mind.
one
The first
tap.
one might have been the best.
Nah.
वो देख zoom करके नहीं दिखावे उसको.
That's
Wow.
nasty. But here, the double peak. Slight gap in the timing between the two. It's a good idea, but it allows Finesse to easily convert it.
भाई ये क्या उनके पीछे पे कैमरा है क्या? कैमरामैन POV है वो तो.
करने का मुझको.
I mean, Finesse getting going here. Okay,
Oh.
they dodge the flash. No info given. Crashy's not committing to picking up the orb. Could have been a massive mistake and a great counter from Fnatic instead.
बट भाई बिकरने का शौक है
Manages
आपको?
to get info off the jump peak too. Doesn't take any
भाई
damage.
उन्होंने एक स्मोक वेस्ट करा
Understands there are at least 2 guns that were fired.
सिर्फ फ्लैश डॉज करने के लिए. What a sense यार.
Reclear coming in. Cam from Alfia spots them. It's the key for them to bring up, make sure there's nobody punishing. the wall is well timed for the
ये
players.
लोग को हुक्का लेना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है.
Energy to receive
और
these
लेगा
players
डर
on
के
the
और
side.
सीधे
Fnatic.
यूसी करेगा बी साइड.
हुक्का लेना ये लोग को थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है.
कोई नहीं, टेंशन नहीं.
ठीक है डर के.
Fakes the flash, he jumps through the telly.
Fact says he was left alone as one, so
क्या बोस्टर इसको गाली दे रहा रहेगा. तेरे को बोला था बिलोंग होल्ड कर नो मैटर व्हाट.
now he's ready to join the hit. He has both satchels.
Alfier's on the prowl and showers, but there are two players here. In A, Sam being one of them. Chronicle the first to fall. Victor on the swing is great. And then the
Oh,
nade to
अच्छा
try to
nade था.
deny the plant. He's still around. He's still healthy. The spike still hasn't made his way out of the
ओ
site.
हो भाई ये भी मारता है विक्टर.
Boaster's gotten it down to a 1v2 though. But he's just so weak.
भाई क्या वॉल करी थी भाई हार्बर ने.
Finesse was all the way back. Energy always leaves one.
He just needs one kill here. But Artis is actually, he's already shown up and he's got a judge.
Pretty crazy that he gets the
Spam
plant down.
जाएगा.
There he is. There's the flash. He knows where he is.
तो प्लान
Crashes cleans it up.
Fnatic
सॉम
is
किधर है भाई.
trying to
सॉम
do
भाई
that.
मारो. हेलो
A fantastic one from Sam.
हेलो बिंकिया हेलो.
Once that wall comes down from Fnatic, their
बट
intention
पे बिकरने का शौक है तो शादी कर लो.
take the
लैंग
front of site. In the last time they took that A side, they actually pushed into lamps. This time you see Dirk's position.
टॉम
Molly's
की
on the back
वॉल
of the
बहुत
track,
सेक्सी थी यार.
trying to deny. But Sam's high tide cuts it all off.
अब ये लोग सब
I'm
कुछ
very
काटते बे
surprised.
वॉल
Maybe
से.
some time pressure there from Fnatic. All the messing around on the other sides of the map.
सभी चीज काटते हैं लोग
That
एक वॉल
causes
से.
them to
पता
go
नहीं
forward.
कैसे.
3, actually 2
अपना
bulldogs.
तो हाथ ही नहीं घूमता.
They're definitely buying into this.
बिंको अन्ना
Despite
नमस्कार
losing 2 in a row.
नमस्कार. हेलो बिंको हेलो. वेयर इज पिंकी फ्लिपिंग.
What? W gaming, fuck the world.
That harbor wall from Sam is through teleporter and then roping back in to help control A short.
That's the most extreme wiggly wall of all time.
Yeah.
बाप रे.
And there are plenty of setups that you can do from A without having to go through teleporter to control that area. I wonder if that's intended to make them think he's playing B.
This is a crazy deep B hold from NRG though as well.
प्लान करेंगे ये लोग.
And double trip to hold the flank here from Alfier.
Are they going to be able to take the space and fill before they get into trouble? You hear the showstopper gone off. You've got the Seekers pushing them back into spawn.
भाई कितनी यूसी करते हैं ये लोग.
Showers control still there.
ये लोग
Alfier
सिर्फ
starting to
कंट्रोल लेने के लिए
rescore.
Just
मारते
jumped
बे.
one of the trips.
हाँ.
Wait, can you get past 2? The Trailblazer's just going to clear the second. And you see it. I mean, they're here. Leo's waiting. Alfier's too.
हो गया.
The flash
Victor
is well
ulti
considered
मारेगा.
by Crashy, so Victor going aggressive. He's going for the flank, and it never goes off. He never shoots it. He was too close.
These Razors are having such trouble placing these showstoppers.
Chronicle has gotten behind him. Crashy's had no idea. He had no chance. It's fallen down onto 3.
2v3.
Finesse continues to frag. In the cascade, Sam has to tuck right back out. Durka doing well.
Oh nice. Oh my god. खुले में reload.
It's too easy down the line there. And
Ball
what a
down होगी
difference
भाई
that round
बेचारी.
would have been
Oh
if
भाई.
Leo doesn't barely stuff
क्या
Victor on
मारा.
the flank there. It's just crazy.
बट ये विक्टर अल्ट कैसे नहीं निकली भाई.
He mistimed showstopper as well. Getting the proper
Double
timing for
circle
that
के बाद
animation
ult
to
हाथ में
not
नहीं
cause
आता
problems
एकदम
is
से.
so
Nice,
difficult.
good job there. Nice.
दूसरे सैचल के बाद थोड़ा
This
टाइम
final
लगता है अल्ट
response
आने
here
में.
from Fnatic was 2 in a row for NRG. Off that 1v2 from Finesse.
भाई डर के क्या मार रहा है ना. बिंक्स क्यों खेल रहा है उधर. लव यू.
2 stingers and then pistols.
तुमने मेरे को डर क्या बोला.
That's all it is. They've tucked Victor and Hookah.
हाँ ऐसे छोड़ के किक चला गया. 100 million डील. 100 million.
The late orb as well here from Chronicle.
Hey, that
उसका
was
तो
a
कुछ
keeper
नहीं
song
हुआ.
for
वो
the
वापस
cascade
आ भी
down.
जाएगा.
Tries to re-clear in front. You saw actually they put down the wall and the orb immediately to try to catch somebody re-clearing.
भाई ये मेरा एंगल है.
That's a shot.
मेरा एंगल है पता है.
It's pretty clear to Trailblazer, and of course Durka's fault.
ये शॉट मैं नहीं मार पाता. अगर इसने ये मारा ना तो मतलब कुछ तो है. क्या बोलते हो?
They've gotten some control of the U-Haul. They're starting to step
पांचों
back,
घुस
and
रहे
Energy
हैं।
want to take the fight. Remember, they have lighter weaponry. They want to close the gap. They want to get in their faces. Can they stop the attack here? Fnatic so far up. They have Showers control. They have U-Haul control.
प्लान नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ लड़ते रहेंगे
I mean,
लगता
it
है।
may not look like it. They have full sight control too. And once again, the defense looks like it's at a loss. Dirk is just playing with this food right now.
It's too easy to contain here from Durka.
शॉर्टी से मार सकता है।
And the constant threat from
भाई
Fnatic to go through that
सब
T.
कुछ कंट्रोल करने के बाद ही
On
प्लांट
that
करा
B
भाई,
side until it's
वरना नहीं करते।
all over.
बाप रे, तू डर के नहीं, डर के खेलता है,
Not
मतलब
quite able to really
ओ
hold on to
तू
the
डर
short.
के नहीं, डर के
Sam's
खेलता है।
usually
ओ समझा
so good in this
समझा।
position. Usually
Goodbye.
such a phenom in labs at getting multi-kills, but you can tell Durka doesn't even really want to fight until super late. Just holding that
वो
space.
इसका
making
गर्मी
sure
क्यों हो रहा है?
the
इससे
plant
चालू
down,
नहीं
sure
की।
you can start to take the rest of sight. With the info too.
भाई इसने बेल बजाया ना, पिंकी उड़ जाएगी भाई। हेलो, फोन उठाएगा ये बंदा।
That's ridiculous.
Yep. There's just not
Unfair.
much more to say, is there?
अंधा है, गंदा है।
अल्फा जहर बेबी,
Leo's
जहर
swinging
खेलता है
onto
वो।
the stairs where the old TP was, so he's not even
बराबर
in that
की।
fight from Alpha here. Alpha here goes in front
बस
of the
मैं
Viper
आप
wall,
तो
does
डिफेंस
not
में
get
मार
flashed,
लो,
which is key. Maybe the
सिर्फ लैंप से
execution
भाई
could
सेक्सी
be
मार
improved.
दो।
भाई
The
ठुंड
showers
मारती
hold was
भाई।
so important too because Finesse invested the pin on B. They invested a lot towards holding this site. And so far they failed, but perhaps they can reconsider, perhaps they can reestablish as the Psalm falls one more time.
यो, इसने बेल बजाया
So
तो
many different variations of holding this A side too. They're just abusing this at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Durka
Ball
can
क्यों नहीं
sometimes
लग रहा है
build
इसको?
boxes, they can be playing post, they can be holding
पेंचो
short.
नेटवर्क भी है।
You're not limboing your way through that.
हाँ? जीजी लग रहा है।
Imagine a timeout has to be on the cards here pretty soon.
Definitely.
Because Fnatic, you're right, they just continue to
Right.
pound A. And just exploit the defense.
We've seen good halves from energy on this.
बोस्टर
map on
ने
both
एगलेट्स का
sides, so
स्ट्रीम देखा।
not quite getting worried anywhere about keeping this game close. Fnatic is putting on a masterclass though.
4v1 में लाइनअप प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है भाई।
Conversation will start.
ओ
How
भाई
much is
भाई
too much?
ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स बना रहे हैं।
फट गया ना साउंड?
There was even a flash setup from Crashies through
वैलेंट में
भाई
शॉट
ये-
इज लाइक बीजेएमआई में डीबीएस।
They dodged it.
भागने के बाद इतनी जल्दी अपना वो कर सकते हैं ना ये।
क्या क्या क्या?
क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
क्या? तेरे को फाटू, तेरे को सच्ची कुछ हो गया? तेरे को समझ में आ रहा है?
थोड़ा भूलने की आदत हो गई यार।
भाई बहुत हो रहा है फाटू। हेलो,
चुप रह। रीसेट रीसेट। बहुत भूलने की आदत हो गई भाई, गांड लगी पड़ी है।
फाटू तेरे को लास्ट टाइम मेरा जब तूने छुपा लिया था वो डेट याद है कि नहीं? भूल गया तू?
जब तूने लिया था वो याद है मुझे।
मुझे तो याद है, ऐसा
मेरा
कुछ
वाला
नहीं
याद
होता।
है।
हेलो मितेश भाई,
मुझे
थैंक यू
याद
फॉर द
है,
11 months। हर्षित भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 1 month।
नाम भूलता हूँ, चीजें
तारा
नहीं
भाई,
भूलता,
थैंक यू फॉर द
याद रखना बहुत
44।
जरूरी है।
Yesterday your total stream hours 13.5. Yeah. Short.
Contention. Obviously, they already were heading into this, but just doubts about whether they're going to put in new things, whether they're going to be able to actually.
Good morning
make a
everybody.
sprint
Good
in
morning
this.
guys. 2.6k watching. likes हुए नहीं है, पट से like करो। हाँ, पट से करो। आप लेट मत होना मेरे जैसे।
Absolutely. Stinger buy in for NRG. One Phantom. In the hands of Finesse.
Similar setup from Psalm. The one
मेरे को ऐसी फील आ रही
small
है ये
difference
एनर्जी
is
निकाल लेगी राउंड।
Finesse's wall
तेरा फील छोड़। ये है क्या?
just a little different. This time set up from A.
Yeah, that's the old bathroom wall, essentially. Completely ignoring the possibility of that, or the fact that the new Showers TP is there.
भाई मेरा ऐप ही नहीं खुल रहा।
We're thinking right now, NRG, they only got 3 rounds on that defensive fracture.
Victor's got a lot to deal with, but Crashies is close by.
नेड करेगा।
He has one flash and Seekers. Pushed off the angle, and it's just a trap. Do they check
नहीं
him? No,
देखा
they don't.
यार.
It's just one though.
क्यों चेक नहीं करा?
The Singer's just
Raid
not
तो
enough
लेते हैं,
in that
लेकिन-
scenario.
It's too tough to follow up onto.
ट्रेड तो लेते हैं बे पट से, दो नहीं मार पाते वो लोग.
A good idea again from NRG, just
Or
not
trade
quite
लेते.
enough. Fnatic
Finesse going
controlling every
huge.
part of this
I'm
game
telling
right now.
you.
Psalm's gonna try to flood out the help.
Finesse going.
Wow. You see the free fire in the spam expecting a second. The flash cleans him up.
एक ही मारा बे.
Oh, and that cascade actually gave them room to swing out to the left before Psalm
Adris.
can even challenge.
Sheesh, what an
बेल
angle
बजा ही
यार.
दिया भाई. बेल बजा ही
Phoenix
दिया.
starting to wonder but this might actually end up being underwhelming of a challenge.
At least on bind. It does look that way.
I'm concerned if they start to find ways to punish this B side. In most of these, they've been ending up A, trying to abuse specific factors of that A hit. Getting early kills on showers, that sort of thing.
So 4-man push here from NRG towards B, and it looks like it's set up to get Sam the orb. He is 1 point away.
All
from having
W.
his
Oh,
ult online. Those two have been
Blanker.
pushed off.
Okay, we saw this last another round where they did
Booster
push
be
deep,
like, घुस जाओ
down
सालो,
B,
घुस जाओ.
but they end up all flanking. And this time, there's going to be a showers TP with the Trailblazer to follow up on. Victor's stuck here though, and Fnatic is not committed, so they're happy to wait this out and challenge.
नसीब से
Bite
वो
off
उठी
more
नहीं.
than he could chew.
आज सोफा रेडी करना है सोने के लिए.
Stuck in teleporter. Everyone from Fnatic is here to handle him. But he bought
They just used a reckoning to try to clear him out, and yes, it will get him out, but leaves a lot of gaps and loses a lot of tools.
such a heavy investment to preserve his life, and then he eventually falls.
भाई ये फाइट मत लो
Alfio once
LPS
again
से
getting a
कुत्ता
2K
बना
from
रहा
what
है
looks
आज.
like the same spot.
And right now, these Seekers might all get destroyed. Yes, Artist is going to get the rest, but Chronicle's inserted in such a good position.
ओ
here's
भाई
Flash.
उसने क्या मारा ना.
Smart.
Crashies, can you hold the line? Durka falls.
2v3 2v है.
They're just going to TP now. It doesn't matter what Crashes can do.
Yeah, there's just so much room that Chronicle's taken A.
It's crazy. They could
Cross
have
करके
there, but
TP
they're
भी
just
नहीं मारा.
a little concerned about where Crashes' position is, and they're just going to use that space.
अल्पा
Don't even
जहर
bother TP
बेबी.
all the time that you need. That's discipline right there from Fnatic.
भाई वो अच्छा था लेकिन नो रिवाइव जो मारा उसने.
You know it's a tantalizing prospect. You know where he is. You know that you have numbers on him.
10 seconds left.
But you're right, they make the safe play. The end
पोस्टर ने
A, spike
स्मोक
down.
कहाँ करा नहीं करा.
स्मोक क्यों करेगा लोग
Close
डीप
is
है सब
already
जगह.
considering the spawn flank.
Of course he is. He's had such a good read.
आइडिया है. अबे क्या कर रहा है पोस्टर? ओए.
I may have jinxed him.
Timing was bad, but still
Read
able
was
to get
so
around.
भाई मेरे को ऐसा लगता है पोस्टर ना.
Forgot where that corner
नींद
was.
हुई क्या बन क्या मास.
भाग जाता है पीछे.
And that, as soon as he spotted, he doesn't
Collins
get the kill.
करता है
Crashes is going to save. Fnatic up to 7. A chance for a 10-2 half.
Hello.
3 rounds remaining.
हाँ अपना घर के बाहर आके बेल मत बजाना मेरे को कॉल कर देना.
I didn't think that this defensive side issue right now for
ठीक है?
NRG was deeper than it looked at first. Yeah, they got a streak of rounds.
It's
on the
time to
defensive side.
make the team.
Cycle. And I don't think, especially now with the wasted reckoning, the tools in this comp are not as major. In fact, they used a resurrection from Sage too.
That's a lot of
Don't
ult.
kill my allies.
And so those tools dwindling.
You're coming. FKF.
By the way, Fnatic too, displaying, I mean, immense
Hello,
prowess
hello.
on this attacking side, of course. Maybe that's just the reason why Energy's struggling right now. Hard to deal with.
गरम गरम
multi-pronged
चाय
approach. These
की
defaults are good
प्याली
when they end
है.
up dry walking up short with the Viper wall.
कोई उसको पिलाने
That's fantastic.
वाली हो.
And Alfio is hitting every shot when he's pressured.
Yeah.
I mean, every single one.
And the crazy thing is, they're not having to change very much.
क्यूट तो हो आप
So
बंग्स
already
भाई.
using not only the high tide, of course, that you want to use. Oh, hold on, 2 players.
कहाँ से
close
बुलाते
to
हो?
Chronicles
मैं
in
तो चाय से
trouble.
मंगाया. मेरे को वो सब
It's barely out.
कुछ वो नहीं करता रे. इधर
It's
से
just
भी
light
मंगा
weapon
लेता हूँ.
ring.
जो मैं नियर बाय देखता हूँ. जो जल्दी आएगा ना.
Surprised to see him there.
समझ
This is
रहे हो?
like the 4th round where they're there. They're just not able to get anything done.
पैसा. Nearby.
Deep cascade in short, and then the high tide right behind it. They want to go forward. Look at how much they're investing just to slow down, just to keep the Fnatic attack in
भाई ये
play.
लोग को
That's important. They just wasted a few
2 और
balls on
राउंड तो
that
लेना
one.
पड़ेगा भाई एनर्जी को, वरना नहीं होगा.
He's going to be able to get anything. No, Dirk is too high, Boaster's too low, and the health is too short. Grenade in the lap of Sam, forcing him to swing out now without
भाई
damage
कुछ
being
नहीं कर पा
taken.
रहे बे लोग. भाई कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे, मतलब रूम ही नहीं है बे वो लोग को
Just
हिलने का.
rolling them.
Yeah.
Chronicles hunting. Crashes can't save the gun that he saved in the
सबसे
previous.
बेस्ट प्लेयर लेकिन वही है ना,
It's a prime gaming
अल्फा जेर,
flawless
मतलब वो एज के
at
हिसाब
that.
से.
And that scoreline that I posited 10-2 is very much within reach.
क्या
Few
स्टार्ट है बे?
rounds
अरे
left in the
मतलब
first half.
कुछ क्रेजी एकदम इंसेन नहीं है रे.
Fracture.
2 बंदे शॉट, 3 बंदे शॉट,
Insane battle of the minds.
1 बंदा उक्का, 4 बंदे लॉक. इसमें मेन स्टैट्स का नहीं है, इसमें ये मैप में मेन माइंड गेम्स का ही है कि अगर ये यूटिल जाएगा तो मैं किधर रह के काउंटर करूंगा और
In the second
कितने को
half,
मार के
even at
मार
this
सकता.
point, you already should be calling it a comeback if it comes
ये मैप में इतना
to fruition.
And then
वो
depending on
नहीं
how
है.
things go, the
TP2P
fact
नहीं
that we
होता,
just
पहले
saw
होता था.
NRG invest their second time out. Right, so they're going without him for the rest of the map.
एनर्जी भी अच्छा टीम है वैसे.
An understandable call though, given the circumstances, given the scenes. They
टॉम
find
भी
themselves
बाप प्लेयर
down
है,
6
लेकिन दिख
on
नहीं
their
रहा है
map
यार.
pick. On
एम
not
डिप्स
just their
थोड़ा
map
हो
pick,
रहा
but
है,
a
थोड़ा
map
हो
that
रहा
has been so prolific for them.
है, थोड़ा हो रहा है.
And you're right, you mentioned it at the beginning.
लेकिन
of the map.
रीड भी गलत हो रहा है. देखो
This
ना,
has
4
historically
बंदे
been a
भाग
very
रहे
good
थे,
map for Fnatic
ऑफ
too.
गार्ड
They
पकड़ा गया.
have
फिर
made
3
their
बंदे
mark
शावर
on this
पकड़े,
map.
फिर वो लोग
But that was a bit
पुश
ago.
करना पड़ा. वो लोग प्रॉपर एम डूल नहीं लिए, वो
People
लोग
you know,
रेडी
doubting
थे.
this comp a little bit, having
फिर
a
एक
few
बंदा
struggles
टिपी
in
मारा,
the end.
तब ये लोग रेडी थे.
This is looking very good.
तो
Some of those doubts
ये
start to
चीज की
creep
वजह
away.
से 3 राउंड तो यहाँ पे हो गया मैं. फिर एक
It wasn't
इको राउंड,
perfect
2
in
इको
the
राउंड आ
regular
गया,
season
5
for them,
राउंड
but
तो
it
यही
was
हो
good
गया.
still. And they're challenging. You're right. NRG, who has a historic bind, that might start to slip by the wayside when you see results like this, when you see some of the domestic results on this map as well.
सामने का टीम भी अच्छा है.
Fnatic not struggling at all. to
कैंग
deal
कैंग
with this
आसपास
defensive
सब
side by
19
Power.
के ही है. सच्ची
What is Artis doing here?
भाई, ये लोग को एक ड्रीम टीम बना देना चाहिए. क्या बोलते
For
हो?
an early flash.
तो 19 स्क्वाड बैच,
Deep flash from
फैनेटिक
Crashes
लो,
down long,
आसपास
Zigzag
लो,
his way through.
अल्फा जहर लो.
So dead, bro.
तो देख,
That is beautiful.
वो देख
And
क्या
one-
मारा.
One moment difference there. Artis gets that wall down.
वो
And they
देख
don't
क्या
break
मारा.
it for the dog to get that stun. He doesn't get punished. That's crazy.
क्या करेगा ऐसा, मतलब जो इतना प्रो
Closest
प्लेयर
guy had
वाले
the highest kill rate with
players
this orbital strike. I mean, every single time
हिल
he
नहीं
uses
पा
it,
रहे.
it's considered.
ऐसा
He's
कॉम्बो
always
करता
set
है
up
ये
with something
बोस्टर
to make
भाई.
him so good with it.
क्या ही
Dirk was
करेंगे लोग.
jumping, and now the showstopper out, clearing the site. Crashes is made
2005 का वॉर ने अल्फा जहर बताओ.
Oh no. Of course.
भाई क्या भाई, ये तो पहली बार देखा, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया.
Showing off the tech.
वो छेद से नीचे मारना
That's so
थोड़ा
hard
सा.
to land because you know 99% of the time people are hitting a wall on that. NRG once again forced to save.
A high tide fade away.
मोनिया इज 17, इसलिए 2 साल बाद उधर जाएगा.
Right out of the timeout too. And they
माफ
get with an ult combination that they just can't consider at this point. There's way too many things that they're dealing with.
लड़के का एम हिलता ही नहीं
His
है.
brain's got to be overheating.
देखने में मजा आता है, लेकिन
On Fracture, I mean, it was such a
विक्टर का वो बहुत बाप लगता है.
But since that second half,
नियॉन,
it's been crazy.
नियॉन बहुत बाप लगता है.
Last round before the switch.
And I don't even really feel like Fnatic on this map is particularly caring too much about
वो
the
देख,
specifics of NRG's play. Yeah, they're reacting to it. They're falling back in instances, but this was so nice. And this is a page out of NRG's book.
Yep.
In my mind, NRG's the guys who consistently got value out of Trailblazer stunts from the Sky Dog. Ults like that.
इजी देखा ना कैसे अल्टी लेके खड़ा था वो.
There.
What a streak.
7 rounds.
कोई टीपी आता तो भी इंस्टेंट अल्ट था बे.
Everybody's gonna get a chance at this.
लाइक्स करो, ये LKS तो बोलता नहीं है, सॉरी. लाइक करो, लाइक करो, लाइक करो. चैट 3000 वाचिंग, 3000 लाइक्स कर दो जल्दी से. थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया मैं आज. माफ करे, दिल बड़ा करे, लाइक्स करे.
Really min-maxing things here. It's just so ominous. What you said a couple of rounds ago, the fact that there's a 10-2 is a very good reality. We find ourselves on the precipice of it. Showstopper up top.
Oh!
Wow, where
भाई
did that go?
कैसे जिंदा है भाई.
Crashy still gets a kill.
Went way over top that ramp.
Does anyone scoop up the op? No, they're leaving it.
And the late orb is actually going to kind of tell you what's coming right now on the side of NRG.
IGL's battling, and the gunfight goes in favor of Boaster.
Finesse didn't have his gun out.
भाई what?
Once again, a complete disrespect of Som's
उसका
utility.
HP
They're
देख
just fearless
Som
and
का.
pushing past it. It's just so well considered. Everything is flawless. Everything is perfect.
That pit might be a little early here for Fnatic, though. Never mind.
Boaster's fragging. Boaster's farming. Meanwhile, NRG, they've been squelched, they've been suffocated, they've been stymied. What a stomp.
10-2. When I first started bringing that up, I didn't really put it in my mind that it was a real possibility. I thought, okay.
तूने देखा वो फाटू U-Haul में?
And they just convert in such an, I mean, it looked effortless.
देखा परखा जाता करा मैंने.
पूरा U-Haul जला डाला बे.
It's going to be an almost impossible ask for NRG
पूरा U-Haul
to
जला
bring
डाला.
this thing back, but Golden Boy, do you think they can?
I don't know about you guys, but that looked like a good old-fashioned butt whooping. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. NRG getting completely
ये कैमरा को क्या हो गया?
bind, and genuinely, you know, it's not even a, to me, it's not even a composition thing. Fnatic are just out-aiming them. Like, really.
It has to do with the.
मुझे लगता है Fnatic versus Jordan.
Not
Jordan के against
expecting
तो
this kind of
सवाल ही
preparation,
नहीं
this
उठता.
kind of level coming from.
हाँ?
शर्म आता है. फट भाई वो लोग 19 साल के, भोसड़ी के 30 साल का है. हाँ? वो लोग तेरे को पेल के जाएंगे, तेरे को अच्छा लगेगा.
आपको पता है 19 साल में उसकी शादी हो गई.
क्या?
और क्या?
किसका?
गैस मारो किसका?
मेरे को नहीं पता.
अभी खेल रहा है स्टेज पे. गैस मारो कौन है वो बंदा. इजी इवन जॉर्ड गैंग वही तो बोला मैंने.
सच्ची?
हमें गैस तो
क्रॉनिकल मेरा गैस.
चैट पढ़ लिया साले ने.
फट भाई ये न्यूज़ सुन के आप कहीं पहाड़ों पे तो नहीं जा रहे?
मैं भी जाऊंगा. आपने भी सोचा होगा ना कि मैं भी 19 में शादी कर लेता, क्या पता मैं भी प्रो बन जाता.
मैंने सोचा भाई. हेलो.
Plays right now, Kukuka, which is a
मेरा
problem.
पता नहीं रे, मेरे को वर्ल्ड स्टेज का कभी वो था ही नहीं. मेरे को सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट का ही था भाई. थोड़ा पागल पैदा हुआ.
Want to be. It's going to be very tough, but maybe this is going to be a tour.
Yeah, it could very well be the case. Let's send it back over to Doug and Bala to send us home.
We talked ball at the beginning of the map that it felt like the greatest story that had not
Hi
been told
Banks,
in our
hello.
history, and it's been nothing but a
क्रॉनिकल 19 का नहीं है लेकिन.
up until this point.
21 का है वो. तो 21 तो ठीक ही है.
8 rounds in a row.
उसका
Now
नाम
NRG are on attack. You lose this pistol. I mean, wrap
हाँ
it up,
पता
bro.
मुझे अल्फियर.
अल्फा जहर.
Might already be there. See if
Alfear.
that story includes
You
a
know?
comeback.
Silent. Alfear.
Here comes the hit, sectioning off the site. The dog
तेरे
does
बोलने
clear
का
a lot.
तरीके
This
से
should
कुछ
get him
साइलेंट नहीं
flat.
हो रहा है. जस्ट सेइंग.
There's the wild.
क्या?
Whoa, he has a lot of movement on top of this
Control
box.
देते
A lot of freedom there.
You can almost see the pathing.
They're not even hitting the site though right now, and you actually do still have Chronicle here.
They're still here. They don't bite on this at all.
लग गए.
With the classic too,
अब
I thought
क्या?
it was a ghost at first when he first took down the first player. Artist left wondering where did everybody go, like John Travolta.
डो रहा है.
Artists be like यहाँ पे काली करा तुम भी मर गए. आराम
NRG
जा.
try to run what should be a tempting fake, and Fnatic just so disciplined. So well considered.
I mean, they kind of bit. Okay, the high tide actually cut off the spike, but Molly's come in. It should outlast it.
And they put the Trailblazer right in front of it too to clear it. Dude, Fnatic are playing borderline perfect Valorant.
He got it. He's escaped. No, he didn't.
भाई जीत ही नहीं सकते भाई.
I thought he got it.
Yeah. So close.
He felt
अबे
like he was on
उठाया
top
तो
of it.
उसने स्पाइक.
उठाया लेकिन रख नहीं पाया ना जेब में.
Artist now joins the fray with 10 seconds left, and Utility on the other side. They have to dump out Flood, and they do so into their deaths. A prime gaming flawless for Fnatic.
इसको कहते guys.
Yeah, I'm betting he thought the
Never
same
tried to
thing I
settle.
thought. Because Artist stood on that
और
A
ये
side the entire
Fnatic का
time
भी मैप
holding
नहीं है
that
तो और
space.
कितना
Just
बुरा
let it
लगता
fall
रहेगा
back
ना
into it.
उनको.
And then once he
भाई
jumped up in the
एनर्जी
window,
अच्छा
he was
खेलती
like,
है
"Ah,
भाई.
हाँ सब अच्छे प्लेयर है बे.
I'd love to see again his attempt to get it. Obviously, this essentially
सब
secured the
अच्छे
round.
प्लेयर है भाई.
He's so
He was
close.
standing
अबे
right next to
यार.
तेरे को क्या हो रहा है?
it. To be so close yet so
वो
far.
उठा के साइड से जस्ट छू के गया. उठा नहीं पाया वो.
तू
You know
एनर्जी
what's
की साइड
coming
पे?
right now. Energy has to force.
पागल है क्या?
Absolutely gotta get
CS
something
style
going
से
right now.
Fnatic fan, baby.
And it's straight down into laps. It's a good start. It looks like Alfir was just, ooh,
Dude, this is what I mean.
what a good trip.
The trip was
एक और
great.
मारेगा ये.
Alfir setup was actually a little late,
Yeah, exactly.
but the trip was great. Even in the face of the Cascade, Chronicle just
ओह
goes.
शॉट था. दो टीपी.
An attempt at flipping the map from the attacking side. They take the teleporter, they leave Finesse behind. See if he can cut off any rotates. But anchor, because it looks like they want to rotate back towards him.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Victor just stays in laps, holds that space. Derek is going to be able to return just in time for them to start taking that front of sight.
And look at this, Fnatic
One up
just barely fight, but you're right. Dirk is back.
क्या लगता है पीक लेगा कि नहीं?
There's only one player
Oh,
here right
sitting
now. I
है.
still thought that there might have been a double step back. But Boaster will now have this flank.
ओए टाइमिंग मार सकता था वो.
Can he take down Leo? Coming around the corner right
नहीं
now.
उसको पता है
Special
सीटी
fight.
क्लोज होगा.
चल
लियो को पता है.
Damage done.
मर
वो
गया.
चेक कर रहा है लेकिन
Still has a stinger though.
ये नहीं देख रहा था.
As Dirk repositions.
क्या डबल सैचल मार के जाएगा सीधा? ओह दिया क्रैशेस.
They're going to be able to convert this for us unless Dirk wins a 1v2. The tap on the spike, the reposition. Victor showing a little leg, giving him a little bait. Crashies once. I mean, they're just like gnats. They're just annoying him. They're being pests. And they're securing the round.
टीपी करेंगे? नहीं
Okay, two
करते.
move on for Crashies too.
उसने सोचा भी था.
Boaster's body down short.
लेकिन बाद में वाला नहीं.
They needed it. And they got it. That's 3 light buys. Well, the full force right there, obviously, but the only thing they can buy is stingers. Yeah. That's 3 light buy wins for
लेकिन
NRG.
चिल है ना यार इतना
So far
लीड
in this
डिफेंस
series.
में है. ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस नहीं
There's
है.
one thing to walk away with after it. Maybe that's the success point for NRG, which isn't
Hmm?
really a
Easy
major part
2-0.
of their toolkit overall.
ये सब अभी अभी क्यों आ रहे
Honestly,
हैं?
they're one of the few teams who really just never
Made
bought
भी आ
any
गई.
sheriffs. They just always stuck with classic ecos.
Oh,
Push through. Hookah right now.
big clash. The flash, the turn! That shot was close!
Yeah!
That's got to be an accident.
When you're down 11-3 though, better lucky than good, I guess.
Maybe playing against Fnatic overall better lucky than good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not even
और
enough.
तो ये सब देख के
It's
सीख के जब
ridiculous.
तू खुद खेलने जाता है.
These guys look just so strong. High cam. Spotting the lurk through the orb.
मुंबई सरोवर में.
तो
और तू नहीं मार पाता ऐसे शॉट्स तो बुरा लगता है.
Well, it's only one spot
भाई
in
lucky
the
shot
here,
था.
given everything else that you're
उसमें क्या
hearing,
बुरा लगना?
where the hit is. See the flash through, they want to try to fight back sight. And
भाई
they managed to
नेट
get
से
what they were
निकले
looking
बाहर
for.
भाई.
Alfir Sheriff.
ओ भाई.
My goodness, like this? With the neural theft, he knows
ओ
where he is!
लगा था यहाँ पे लगा. कॉलर बोन पे.
Yo, I can't believe he
हेडशॉट
goes
लग
for that
जाता ना.
bullet.
पंचो.
मैं तेरा फैन जिंदगी भर का.
अल्पा
The
जहे.
guy's been hitting almost every shot. So
भाई
yeah,
सेक्सी
gotta
खेला ना.
respect
गुड
it.
मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग यार.
देखना
गुड
भाई.
मॉर्निंग मीत.
Nah.
Yeah. एम कहाँ है? देख रहे हो?
Spike planted.
रनिंग गेम का कितना फर्क पड़ा?
New patch, that won't happen. That's just crazy.
यार लो था यार. Shit.
Oh, that would have been one of the clutches of the century.
Nope.
I don't care what game.
रिएक्शन तो है हाँ सबका.
Ah.
god, that would have been insane.
यार जापानीज लोग बहुत क्यूट होते हैं भाई.
क्या?
NRG managed to white knuckle their way to
हाँ
4
और क्या भाई,
rounds.
कितने वो होते हैं सेंसिबल और
But it's
समझदार.
still so
Gone.
comfortably in favor of Fnatic.
जापानीज लोग.
There's no stress at all.
अच्छा मतलब तू बोलना है नॉन जापानीज लोग क्यूट नहीं होते, तू बोलना चाहता.
They're as loose as can be.
तो आप अगर किसी को जैसे आप पिंकी को क्यूट बोलते होगे ना?
Alfia 2 has been
हाँ
the
तो
star.
पिंकी के अलावा कोई क्यूट नहीं है.
हैं?
Anytime there's a chance for NRG to get back into it.
तो आप
He's
बोलना
got
चाहते हो
this,
आपके मॉम डैड
shutting it
क्यूट नहीं
down,
है?
almost did it again.
मॉम हैंडसम है
ये
और
फंस गया.
मॉम प्रिटी और डैड हैंडसम है.
On that first half.
क्यूट नहीं है.
फंस गया. हाँ तो जापानीज लोग भी क्यूट है, बाकी सब
And you need to
ब्यूटीफुल
be
है.
using that dog to get up short. There's too many trips to get through.
ये फंस
They're up and you
गया.
hold.
फिर भाई क्या
Victor
सब
taking
का
one.
आंसर है
That was off
भाई.
the trailblazer
मॉम हैंड
setup.
गलती से नहीं.
भाई अगर इतना हम हकते हमारे
They
को तो
pushed
सीधे
it
चाटा
through, but
पड़ता
they
है.
just kind of ran out willy-nilly, not expecting them to still be in the default
बिंग्स
setup.
भाई उस भड़वे को बोलो अपने आप को कंपेयर ना करे उनसे. ठीक है ठीक है.
They're really working the map. You've seen multiple times now where it's late fakes.
Saw him grabbing the orb. And now dumping util.
कैंसिल करा गया पार्टी.
Leo's playing to get walled up. No. He doesn't actually go for the wall. Artist made a misclicked. There's a slow on top. Artist is pushing right into
Yeah.
him. Wait, what just happened?
गलत
With
वर्ड
10
डाला
seconds
गया.
left, I don't know that NRG are going to be able to get out.
गलत
He
वर्ड
just had a
डाला.
meltdown.
Alfie are still here! And Alfie gets 2, Chronicle gets the last.
तीसरा भी
and
लेता था
series
बे वो.
point for Fnatic.
गलत वर्ड डाला बे.
No, but Doug, what just happened?
That's your job to describe, man.
Artist just had a mental
गलत
breakdown.
वर्ड
on
डाला.
stage.
बंक बाय पार्ट और आपसे शाउट आउट
Sage
करना
Wall
पार्ट
comes out
स्ट्रीम
and
कर रहा है
then
आप वहां पे
वो
जाके
try
दे
करना
सकते
चाह
हो. याचक बाय बिग शाउट आउट
Just
मेरी
spraying
जान.
them down. On top of that, running
भाई
to the
देखना.
right wall.
ओहो.
What is that wall?
कोई नहीं भाई को बहुत बुरा लग रहा है भाई
The
हार
game
गए.
is over when a mistake like that is made.
भाई
Not
भी
in
लाइक
playoffs.
मेरी मर्जी भाई.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting an earful right now from
यार
Phoenix.
आरतीस पे अच्छा खेलता था रे. क्या हो गया उसको?
Final attempt here to keep this game alive for NRG. Final attempt where it has to be 8 rounds in a row. A scattered by, Salmon crashes with the weapons. Trying to consider how to break this.
लेकिन इसमें तुम लोग देख रहे हो क्या? वाइपर वाले
Any of the trips though.
पॉइंट वाले में
And unfortunately for them,
हर
crashes
बार यही करते हैं ना. पहला वॉल स्मोक अप
is starting to
करेंगे
creep up, but he's got one
और
of the
कुछ
vandals,
नहीं
so he
करेंगे.
can't really
साउंड
spend
कैंसिल
time
करेंगे.
breaking with the Trailblazer.
फिर वॉल स्मोक अप
Chronicle's
करके
positioning is just
वॉक
perfect.
करके जाएंगे.
Just around the corner.
Majority
Understanding
time
that
यही
if
होता
someone
है.
gets up to box, he'll have the sight line on that. Victor's going aggressive for him!
Fine.
What on earth?
मारा
ठीक
I
है
mean,
भाई,
it's
खत्म.
over.
नहीं भाई खत्म भाई.
It's just 2
इससे ज्यादा
left
कुछ नहीं भाई.
for NRG.
Oh, Artist has gotten on the site. Meanwhile, all of that. Which means there's not much more util coming in from the side of Fnatic. They just started the retake.
He's pushing Spawn with the Spectre. The potential to leave
भाई वो
crashes
लोग
alone is
रेडी भी
exactly
थे.
what takes place.
खत्म भाई.
He has a rifle. This would have to be a 1v4 to pull this thing off, to keep the series going. And that just seems impossible. And it exactly is. Durka with 3 and on the
भाई
graves of the
साहब.
fallen.
बस मैं आप
Fnatic
ऐसा
are
अल्टी कप मार के भाई. अब भी जैसा मारा वैसे मारता हो यार.
That simply looked way too easy.
अयो 2-0 नहीं चाहिए था भाई. इतना इजी नहीं
That
चाहिए था.
bind looked way too easy. 13-4. A 10-2 half. You're not supposed to have dominance like that against a story team like NRG. And you're certainly not supposed to have it in your
Fnatic
first
का क्या
showing
लेवल का
against
बॉन्डिंग हुआ रहेगा ना अभी तक
reigning
इतना
champions.
इवेंट्स ऐसे सब खेल के. कॉन्फिडेंस
It'll have to
बॉन्डिंग.
be a lower
क्या
bracket
दुखती
run.
रथ में हाथ दुखती
For
हाथ
NRG
में
and the
पानी
NRG
क्या बोलते हैं
faithful.
उसको? दुखती नस में
They've been there before, but
क्या बोलते हैं यार?
recovering from
दुखतीनेस
that.
कैसे फैनेटिक के बारे में
Knowing if
बोला
they want a
गंड
chance
मरे.
at this, they need to come back and beat the team
रियलिटी भी तो
that
थी
they
3
just
साल
lost to
तक.
here.
आपको क्या
Fnatic
लगता है?
definitely looked poised
कैसा
to
लगा
look
होगा जाके?
crazy.
आप फील्ड के मैचेस में तो सो रहे थे आप.
Simba!
Oh sheesh.
There's so many different adjectives you can use to describe this Fnatic roster, man.
Is that the flag they're raising on the fallen?
You can call him meticulous, you can call him aggressive, you can call him prepared, you can call him disciplined. I mean,
दुखती रख पे हाथ लगाना, हाँ वही।
The list just keeps going. You could write an acrostic about him.
डिफरेंट जगह का फैनेटिक
It's crazy.
में गुड और बेस्ट में हाँ है।
And they come into this as favorites. Maybe doubts about what their form is going to look like, yada, yada, yada. They leave this
भाई
series in their first playoff games
बहुत प्यारा खेलता है
absolutely
Fnatic।
again as favorites. With big challengers still. But one thing I know for sure is the winner of this tournament is going to have to beat this
मेरा
team.
कान फट गया भाई एक सेकंड के लिए।
It is the
बंदा
team
प्लीज
to beat.
नो हेड टू पूजन एनर्जी एफएस।
And if NRG can't even come
मैं
close,
कहाँ हिट दिया भाई? You know him? रोशन भाई हल्का सा मेरे को ऐड करके
This
एक
might just be
गेम
Fnatic's tournament to win.
हाँ
With how good they looked.
क्या बोलते हो? हाँ क्योंकि you know him and you know me समझ रहे हो?
Chronicle
तो
was insane, Alfear was insane, all the players stepped up.
क्योंकि जो लोग मेरे को जानते हैं वो लोग जीतते हैं
Not
तुमको
that
पता
anybody
है
was concerned about
वो एक लक
anybody on this
फैक्टर
team.
मेरा एक प्लस हो
But
जाता है।
Durka continues to look as one of the most flexible star duelists.
कल मजा है
And
बंक्स भाई
a lot of
लव
other
यू
teams still struggle
बिजनेस
because they
में
don't
मजा है।
have a star duelist that can play both Jet and Raze, but Durka fills all the boxes for that.
कल तेरे को पता है रात को 2 बजे हम वो खेल रहे थे बिजनेस 2 गेम खेला और दोनों में सबसे पहला बैंकरप्ट कौन हुआ रहेगा सोच
एक्लेयर्स
टी-बोन
बैंकरप्ट
नाक में लग गया ऐ
भाई डीआरएक्स जीत गई भाई, समथिंग तो खेल ही नहीं रहा। वाह भाई
डीआरएक्स वैसे भी जीतेगा
वाह भाई, ये कर लो यार।
क्यों नहीं खेल रहा लेकिन विल डेफिनेटली गिव इट टू दैम बट
CGRS खेल
कांट
रहा है
गारंटी
भाई,
डांसिंग
नया आया है,
डांसिंग डांसिंग
नया
डांस
स्टार।
डांसिंग बट प्लीज रोशन भाई डोंट मेक
PRX
हिम
वर्सेस
वॉच माय गेम
PRX।
प्ले वरना हो सकता है दे अप्रोच मी फॉर टीम एंड ऑल दैट समझ रहे हो मैं अभी प्रो सीन में नहीं जा सकता अब समझो प्लीज 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 हाँ मेरा गेम प्ले मत बताना यार रिक्वेस्ट है यार स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट है नहीं मतलब अगर बता दिया तो
अच्छा, समथिंग का वीजा इशू हुआ क्या?
समझ रहे
सीजीएचएस का फुल नाम
ECM
सीक्रेट्स है।
क्या बोली हाय ड्यूड्स किसको सपोर्ट एक्लेयर्स कैसी है रे एक्लेयर्स एक्लेयर्स आ रही है डिस्कॉर्ड पे वॉच पार्टी तो तू कर नहीं सकती डिस्कॉर्ड पे आ रही है ड्यूड्स हाँ अभी तो PRX का सपोर्ट भाई फॉर सेकंड इट इज DRX जीतने वाला 110%। इसका डिसीज फाटू ये मत पूछना ये कैसा हो गया कभी कभी मेरे दिल को भी लगता है मैं भी खुद को ये क्वेश्चन पूछता बट या फाटूस डिस्कॉर्ड क्योंकि एक फेमस फ्रेज सुना रहेगा कि समटाइम्स डोंकीज फादर माय फादर समटाइम्स मतलब कभी कभी गधे को भी बाप बनाना पड़ता समझ रहे हो? ए
अभी तो स्ट्रीम बंद की मेरा।
तू सोई नहीं रात भर हाँ
ये का स्केड्यूल है दीदी? हाँ
लेकिन
एक्लेयर्स
अभी
दीदी, ये
स्ट्रीम
का
बंद
schedule
की
है?
मैं तो कल देखा तो स्ट्रीम बंद ही था
नहीं, मैं बंद की थी, फिर खाना गई थी, फिर वापस आके स्ट्रीम किया मैंने।
वाह इतना एनर्जी मिला क्या खाती है ऐसा
चावल दाल। सोने का मन नहीं होता तो स्ट्रीम ही कर लेती हूँ। कौन जीता पहला? ये जीते क्या फनाटिक?
फैनेटिक 2-0 बे 2-0
तो PRX का है ना?
भाई नीचे मीम्स देख फाटू फैनेटिक नावी in a VC right now with screaming about Fnatic at 5 a.m. Fnatic are just perfect team. पोस्टर माय ग्लोरियस किंग हाँ पैसिफिक का मस्त था अपने ही ट्वीट आता था जिंग फॉर सेकंड बेस्ट है मेरे को लग रहा है सारी टीम्स जानबूझकर ऐसा खेल रही है क्योंकि सब चैंपियनशिप के लिए क्वालिफाइड ही है बंक्स बने नहीं जितना कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस कभी कोई भी चीज़ निकाल नहीं सकते, भले तुम लोग क्वालिफाई हो ना, जो अंदर का कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पिरिट है, प्लस जो ब्रांड्स है, प्लस जो प्राइज है, प्लस जो फैंस है, वो सब चीज की वजह से ना कोई नहीं खेलता वैसा। एक्लेयर सो जाए यार, सो जाए, सपने में देखे ये वाला मैच।
हाँ नहीं देखनी, मैं 5-10 मिनट में जा रही हूँ बस।
मतलब ब्रेकफास्ट करके।
हाँ
आ, मावी मावी को अपने जैसे दर्द हो रहा है लाइफ में। मावी, हाँ, वेलकम टू आवर वर्ल्ड मावी। मावी बाय, वेलकम टू आवर वर्ल्ड। क्या हो गया मावी बाय? मावी पूछ रहा है येलो 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 डॉलर क्यों आ रहा है? पूरी जिंदगी येलो डॉलर गया है मेरा, पूरी जिंदगी। हाँ बहिंचो, साउंड ऑन, सॉरी।
reflex moment which came from Alfier. This kid Hypoc just was nasty this game.
एक्लेयर को बोलो सो जाए वरना
This
क्यूटनेस
is
कम हो
one of the
जाएगा।
cleanest three
Cute
tap
लगती है
clips I
तेरे
think
को
you'll see. Again, a little
देख
bit of
रहा हूँ।
space in between, but it's so crucial as well here with Boaster
मेरे को तो
planting the
क्यूट ने
seed
बोला
of
कभी।
doubt. Obviously that fake, I mean, I believe it was Finesse was still over there, right?
Yeah.
And then Alpha finds this kill. Again,
भाई
it's
वो
the
किल
Sage-
बहुत
Of
बाप
course
कर
he
रहे।
loves. Of
Sage
course he
hair top
loves.
moment once again.
That kid
वो
is
kill
just
बहुत
out
बाप
of this
का
world.
है, वो
But it
kill
also
बहुत
just
बाप
goes to
का।
show too, right? Fnatic, not only did they do their homework, Kukuka,
Yeah.
but they knew that it was really dependent on the
आप handsome हो,
individuals
thank
executing.
you.
They had 5 individuals who could do
Yeah.
that to a T.
Yeah.
Exactly. They just need to show up today and actually, you know, shut up a little bit of those pros on, well, not only pros, but these kind of people that think that they know everything. I think that everybody was not praying for their downfall, no, just stupid people online, you know.
The
The internet
I'm
is
kidding.
full of
The
no,
fraud
but
callers.
some people literally they just wanted to be like, oh no, they're just gonna get to the international stage and it's going to be awful.
But here,
or,
and I
No, 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 but
understand it
it's-
because EMEA had a struggle in the group, so everyone assumed.
येलो
that it was
क्यों आ
just
रहा है
the
पूछ
same
रहा है?
team.
अरे
But this is
येलो
built
इसलिए आ रहा है
yeah, yeah,
क्योंकि
but I think they also needed to make
वही
that statement, right? And they also needed to dictate how
ठीक
they were
है,
going to play
matches
this
है
event. And I think
इसमें
this last
lead
match
by मत
specifically
करो यार,
showed a lot of that.
please.
To me, two players to stand out, Chronicle
यार
and
मैं
Alpha.
sad
I
हूँ।
think that we can literally highlight all of them, but to me, that
ए,
shows
4K
especially
likes
on
करो
the
यार,
last
जल्दी
round
जल्दी
of
से।
the world.
Yeah, I think as well.
Likes
lots
करो,
of
पट से
great
likes
today.
करो।
First map aside, I think the second map it's got to be a wake-up call for NRG though.
Yeah.
Obviously with this composition.
इसके बाद है
and
जी
the
का
Fnatic
language, नहीं
employed
है
so
Remit।
with the Cypher didn't even need to rely on it too much. Again, the first half,
वो
they
लोग
were
qualify
getting
नहीं
so
हो पाए।
much value time after time from this deep file. I'm just talking about space.
भाई,
Talking
अपने
about
जी
number
को
of
इधर
times
जाने में
actually
बहुत time है
NRG were
बात
feeding
कर।
into it, giving away kills on the extremity, and they don't have
नेक्स्ट
many
मैच किसका है?
options.
PRX versus DRX।
Again, the utility stops that initial sight here. They dump all this utility.
यिंसु पीछे रेडी है इंटरव्यू के लिए। पापा फाटू भाई लिल मेरा पापा।
ठीक है।
तू अभी तक, अरे सॉरी, अरे यार मेरा भी येलो हो गया, चलो। ये पंग पंग पंग।
Congratulations.
क्या बात है,
Over
आजकल
the-
मॉर्निंग
over your
इवनिंग
career, you
नाइट
have
स्ट्रीम
never
चल
played
रही है,
against
घर
NRG,
जल्दी
something
आएगा,
is
लव यू
crazy.
स्ट्रीम। नहीं
Now
नहीं
you have. What did you think of that match?
Reptile.
Fun match. It's kind of like what I wanted, and I've been wanting to play them for a long time, and I wanted that win too.
बहुत टाइम ऐसा था कि मैं कम
They have
स्ट्रीम
been a
करके
huge core and like,
थोड़ा
really good
ज्यादा
team
अर्न
over
किया है,
past,
लेकिन
like 2-3 years.
अभी ऐसा नहीं
Now,
है.
on
अब मैं
Bind,
ज्यादा
I
स्ट्रीम
feel
करके
like
भी ज्यादा
before
अर्न नहीं
the
कर रहा.
Icebox Fnatic era,
ये तो मैं खुद
everybody
के लिए
said
कर
that
रहा
you
हूँ,
were
मेरे
the
को
best
कुछ मिल
team
नहीं
on
रहा है.
Bind. Now Bind is back in the pool. Do you think that you can take that title again, be the best
जितना
team?
भी वॉच पार्टी से
Yeah,
मैंने
sure.
अब तक
Urban
खुद के
is
लिए
good.
किया,
We like the map. I think everybody likes the
उसमें
map.
कुछ
and
कॉफी फिट नहीं है.
We really did a lot of work on it. I'm having a lot of fun, and like.
ए मेरा
I
एसेंट
think
है
me and
भाई.
Dr. missed the map a lot, and now
And
we're glad
now
to be back.
you
You
got to
played
be
Sova
back
on
with
Bind,
friends.
Chamber on Bind, Raze on Bind. What's your favorite? What's been the most fun?
रेस
I think Chamber. I got
Really?
TP from B to A all the time.
Oh, there we
And
go.
I was calling the map too, so it was.
वो
fun
तो
for me.
पुराना
On the
चेंबर है
defense side.
भाई.
Yeah.
Speaking of the calling, Minnie spoke a little bit about Leo's calling on Fracture. So talk us through about, you know, what Leo brings to the team and how does that work? Like, does Leo give some mid-round calls?
Yeah, Leo gives good mid-round calls. He remembers really good the anti-strats and reactions that we have to do, or like.
Leo
certain
क्या है?
players
Second
does
IGL है
this,
क्या?
or we can do this instead. So he brings like.
DRX
the
आगे
atmosphere
पीछे.
And also like tells us what to do.
Valorant
or
gameplay is equal
when
to
we
watch
should,
party.
like repush
Language.
something because he has more information as initiator, and I think.
बंग में
he's
डर के
super
जैसा
good at it.
गेम प्ले हो
Very
जाता
great
तो.
asset to have. Thank you so much, Dirk, for joining me, and best of luck in your next game. We're going to throw to the Prime Gaming post-match
यार
highlights here. but on the
कैसा
back of
बंदा
that,
है रे
we're gonna be
बेचारा
playing
यार.
PRX versus DRX.
यार बेचारा भाई, उससे नहीं होता भाई इंटरव्यू. भाई उसको किसने तो भेजा है, कंफर्म वो खुद से नहीं गया. कंफर्म मैं लिख के दे सकता हूँ उसके बॉडी लैंग्वेज से. सेम मेरे जैसा, सेम 101% इंट्रोवर्ट है वो.
It's going to be another hit towards B. This time Chronicle finding gorgeous timing, and Durka does too. It's back and forth again.
नर्वस था कैसा
I'm
था.
jealous of myself. I feel like I'm in an out-of-body experience right now.
बिग्स में पत मार के DRX उड़ा दो. लैंग्वेज मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रोज आर इंट्रोवर्ट एग्री. ये उनका पूरा लाइफ इतने स्क्रीन में गया है. स्क्रीन के बाहर इतना नहीं.
The first half was a brawl, but the second half felt like
आप
all
introvert
Fnatic
हो, मैं
all the
हूँ.
way, and they take Fracture 13-9.
Absolutely, it was. And the trades
मजाक
coming
नाम
from
की भी
LBS.
चीज होती है सर.
Pinpoint
मजाक कर रहे हो आप
accuracy,
मेरे
top of the
साथ.
box.
Finesse in a 1v2. He's healthy,
Love
he's got
you.
a Phantom Poster, and Alfie are not nearly as lucky. He gets one, he gets both.
रेप्टाइल भाई एक काम कर दो, सीधा 200 का दे, 20,000 का ही मजाक कर.
Right back out. Durka doing well to keep him back. He's gotten two.
करे
he gets
मजाक करे.
three.
रेप्टाइल भाई छोड़ना नहीं भाई.
It's a trap. Do they check him? No, they don't. It's just one though. I mean, the Stinger's just not enough in that scenario. Boaster's fragging, Boaster's farming. Meanwhile, NRG, they've been squelched, they've been suffocated, they've been stymied.
Every day, non-stop grinding.
On the graves of the fallen, Fnatic raise their flag.
भाई माँ भी क्या बंदा है भाई. फन बंदा है. प्राइम गेमिंग.
This is Sadie. She's on Verizon, and she has the new My Plan, where she gets exactly what she wants and only pays for what she needs.
ला ला ला. क्या बोला मुझे? येलो डॉलर से परेशान है वो भाई. जस्ट एन अप्रिसिएशन फॉर योर हार्ड वर्क नाउडेज. चैट में बंक्स बाय ओपी हो जाता तो नीतीश भाई लव यू गाइस. किसको मन है तो बंक्स बाय ओपी लिख दे नीतीश के लिए. और इफ यू फील सो ऐड दिखाओ. शर्म करो भोसड़ी के, शर्म करो. मैं भी धीरे से गाली दे रहा हूँ ताकि हो सकता है कि येलो ना मिले. East are best, Bugs Barrow is the best. Link. Thank you, chat. Thank you. टाइम है 5 मिनट 5 मिनट है। तब तक अपन एक काम करते हैं, पानी वानी भर के रख देते। पिंकी तो सो गई है, वरना पूरा दिन घर में पानी नहीं रहेगा। यार मेरा पेट अंदर जा रहा है क्या? तुमको लग रहा है क्या चैट? मेरा पेट अंदर जा रहा है क्या? हाँ क्या बोलते हो? फिट होने का यार टाइम कब मिलेगा पता नहीं भाई। ए फाटो में आया, जिम जाओ। अरे यार
कहाँ जा रहा है?
पानी भरने।
मेरा भी भर दे आके पानी।
जब तेरा शादी होएगा तो तू भी ये सब काम करेगा।
हम अभी से करते हैं
अगर अकेले रहेगा तो
हम घर वालों के साथ ही करते हैं।
ये भी क्लीन करना पड़ेगा। अरे बाबा मेरा चाय, आके दूसरा चाय बनाएंगे क्या बोलते हो?
क्लियर? हेलो, तेरा क्या मसला है? सब ठीक है? 5 बजे उठ के कौन स्ट्रीम करता है? तो भी येड़ी है क्या? यार सुसु आ रही है। यार यहाँ तो गाने बज रहे हैं। क्या चलाऊं? क्राउड की स्क्रीन देख लो। मेरे को पता है कुछ समझ आएगा नहीं, पर ठीक है।
to
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time. ओए फाटू, तेरे को वॉच पार्टीज में रेड आता है क्या?
नहीं, मैं तो बकचोदी कर रहा था उस दिन जब बोल रहा था ट्विच से मेरे को कॉपीराइट मिलता है।
अबे वो ट्विच से नहीं मिलता है रे।
पता मुझे, वो गानों से मिलता है।
हाँ, हर वॉच पार्टी रेड आता ना,
गानों की वजह से।
हाँ, मतलब तेरे को 1 भी रुपया नहीं मिलेगा। यार म्यूट कर दे, सॉरी। गरम चाय की प्याली।
पर भाई प्राइस तो वही है, 5 रुपए तो है। अबे 10 रुपए कर दिया बे।
क्या मिलता है बेंच 5-10 रुपए में? हाँ, क्या मिलता है?
भाई 5 रुपए में नहीं मिलते थे पहले।
क्या चीज?
ओ यस, ओ यस।
क्या मिलता था बे?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited for this next one because I don't feel like that first one delivered. Maybe a little bit on map 1, but then map 2 was kind of a stomp. I really hope that this rematch that we have, Paper X and DRX, is going to deliver because I really do watch Paper X and love what I see.
Enjoy it.
Hey!
Watch to see how
I
great
can
this game
spot
can
a
get.
4-second fan. Huh?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Oh,
Ola,
absolutely.
let's go.
I used to not be, but
Oh,
I
yes.
think they convinced
Oh,
me
yes.
during Pacific to become a Paper.
Yeah, all right. Let's have a look at this history of DRX.
तो
versus Paper
म्यूट
X
क्या
because
करना है
They
NCS?
always play
बदल नहीं।
against each other. Once
अच्छा है यार
again
इनके
at an
गाने।
international tournament, as you guys can see, Berlin
Ad
and
revenue का मेरे को सीन नहीं
as
है
well. But Kukuka, the funny thing is, for Paper X, since like May 20th, they have only played against DRX for like a whole month.
Yeah, exactly. So playoffs, of course, it was about them too. But I think the most important
DRX
bit is
versus
that
Paper X
now
में
they are winning.
4
Now they're
बार
on the
DRX
winning end,
जीती है, 2 बार
especially,
Paper X जीती है।
during those finals where they actually have to reverse with in to get
वो
in
2
that
बार
win.
भी पेपर
You
एक्स
know,
पहले
lose it
जीते
for
हैं,
and be like,
अभी
okay,
नहीं
this is
रिसेंट।
not going to be like the rest of the times. It's not going.
तू अभी तक सोई नहीं?
है ना, तो मैं जाऊंगा।
चलो चट को, इसके पहले कि मैं किक करूँ डिस्कॉर्ड से, चट को।
थोड़ी देर मैं एक्चुअली वो ब्लॉग डालना है ना, वो डाउनलोड कर रही हूँ, तो उसी का वेट कर रही हूँ।
व्लॉग डालना है?
दुबई का मेरा।
यार एक तो यहाँ पे मेरे से व्लॉगिंग हो नहीं रहा है।
Those matchups really
Yeah,
interesting
कुछ
between
किया मैंने,
these two
कुछ तो
teams
ब्लॉग किया
in
बस।
prior iterations of
नहीं
it
होता
because
बे,
it's
पता नहीं मेरे
just
को।
a lot of micro plays, a lot
अच्छा,
of really
अजीब लगता है
fast
ना?
aggression, and DRX is very controlled.
को भी
Yeah,
लगा था,
let's talk
but
about the
फिर
cons
मैंने
as well.
दुबई
I
है
am
तो
so
करती कर रही
jealous
थी,
of
बहुत
the
लोगों ने
talent
बोला।
in
मतलब मैं दोस्त के साथ कर सकता
get
हूँ,
to cast and watch Paper X
दोस्त
play
या
every
पिंकी के
single
साथ,
week
लेकिन
because
कोई
we
भी
don't
एक बंदा
we don't get
दूसरा
cons
रहेगा
like
ना
this,
तो
and we don't
अजीब
get
लगता है।
the agents
सीधा
that
मुंह
they
पे कैमरा
play.
डाल के
Yeah, exactly. I think
अंदर
that
से
I
अजीब
completely
लगता
agree
है।
with
It's
you.
just
When
the
I was
introvert
overviewing
scenes.
this team, and when I was watching throughout the season,
ये जिंग
so many
जिंग
instances, I was like, is this for real? Like, did I tune in at the wrong time? What am I watching here?
Cigarette
But it
खेल
is
रहा है।
actually the fact that even they're playing weird compositions, the micros, the combos that they do with Sky, with Reina, I'm like mind blown because it's the kind of thing that I think happened to DRX and probably happens again right now. It's the kind of thing that is very weird to be prepared for.
भाई बिना समथिंग के
It's
जीतेंगे
very
क्या ये लोग?
unlikely that you're going to be cracking against a team that does this kind of things.
Yeah, you never know when the Reina's just
By
going to dive
Reina-
around the corner and drag all your attention. I mean, you're seeing some of these clips, the way that
Reina और
Jing
Sky
is
का
able to get
combo
active
बहुत
because
sexy
you
करते हैं भाई।
have these ideas to have
लास्ट
this
वाला
double
PRX
duelist
से तो
constantly
जीता था, अब
happening.
क्या बोल रहे
And we
थे कि
did see for a
PRX
moment there
से
Cigarettes could be playing instead of something here.
अबे
It's
DRX
going to be
already
big shoes to fill
qualify
because
होके
he
घर गई
is
थी।
so impactful in all those little microaggressions,
वो मैच
right?
कुछ मैटर
The
भी नहीं
वो
Reina
था।
दोनों
in
जो
some of
था,
these
एक
instances,
लास्ट
but
जो
the
था
Jet
उससे
and
पहले भी
others,
था,
the
दोनों
guy
में
is a
PRX
beast,
जीता
and
था।
I think that is a major part why they came
Something
back.
नहीं कर रहा।
But I think with that success, they end up having a lot of confidence to go forward with whatever roster they might have.
I mean, let's talk about this because I think this is one of the biggest talking points of this entire tournament is that something the player that was carrying them through VCT Pacifics is not here. We can confirm to you that today it will be CGRS that is going to be subbing in and playing. I will give you guys some context. He is
ये देख के मेरे को लग नहीं रहा है कि जीतने वाले, just saying.
My guy loves that agent, but Kukuka how big of
ये
a
बनकाए बनना
difference
चाहता है।
is this going to be for them?
I mean, I think Bala was hitting the nail in the head there. I think that something has been
मैं
very, very
मैं
important
सुन रहा हूँ कि
and
ये
determinant
content creator है PRX
for
का।
this team's success. Now, knowing that a
हो
player
सकता
that
है।
has only played one official with them, in fact, I believe that only one
Sixth
map
हो
and then one
सकता है
showman,
जो
the fact
content
that
create
we
भी करता
know
है,
that
समझ रहे हो?
also it was an icebox that is
CGRS
not even
retired
available now.
CS:GO player है,
That
CC
is
उनका
going to be
fuck।
most likely
RRQ
Gecko,
में ये खेल
and
रहा है ना
that
अभी,
PRX
Ray
has
4C।
relied so much on those crazy competitions and actually being a surprise on the server. Now that they're going up not only on an international stage but also against a familiar opponent,
नहीं ना, नहीं खेल रहा है ना,
it feels that,
ये खेल रहा है।
in one way, I think that this is the easier they
EG जाने के बाद कौन
it's
खेल
going
रहा
to
है?
get for them because it's an
Ray
opponent
4C
that
के
they
लिए
know. But
दूसरा
on the
player
other
आया।
side, DRX is going to have an easier time finding the weaknesses on them.
Well, I'm as a paper girl, and now you're a paper boy. You've been a paper girl for a while. We are very, very excited to see
Paper boy,
PRX
paper
in
girl,
the
मैं भी
building. So
paper
let's
boy।
make sure
हाँ?
who's with the team.
Coach
आ
Alex,
गया।
can I grab you for a quick word? Swoop on in here. All right, so you've been put in a difficult situation for this tournament, but how's the preparation been going with CGRS?
I think we had about like 10 days of practice with him over here in Tokyo.
भाई ये उनका rooms है क्या?
It is what it is. We'll try our best, pretty much.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck for the game.
That is the calmest I've ever seen Alex.
भाई ये
and
उनका
it's
वो
gonna
है?
stay that way, you guys know. But
Chilling
I think
rooms?
As a result of something not being here, I think one of the players we
तो
have to
paper
talk about
uncle
is
है।
Forsaken.
Mods।
Because Bala, during the regular season, he took up the brunt of being that flex player. I can't help but feel though, surely something not being here, he's gonna go back to more of a duelist role, you think?
I
Something
think
नहीं
that
है, नहीं।
maybe is one of the easy solutions. I don't think that's the one that you should go for. I think
तो
you
अगर
should start
सोल
going
कभी
for some
वैलो
harder
का
solutions.
लाइनअप बनाए
For
आपका
me,
भी चांस
Forsaken,
से
while
मतलब
he maybe didn't have to play
पूछेंगे
that
तो सही
duelist role, he
लेकिन
wasn't the
मैं
focus of the
obviously
team.
मना
He was somebody who also reinvented himself, right? Became
नहीं
really
आता है रे,
flexible,
इतना-
able to play the killjoy,
इतना
able to
time
play
नहीं
one of
दे
the most unique harbors
Main
out
time
of
का ही
any
बे, और
harbor
कुछ नहीं है।
player in a way that
और
really
सिंगल विंगल
enables
रहता ना
PRX
और
to continue to
20-21
do just
साल का रहता तो मैं कर
wacky
देता।
things. Here he is on Neon, enabling them. It's just so important that he
अभी
stays
बहुत है रे।
flexible in my mind.
Yeah, and here
पिंकी
we
को
can see
टाइम
the
देना पड़ता है,
comparison
फैमिली को टाइम
between
देना पड़ता है।
2022 and 2023. We
भाई
know
से
that
बात
it's
करनी
a
होती है।
very extensive
Stream करना
list,
होता
but
है।
I think that also something
ये
that he
सब
was
चीज़ से फिर
saying
कहाँ पे
during the
grind
promo
करें?
video that we had at the beginning of the day is like, we just played like this is a ranked. And of
Plus
course,
इतने
ranked, I mean, a
tournaments
lot
भी
of
नहीं
different
होता।
things. So anything can work. Of course, I think that also coming here into international stage, when you have so many people that are succeeding and excelling at their roles and the agents that they play, I think that keeping up the level is going to be a little bit complicated. But Forsaken is the only one that will make it look easy.
It's funny because I look at the list, the comparison between the two sides there, 2022 and 2023, and I'm
क्या
like, wow, he's
किसने
played
उसको
the
बोला है
same
कि
amount of
Forsaken
agents.
किसका दोस्त है?
But because PRX is just so troll. They just do anything. It doesn't
Huh?
matter. So low key, it doesn't really matter what we think about what
Pause.
CGRS is going to play, whether it's going to be Gecko.
Pause.
Grind's ranked a lot with Gecko.
Huh?
They're going to throw whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I just think that Forsaken is such a key
देख रहे हैं,
player
pose
for
देख रहे
them
हैं।
because he not only changed
Why
his
not
role
Benkai
and,
F
played
no
as new
something?
agents he
Benkai
didn't
का
play
पता नहीं
last
क्या
year.
सीन है?
Kukuka, he
No
was
idea.
incredible.
भाई
at
आप
the
20
ages
साल
when he
के तो
didn't
हो।
play last year.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you,
So
यार,
that
Raj
is
भाई।
why the reason why we understand
Thank
that
you.
if something
Thank you.
changes on the team, I feel weird every single time that I say something, knowing that something is not here. But if something changes on the team, he has to be one of the ones that steps up, that keep not only keeps up that performance, but also everybody feels like the eyes are on him, being like, okay, so what are you going to do now that CGRS is playing here?
And the IGLing issue as well, Bala, because we know that Jing
What IGLing?
Forsaken, well,
Exactly.
I mean, we know that Jing Forsaken and Divide kind of split those responsibilities
Yeah.
across them,
Yeah.
which is just giving Forsaken even more stuff to do.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because something was a key part when you heard them talking about like coming up with some ideas. So yeah, I think everybody adds a little bit of their flavor, and it's been working really well. So I'm not thinking.
Raj bhai,
major
thank
issue
you
here,
for the
but
membership.
there is a
मेरी
lot more
जान के
pressure put on
छोटे।
Forsaken,
बस
put
मैं
on
वर्ड
Jing,
नॉट
those
एक
types
चीज़
of guys.
What you
लैंग्वेज
guys
है
heard
वो
from
फोर्स
us
करनी है।
already. Let's hear from the players themselves. Here is Forsaken and
शरद
Mike.
भाई 440 देगा, एक टेक्स्ट ही लिख देते मेरी जान के रोटे। Love you शरद भाई, love you, means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 440.
Hello guys, my name is Jason aka Forsaken. I play for team PRX. So we decided to like change new member, which is we bring something into the team, and I feel like when we play with something, our team is like become even stronger with him because now we have firepower.
Hello guys, I'm Aaron Leonhardt, known as Mind Freak in game, and I'm from Team PRX.
पार्टो को मैं एक ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ। पार्टो
क्या?
मैं तेरे को एक ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
क्या?
मैं तेरे को एक क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, ध्यान से सुनना क्वेश्चन।
रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा।
क्या कर रहा है?
For the team because he play without fear, he play so confident with his aim. I'm the flexible role now and it's also new for me and I think I have to like learn more about flexible role and I hope I can do better as well. When I was playing duelist, I just shoot people around, but now I play on flexible role like sentinel or like initiator. With the flexible role, you cannot push like crazy because utility support is important for the team. So I think that's the like biggest difference. So I have to be more disciplined.
सुनो all the
and play
flex
with the team
roles.
as well.
सुनो.
I kind of feel a bit nostalgic because all the players is almost the same, right? Like Fnatic, Navi is the old FPX, and then Liquid. Some of the Liquid members are like Gambit. We met them in Berlin. Then from NA, like NRG and Loud. We met them like how many times? I can't remember in any events. It's like all the same players all over again.
I would say all of the play style is a bit similar like last time because PRX is always be chaotic. In every tournament, it's always gonna be chaotic and it's gonna be fun to watch PRX.
I mean, of course, every team wants to win, right? We're trying so many times in Masters, and the best one that we get only like second place. So I think we want to leave it the trophy in Masters. We'll see. We'll see. We just trying our best.
I mean, we talk about teams
Second
that
आए थे
haven't
लोग।
won a trophy
Chat deck
yet,
बंस
that
में है
are
क्या
shooting
चीज?
for one, and
Title
Kakuka,
change
I
बंस
feel
में है,
like we
title
should put
change.
PRX in that list as well.
Oh yeah, completely. I think that they have some crazy runs, that they have been on the spotlight more than once, and I think that we could say the same
Done
about
sin,
their
कर दिया।
opponents today.
Yeah, I mean, let's
कर
talk
दिया।
about
अभी तुम लोग भी
DRX.
3 के
I mean,
likes
you
करो।
guys
चलो
talked a little
चलो
bit
चलो
about
चलो।
maybe this is a good time for PRX
कल
to
मेरे
play
हिसाब से
against
7
DRX
के
because
likes
they
होता,
don't have
आज
something.
अपन
It's
उसका
better to
आधे भी नहीं
familiar
पहुंचे।
opponent, but
मालूम है
Bala,
लेट
I
है।
can't help but feel the same because DRX has not been the same DRX we've seen in the past.
Why not something
I think
visa
during
का
group
सीन है?
stages, you continue to have that narrative about
भाई
DRX
FPX भी
not
खतरनाक
looking
खेला था।
very similar. You know, looking like they have some internal issues.
Poll
I
डाल
think we
दो।
could obviously see that with
भाई
some of the
वही
external
जीतने वाला है।
decisions that they're
Poll का
making. You saw
जरूरत नहीं
Zest again in the roster
Poll
and in the
will
lineup
win.
just a moment ago, and that is continuing to be a question mark for people where they played Foxy9 all season long. And for me, I look at DRX against PRX and I think you might need to fight fire with fire and use Foxy9 in that method, but it didn't work out in the upper bracket final, and yeah, I think that they're reeling from that decision.
Yeah, they still have a decision to make today, but I think it's just surprising to see that we have a tournament where DRX are not favorites, and we're not, the spotlight is not on them, and they barely made it out of groups.
But they still did.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there.
They still did. And speaking
हाँ तो आपके लिए एक क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है? YT 30% लेता है, बराबर है?
हाँ।
ठीक है, तो वो लोग 30% कमाते थे YT, बराबर है?
हाँ।
लेकिन अभी वो लोग ने ऐसा किया कि 10% और सुपर चैट करना पड़ता है, बराबर है?
हाँ।
तो क्या वो लोग 20% कमा रहे, क्योंकि 10% जो सुपर चैट करते थे वो उनके वजह से ये तो उनको ही मिल रहा है, तो क्या वो 20% कमा रहे, इज द क्वेश्चन।
मुझे नहीं पता।
जाओ मैच सीख के आओ।
if he had said that,
जितना भी कमा रहे हैं, आपको पैसे टाइम पे मिलते हैं।
of course they're going to say that. But Bali, you know, you mentioned Zest versus Foxy9. It is going to be Zest today. Mako seems to think that that's, I guess, is working out for them. They're very, very confident.
40% चिन्मय तू तो पहला जा एग्जाम पढ़ने में, अभी बोल रहा हूँ, मजाक से हटकर।
Like the entire group stage.
तू अभी पढ़ाई के लिए जा, बोल रहा हूँ।
And slow starts, which you don't see from DRX over and over. I mean, every single group stage they come out with fire. Even in games against PRX to open things up, they always look good. So you can't be confident.
इसमें जी के लेके गए नहीं, क्वालिफाई नहीं हुए।
I feel like so many teams in the other regions have had their testing period of trying things out. To me, DRX have still this question of when is actually better to play one, what to do with the other. We saw rosters like football is moving completely away from having 6 players to just focus on 5 and trying to make the best out of that version. It feels like there are
3% ज़्यादा कमा रहे हैं, ऐसे कुछ
pending homework coming into this tournament. It is going to be Cess, but obviously that affects the rest of the team. Now, is it going to be, is what they have prepared going to be ready for today?
It's really interesting to me because I think everywhere across.
Guys, simple है, ठीक है? पहला कोई 1000 देता था तो 300 YouTube को जाता था, बराबर है? 300। अब YouTube की वजह से 1000 नहीं दे सकते, तुमको 1100 देना पड़ता है, बराबर? तो 1100 का 30 मतलब 390 इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, 390 330 सॉरी, तो 330, तो 30 पहले से एक्स्ट्रा कमा रहे, लेकिन हम लोग भी 70 हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा कमा रहे, समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो? लेकिन हम उनको 20 नहीं दे रहे, हम उनको 30 दे रहे क्योंकि है 30 का ही। हाँ, अगर पहला से देखा जाएगा तो भी 30 ही है कि हम लोग भी ज्यादा कमा रहे
그랬던 것 같아요.
I mean, Kakuka, you
हैं।
can
It is still
understand
30%, but the
why
amount
he was
increases
getting
now. That is
emotional,
right.
especially being the player that does have
That
to
is
dig
right.
out of every single hole when they're not doing well.
भले हम
And
और
also,
YouTube दोनों ज्यादा
everybody
कमा रहे हैं,
loves
but
Mako. Everybody
you are
admires
right.
Mako. Everybody, you know.
फाटू भाई आपसे क्रैक हुआ मेरा क्वेश्चन? हाँ फाटू भाई, क्या सीन? हेलो, दिमाग काम कर रहा है? ओए ओए भोसड़ी,
You think of let's slow
ये
things
क्या
down,
बोले
let's
भाई?
be a little
सच्ची
bit more
बोले,
cautious, let's try to use defaults to our advantage.
मतलब
try
चोमटे
to
हम
spring
वो
the
है वो नहीं
traps.
पता।
Mako's the guy who's
तूने तो
consistently
मेंबरशिप भी
being
नहीं ली,
under
तू काहे
pressure
को
in
खुद
those
को चोमटे
moments
बोला?
because that's what that play
ऑडियंस का
style requires. Other
10%
players like Zest
लॉस
too,
पे
I
बस
think
नहीं
fit in
ऑडियंस
that type of
10%,
style, and I think that
ऑडियंस 10% लॉस में इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि जो लोग पहले 2000 करते थे वो लोग अभी 1000 कर रहे हैं, समझ रहे हो? क्योंकि वो 2200 देना पड़ रहा ना, उससे अच्छा वो 1100 दे रहे। तो ऑडियंस उल्टा 50% ज्यादा कमा रहे इफ यू आर लुकिंग, समझ रहे हो? बड़ा बड़ा सुपर चैट में, क्योंकि पहले तुम लोग देखते थे इतना ऐसा 10-10 हजार सुपर चैट, 5-5 हजार सुपर चैट, वो सब आता था, आजकल आता है नहीं। दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द 10%। समझ रहे हो?
다시 넣게 돼서 넣고 이겨서 다행이고 플레이오프 못 갈 것 같다라고 생각한
टैक्स
적은
देते हो आप? हाँ, वो
솔직하게 말하면은
टैक्स का परसेंटेज वो सब अलग
어쩔
है।
때 한 번씩 뭐 긴장될 거나
अबे बेसिकली हम लोग जितना कमाते हैं ना, हम लोग को 50% या उससे भी शायद कम मिलता है।
너무 많이 국제 대회를 경험해봤고 그리고
일단
이제
한번 가만히.
우리가 이제 할 것만 한다면 된다는 마인드이기 때문에
there are some key ults here close. I mean, there's one. I wasn't even talking about that one.
Binka, how's the use all the Gucci's यार आदित्य, all the Gucci's.
팀들이기 때문에 팀이기 때문에
रंजित भाई, thank you for the membership.
제가 다시 한번 이겨볼 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
गलती से मैच का स्ट्रीम ऑन हो गया।
5minute 말 맞춰서 한다는 거 자체가 좀
बंक्स भाई, बिंक्स मशहूर मत बनो, बजलिश हो, बजलिश रहो।
बंक्स भाई आप गाली दे रहे थे मुझे।
제가
किधर था तू? किधर गया था? पहाड़ों में?
सुसु करने।
फाटू भाई, आज का आप अपना शेड्यूल बताएं, क्या आज रात को?
पता है क्या?
हाँ,
तूने सही बोला, कल रात को पता है
गया था क्या?
मेरे को नींद आई रात के 2 बजे। और पता है क्या? और मेरी आंख खुल गई 5:30 बजे सुबह।
हाँ
3, 4, 5 मैं सिर्फ 3.5 घंटे सोया हूँ, सिर्फ 3.5 घंटे।
हाँ, लेकिन वो तू खुद के गलती से जो है,
गलती नहीं भाई, नींद ही नहीं आई भाई।
नींद ही नहीं है तो स्ट्रीम ऑफ क्यों किया? नींद आ रहा है, सोने जाना है, रेस्ट लेना है।
भाई मैं सोने की ट्राई कर रहा था भाई।
अच्छा,
मैं अभी स्ट्रीम ऑफ करते ही मुझे लगता है मैं डेड हो जाऊंगा सीधे।
पीठ का दर्द है कि गया?
पीठ का दर्द है यार अभी भी
है?
थोड़ा बैक प्रैक्टिस करनी है, ओ एक्सरसाइज करनी है।
प्रैक्टिस करनी है।
एक्सरसाइज रे बाबा, बैक एक्सरसाइज।
कोई ना, आज 10:30 बजे अलार्म डाले, प्रैक्टिस करे। फाटू भाई फुल सपोर्ट है आपको। हाँ
यार कल भी मैच है,
पता नहीं, रोज है शायद।
लेट मी चेक।
like to do. So it does take a little bit of time. But thankfully, they have.
मेरा 4 रुपए lost में
They've known for a while that something's not going to play. They've known for a while. Everybody's been here since the beginning of the group stage. They've been watching everything, and that's a lot of time to get up to speed and script.
3 years of watching, 1 year of membership. Love you, Sanbai. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the point that you both made about, you know, the change of game plan. They should just be focusing on maps that CGRS is a little bit more comfortable in, because Kakuka, if we remember back in EMEA, Harmy, Kamek, Zaysh, Weber, every single team unanimously said when they had to sub, they unanimously said when they had to sub someone in was, we had to limit our map pool and just focus on 1 or 2 because we just don't have the time and resources to try
उल्टा बोला
and
last 2 PRX जीता, लेकिन जब PRX जीता तब भी वो शायद मैटर
feel like
नहीं
maybe
किया
that changes things for PaperX.
Yeah, I
At
think
least
that
for
this is a
DRX.
very special situation, because if PaperX had a one strong IGL that has been head-to-head with the coach, just thinking everything out, have very clear compositions and a very clear idea of how they want to interpret the entirety of the map pool as having a very clear playstyle, I think it would be
PRX का हराना मेरे हिसाब से सिंपल है, 1 मिनट बेस में बैठो बस.
is bringing something onto the table.
किधर ना किधर पुश करेंगे ही
So I'm just
करेंगे.
going to prepare, and the rest is going to be playing this.
अगर नहीं करेंगे तो रोहित भाई को रिपोर्ट करेंगे कि इसके आईडी से कोई और खेले.
I think the point that I've always been trying to make about PaperX is, no matter what we think they should do, they're always going to try to do the opposite. Like, literally look out for what the opposite is. I wouldn't be surprised they listen to like some of the pundits and say, oh, okay, we're just going to do the opposite. Unless it's Brendan, they just play Harper Viper on Ascent when he asks for it. But there's moments like that. It just, to me, proves that PaperX is super flexible.
Well, they banned Haven and Split the last time they played against DRX, but that was not on the international stage. They're about to face each other now. Let's send it down to the coaches and find out the picks and bans and the maps we're going to be seeing today.
बराबर बोली.
All right, congrats both of you on playoffs since you guys joined us. So you'll be higher seed coming in.
Just saying, last time जो मोबाइल से पिक बैन कर रहा था वो हार गया था, अगर आपने देखा रहेगा तो. हाँ, EG पेन पेपर पे था और EG का ऑपोनेंट्स मोबाइल पे था, मोबाइल वाला हारा था. Just say, keeping it out there.
Side on split.
भाई PRX कोच तो ना मोबाइल ना पेन पेपर, सीधा उसके लैपटॉप से ही देख के बोल रहा है.
So we're gonna go next to the band.
Lol, dude.
Ascent, Fractured Pearl. In Ascent, European, you have Fractured Pearl. Then Pearl. Map number 3 is going to be Fracture, DRX side on Fracture.
बस मैं मोबाइल वाला जीता था, EG वाले से.
Okay, going through this, make sure we're all good to go. First set of bans, we have Lotus and Haven. Map number 1 is Split with PRX on attack. Map number 2 is Bind with DRX on attack. Next set of bans are
पर सेकंड यूरो खेलेगा फिक्स, बाइंड पे खेल सकते हैं.
Fracture with DRX on attack. Good. All right, good luck to you.
Jing bye.
DRX.
भाई ये एंट्री तो है, एंट्री म्यूजिक तो है. ये भाई एंट्री तो है. हाँ, ओहो भाई फील आता रहेगा बे.
It's the two Goliaths of Pacific, but both weakened in their own ways. One without their star.
वो क्या बोला पता है, उधर जाके साथ में बात करते.
Bala and Kakuka.
PRX के coach,
which
language,
one has
language.
the bigger disadvantage, do you think?
This is such a crazy rematch to have in the quarterfinals. The disadvantage
Miss
aside, I
Bankai.
think both these teams right now are looking to find
Missing
their
something.
form
Let's see.
as
क्या होगा
fast
पता
as
नहीं.
possible because
Something
not only
where
is this
something
an
is
important
somewhere.
match, but this side of the bracket is so difficult. So it means a lot. 3 matches played in the last like month is crazy, and they really know each other regardless of.
इतना ही लगा मुंडी निकल के हाथ में आएगा लैंग्वेज.
The loser plays NRG.
It's definitely not going to be an easy one, but you know, let's take things one step at a time. You know, PRX might have found the success in the region, but they need to prove it in the international stage. We know that maybe not everything is on their favor, but hey, they still have a lot of people cheering for them.
भाई इसके लुक में गुस्सा है भाई. हेलो.
We are going to get the split, the one map that PRX took away from DRX in that grand finals, and DRX still haven't shown split here yet. Where do you guys want to go with this?
जगह पे बंकाई को लेते पता नहीं क्या है.
I want to go with DRX a little bit here because to me
BO3 है, BO5, BO3
showed the best performances on. His move.
यार कुछ भी बोला चैट में आपस में तुम लोग बात करके रिप्लाई देते हो. लव यू. फुल चिल लग रहा है PRX. PRX कभी मैंने देखे नहीं टेंशन.
We didn't see that in the grand finals. So.
And not only that, if you're going to get rid of that double duelist, maybe you have to move also the double controller. We'll see.
Well, let's take a look at the Prime Gaming agent
By
select.
head double duelist.
CGRS is playing the Sky
Forsaken is back
something's wrong with the Jet.
in duelist role.
But look at DRX's comp. This is like all the
DRX में भी double duelist.
Ideas with the neon, the old optic ideas.
Neon
we haven't seen
rays.
this for a long time, so they've been cooking, and I'm really excited to watch.
I'm excited to see that Sky on the side of PRX. We were talking about the Gecko. We needed some.
Thank you for the membership. Bye. Double controller, double duelist.
Compositions are very strong. Of course, the main
Plus
difference
neon.
is going to be between that neon and the Jet, but there's going to be a lot of walls, a lot of smokes, and I am just praying for our servers.
मेरे को एक बात बता फटो, जो DRX का मैप विन परसेंट लिखा हुआ है
अगेंस्ट PRX,
तो क्यों ही खेल रहा है PRX? छोड़ दे तो डायरेक्ट नेक्स्ट मैप चालू करो. 100% क्या होता है भाई? 100% मतलब
मैं आपका ब्रेन देख रहा था. आप बहुत चूती हो बंक्स भाई. वो अगेंस्ट PRX नहीं है, वो VCT का है.
हाँ तो मैप अगेंस्ट PRX कैसे होएगा? दोनों का अलग अलग नंबर है चोमटिए.
मेरे को लगा वाह भाई
ये उसके सामने 100% जीता है, लेकिन वो इसके सामने 67% जीता है. वेरी नाइस. फट भाई आपने जैसे समझो मेरे को.
ये क्या कर
I mean, what? Oh, come on.
Decided to चलो.
Pacific rematch, but at a global event. Oh, yeah, but we're the guys. Okay, you chumps. Get off. Okay, you guys suck. Get off.
Get out of here.
Oh,
okay.
they just want to take every DRX PRX
game.
It's unbelievable.
Time. I mean, they just shoved us off. We had to just come in here and kick them out.
I know.
So let's get into this. I want to have some fun with it as well.
This is going to be a
Pacific
game.
Customers.
This is going to be a game.
You could go into this with some nuance. You could go into this with some critical thinking. Like, well, you know, the chess match, the revenge for DRX, blah, 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 whatever else. Listen, mate, something's not here. They're playing for a sub. DRX have got roster problems. There's inconsistency with it. There's so many questions, but it's going to be a brawl. We've seen the agents select double duelists.
Thank you,
I just want to get into this. I hope it's going to be explosive.
Yeah, DRX should
ऐसे
really
इंडिया
be
में
the
कब होगा
favorites here
इवेंट?
to take revenge with something gone. And also the composition that they're running, it's not that different
मजा
to
आएगा
the
अगर इंडिया में
traditional
ग्लोबल
jet
इवेंट
race
हुआ.
double duelist situation. They've also had a lot of history in the past of running RB on
Hey, DRX का rank up game है.
even too, but never as part of the duelist setup. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
I think
भाई,
the Neon
crosser
Stars
देखो भाई
should be
का.
able to get
कैसी
huge
crosser
amounts
है?
of value on this map.
Well, you can do the thinking. I'll just watch the game and talk over it, I think, Josh. About the theory of it all. It's a deep push down mid here with a flash to re-clear. Forsaken also taking a couple of shots off. He's still got the dash active. Does he want to make another go of it? Just the once and backs away.
Yeah, but he's the only person over there. Instead, the rest of this is coming into Marco.
Yeah,
who's
just
sat
hit
with
it.
just a classic. Has to give the sight. By the
Porcelain
way,
के
Devi's got
पीछे
a shot
कोई
in this
तो
round,
है.
so why not?
I mean, I love it.
Oh!
Again, just the backhead ahead of Forsaken when he's rotating back. The plant's already down. What's the post-plant position? It looks like they want to refight up a ramp already. It's going to be 5 players stacked up towards main, and they're trying to fight for control of this one.
मेरे हिसाब
Nobody is
से
left
कुछ
onto the
तो
side.
गलत होने वाला है. टाइम से पटेगा क्या?
That stun is quite nice.
Yeah, one pull for the spikes. They still have a bit of time pressure.
Oh नहीं, वो लोग साइड गए.
Only have the one pull. They have to clear this. RB is gone down. Busto has to stand his ground. Has to spray him down. He does claim the one. Already, players are weak, sticking onto the diffusers. Yes, but they don't have control of main.
Let's go, baby! हाँ? बिना something के आ रहा है, बिना something के.
Wonderful, absolutely brilliant. I mean, PRX are always going to have moves like this. They love dynamic
Bugs
post-mats, which
bhai.
means that they don't just go
Something
into the
hoga.
same positions at the end, you know, one in elbow, one at ramp, that kind of thing, creating crossfires. They like to move around in post-plant situations and put pressure on the retakers. It's one of their biggest strengths and something that I think DRX included. But what a start there as Mindfreak picks up 3.
Yeah, what a beginning. I mean, by all of our expectations, you know, Something was doing so much for this team. There we go. Bit of an aggressive play on the eco round here for DRX as they try and clear through, but they have just turned into mincemeat, haven't they? But,
no respect
yeah,
gaming, guys.
You know, just to finish the point that I started, really,
no
Chippy
respect
and DRX
gaming.
are taking this series, but a strong start for PRX. They've only had 10 days of practice. Josh, you asked Alex earlier.
Yeah. Yep, and, you know, Alex likes to be humble. He likes to underplay things, but he did say could have gone better. Now, CGRS is coming in here to play Initiator.
Does
You heard
Dinka
from the desk
practice?
earlier a little bit of a breakdown of this player, and he is mostly a Gecko main, but he has been known to play Initiators, and obviously picking up the Sky here as Forsaken moves over to
Dinka practice?
Forsaken 2 is going to be probably the most important person in my opinion, because he's replacing Something.
10 दिन का practice में वो लोग को best team को हराने का.
Towards the end of when he was playing that primary duelist.
Pacific.
And he's talked about how sometimes when he picks up duelist, his brain turns
Hey!
off. He said he plays brain dead when he plays
PRX #1 है.
Liked playing the
Pacific DRX 2 पे है क्या?
More, and he thinks he plays better like that.
It's part of the
Oh,
reason why he
recently
was taking
जीता
up the
इसलिए,
mantle
yeah?
as well of being almost, you know, primary caller, not quite. It is evenly spread as a satchel with the flash as well. It's all combined together, and yeah, they're not wasting time. Stars have to be activated. Buzz seeks to again reinforce it up. That boombot was again just drifting around the corner. There's nades sailing this way, that way.
बस के साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ है.
Absolutely. The snake bites at the feet though will slow this one down. PRX
जीता ना PRX Pacific जीता इसलिए.
Choke. And this would be a nice round for one of the PRX players to have
लेकिन
started.
DRX का स्कोर ज़्यादा अच्छा था ना? If I'm not wrong.
RB and Stacks considering it because the
7-1 या 8-1 ऐसा कुछ तो था ना?
Divide, I mean, he's heading in that direction, but he's going to take a long time to create any pressure over on the A side.
भाई ऐसा मरते तो बुरा लगता है.
CGRS sends in the flash, which means he doesn't have one now for another 30 seconds, I think. That was the timer. That takes away a big tool and doesn't really tell him too much. But it looks like Devi's going to be the player that's supposed to open this site up for them. Yeah. The spike is just so far away.
The goal is, what it seems at least, PRX make noise towards B, send in the flash of a spam there. Mindfreak was trying to drag over the rotations, which is quite successful. You can see the DRX players.
It's very dangerous crossing RB here. I mean, he might just jiggle and back up. Now he's going to stun and refight, and that's going to make it hard for Mindfreak to cross with the spice.
Array.
Recrossing up onto the
Array.
He's dropped down. It's an unwinnable situation for Devi. Keep your rifle going, you've just got to save it. So a successful bonus round for
पानी से जाते. When something
doesn't quite pay off.
Visa का scene.
Grab the openings like they were hoping for.
Favorite loud PRX or region champs. Fnatic, you know.
Where, you know, you don't know whether they're going to explode instantly or whether it's just a play for B main control. Well, I feel like most teams in the tournament, Brent, run a lot of slow rounds and then they'll use that to occasionally throw in a fast one to throw you off. It is the opposite with PRX.
Mindfreak ने call नहीं दिया क्या वहाँ पे
Fast round
बंदा?
after fast round and then throw in a slow one and suddenly you're like, wait, where'd they go?
Exactly.
Where'd they go?
The crazy thing about PRX.
Something in Japan but can't play well. पता नहीं.
This play start. Playing fast 80% of the time after, you know, after Copenhagen.
Yes, yeah.
They lost in the finals.
They
But,
lent into it.
They lent into it more. They just went further in. The all-in aggressive play style.
And picked up one of the most cracked prospects you could possibly find. Gutting that he hasn't been able to make it here for their first match, but PRX will be looking to try and do what FPX did at Copenhagen.
Jiggle.
Since you bring up the tournament. So this one is slow. This one's slower.
Yeah, but really just put the pace down to a bit of a crawl. RB playing that common heaven position as well. Normally you see, you know, Jet and Sky players, they will play here with the double duelist comps. But we were talking about it even before we went into the game, Josh.
ये लोग को sound आया.
The idea behind it, the stuns are quite good at delaying. Now you start to see them
अयो.
taking a significant amount of space towards ramp.
Yeah, and they're stacking a heaven here because Buzz is on the monster lurk.
Oh yeah, he's got the time.
Either side जाएंगे लोग.
I mean, he's going to be able to surely get a kill. It's all about the timings, though. They're already exploding out into the side. Stacks with the anchoring. He spots many. Buzz just trying to get a knife out to play his timing, but footsteps about.
भाई अच्छा मारा
Noise
उसने
cues
माइंड
were
फ्रिक ने
made, but it
लेके
is cleaned up. Mako just again.
नहीं जीत सकते बहुत इन्फो था भाई बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फो था DRX
Buzz makes the play though that wins the round in my opinion, even though he doesn't find a kill off the back.
Plus
The
one.
info play with him and Mako doing that mid-round deep push down mid. They get all of the information in the world.
तने हैशटैग तो लेकर हैशटैग वाने एम में
Informs
सच्ची
Mako to rotate to. I mean,
अनबीटेबल था
DRX knew what was
फैनेटिक एक
happening. That's going to be part of this match.
Mako
You've already won the round, man. You don't have to be mad about it. There's so much history between these two teams. So much. They've played 9 maps. This will be the 10th this year.
Yeah. That's part of the reason as well when the, well, enough about a bracket. I was about to discuss
सुन होने
this
के
already
बाद
fast
जल्दी
point
भेज
out
और
of the
एकदम मस्त सा
showstopper
बनाना
game.
समझ रहा है एकदम बाप
They're not getting
एकदम
too much
टॉप ऑफ द
value. The
वर्ल्ड
dash then comes in a little bit later. It's the 1-2 punch of the duelist and attempted a trade, but Buzz just is that guy. Rocket online, fires it into the smoke, blind fire, but the rest of his team now starting to converge on the position. Mindfreak, okay. Yeah, Mindfreak spotted out there with just the jump spot divide.
फैनेटिक वापस बनेगा अनबीटेबल विद बॉब
Get a bit of space here towards heaven.
क्या ए पड़ी कैसे नहीं
Nice ideas. I think he's giving Buzz a haircut. But the spike is down in no man's land. I say no man's land, it's actually DRX's
मिस
land.
कर दिया
It's very deep in enemy territory.
Absolutely.
And it's Buzz that has won them this round, assuming Mindfreak isn't going to be able to commit some kind of heist here and somehow get away with the spike. Oh my god, the timing there is just so brutal. RB threw down his, threw down the fast line and then just looked the opposite way.
30 seconds
It offered him the one. Mindfreak though on 47 health. A single bullet will really bring him down. It's a doubled up, high-low setup. He actually spots both of them.
Oh.
For it, but no, straight through the wall to the cranium. That's Buzz. Again, being a difference maker.
100% winner for a reason.
So much utility that can be used to try and slow them
Guys,
down.
क्या लगता है वही आने वाला ना DRX ही
And that's
जीतने
just
वाला
a
है
raw gunfight that's being in place, but they also have the volleys as well that aren't really being baited out. I'd like to see PRX, I think, explore towards mid a little bit and try and drag out some util before they go into the big fast hits.
Got to remember that PRX are working on a very low amount of practice here with this version of the roster. The way that Forsaken and Jing take fights a lot of the time is heavily influenced by an aggressive Sky player. Some maps that's going to be Forsaken, some maps that's going to be Defy, but you know, CGRS just doesn't have that level of practice with the team. We were talking about it with DRX in all of their previous games.
यार बेचारा हारेगा तो ऑलरेडी लो फील कर रहा है उसके ऊपर ये लोग ऐसा बोल रहे हैं
The match times with Foxy9 and with Zest.
टर्गरस भाई क्या सीन
Well, it's even more difficult, I think, with PRX because they don't have a large
DRX हाँ ना
roster to lean back on. He just has to kind of
prove them wrong PRX bye let's go
You can use the old server time, the old preparation.
नहीं जीतेगा
It's really just building it from the ground up. I mean, you can plug and play like kind of what they're doing with.
Guys जल्दी लाइक्स करो जल्दी से जल्दी जो लोग नए हैं स्ट्रीम पे 3500 वाचिंग है पट से एक साथ दबाए एक साथ दबाए देखते हैं कितना दबता है जोर से दबाए बार बार दबाए ऑड नंबर लाइक का बटन
He sometimes turns his brain off when he's playing Jet.
मौज मस्त है उसका
It causes him to almost regress in terms of that and his calling capabilities.
It's going to be a thrifty here for PRX. Divide on the play with a rifle. And they're going to start out slow, just contacting behind this wall by the look of things. Trailblazer, really standard. And this is where RB's Neon looks great. I mean, he can get away quickly, sure. But he can also stun to refight in that situation, which Jet can't particularly.
Yeah, repositions back towards heaven.
तू का आएगा तू का
Over back as well. First snake bite going to be used. The dash backwards from Forsaken. Trying to play for his life here. Jing is quite pushed up. RB seems to be quite aware of the possibility. Another stun. Minute down. All the players grouped up here. And again, it's these deep flanks. Zest, look at all that space he's just
भाई ये लोग को इन्फोनी ये लोग रोप्स टू भी जा सकते थे बे
like guys, there's no one around this area of the map. Most likely still sticking around A. Now the util starts to fly back and forth. Taking a bit of space into heaven. What is the pathing going to be here? You just never know with PRX. Ready for them though with the snake bite. Buzz, crossfire setup. Inside the smoke in his face. The nade there. They're trying to chase him all the way down. Satchels to avoid and adjust. He's being swarmed, isn't he?
भाई लोग सच्ची जीत सकते हैं राउंड?
Mindfree was holding that down. And he's still in position.
सच्ची?
Plays all over the place. The real test for the observers.
अर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्रर्
unnecessary kills, but the site has been gained over towards B.
Mind trick around है.
Sure, they're going to be able to get this.
Oh भाई साहब कैसे जीते? Just saying, मैंने बोला था अगर ये लोग बी जाएंगे तो जीतेंगे. Just saying.
I mean, the positioning there of all of these players, Zest on his push through B main makes a very sensible, nice read. PRX, chaos, anarchy. Let's try and really mess with their protocols. Push into spawn, prompts this play.
भाई पूरा मैप घूमे भाई.
Even though he was trying to be as aware as possible, their mind freak is up in A heaven, freaking their minds.
They really just could not remove him.
That's an amazing thrifty to get PRX back into this one.
Yes.
तू गई नहीं अभी तक?
Series just is, I mean,
Bye.
it's fun.
Bye.
Always a pleasure to cast the PRX game. Here we go. There's the exploration.
Viper दिखा तो वो लोग को पता है
Yeah,
कि
they
पे
force out
शायद.
the nade.
इसलिए वो लोग push कर रहे
Use
हैं.
their trailblazer because of it, but they don't take any space. They're just backing away here.
Look how aggressive the DRX are on the defense. Whether it's B main or A main, they're constantly prodding and looking to see whether it's free and they can
10
push.
सेकंड बस.
I feel like Zest may well get caught.
10 सेकंड अभी push कर दिया हो गया.
In this corner.
भाई क्या दिमाग से खेल रहे बे.
So maybe the action will happen over on A ramp instead.
Mindfreak might choose to take the just.
Jumping
up in the air, firing off the volley. He was an easy target. Inside the smoke though, Forsaken is leading the charge for his team, so he's taken up that space already. They've gained access to the site, but they don't have heaven control. It's lost for them right now. Spike planted safe behind the position. Have to use the Seekers now, letting that one loose. Gives him a bit.
इसका लर्क मैंने Mindfreak
where
का
some of
भी.
these players might be.
Mindfreak only had 1 star and he used it to smoke heaven, so he doesn't have a pull on the plan.
Crossing
right
smoke देगा शायद Astra. Oh, crossing wall दे दिया.
Makes a bit of noise here. Cosmic Divide cuts through into the site. Now you start to see it. DRX moving forwards. High ground position. Forsaken still holding it. He's got the dash back and enabled. Brought down though, but the trades are online for them and it's left.
ऊपर जाके बैठ गया बे for a second.
Lovely movement. Slight jiggle there from Jing. Sets him up beautifully for the aim duel.
भाई साहब.
PRX are really finding their openings around the map here. Jing 10 and 4 right now. It feels currently like a battle between the Rays.
कुछ तो है बंदा.
Who gets more impact in the round? Jing's been good for it.
कुछ तो है.
DRX are trying to play aggressive up at the extremity.
Jing by 10
because
kill.
that's really good if PRX stack one side of the map, as they're prone to do. But actually, what that also means is that sometimes Stacks and RB aren't in the greatest position.
सबसे best duo रहेगा ना ये world का लेकिन the bestest duo.
Get bullied away and access is given.
Title change कब करोगे भाई? Unity एक बार YouTube refresh आप कब करोगे?
So both teams have used one at this point.
I do wonder how this will change now with the timeout because, like I said, I wanted to see PRX, explore a little bit into mid.
What happened to Bankai Bunks? He got benched Kai.
It worked out in that round.
DRX have got a tough decision here on whether to force up too.
नहीं roster goal है.
RB has his ultimate, but other than that, the economy's a bit stretched.
I am too much happy I got the job in Google for 90k plus. Google में इसी बात पे मेरा नाम search पे top पे आ जाता तो.
Yeah, half armor. Everybody can buy for next.
Well, yeah, and it is a half.
Many happy returns of the best of lucks, मेरी जान Piyush.
4 rifles and then just had RB use his
Work hard.
Maybe they don't have fast plays like that.
Stay happy.
Playbook.
Yeah. Gotta remember as well, as we've been mentioning, DRX with this roster, it's been chopped and changed, and the amount of preparation and practice you can, in theory, is quite limited.
Something idhar gaya.
Peak. Oh my god, they are so fast up and the crosshair placement. Forsaken, it's on point with it. Dashing forwards though, judging the hand of Buzz. His dash, stun, still takes the aim duel. Straight up close, and he shreds them with the pellets. Claims 2 kills for his team. How does this get salvaged? Divide around the back as well. The tight squeeze.
Bhai sahab.
Players as DRX attempt to flood in. It's shut down.
नहीं भाई. ना.
Calm face from
ना देखा जा रहा मेरे से.
Feels like Forsaken's waking up in his entry role too. He started this map 1 and 4. Since
नहीं
then,
देखा जा रहा
4
भाई.
and 1.
भाई क्या pinch किया बे.
Another round where Buzz has
तो देख दो.
outsized impact, but DRX still not able to close it out. But we're going to head into a rifle round after this. Remember, that was just a half buy for DRX, despite the fact that they had some dangerous weaponry on board. And this is now
भाई क्या ही W gaming करती है भाई ये.
मस्त है ना, स्टार्टिंग के 2 सेकंड में कंट्रोल लेते हैं.
Through the main choke. Still PRX not shying away from it. They want to try and play fast. The boombot spots it. That's just
Oh भाई साहब.
Can't be getting away with that, man.
चलो भाई.
Get out of here. The showstopper.
3 kill ले लिया
भाई. What is he doing? Running and gunning with the vandal and
6-3. एक और गन गिराया तो 7-3. बेंच कैसे जीत रहे? Oh my god, GNECM देखा मैंने. PRX baby लिखा. Eclairs को हाइड दो कोई. सोने जाओ. Oh Eclairs.
It's a good read too to realize that people are playing that close by, but yeah, when the bullets are going perfectly like that, it's PRX's day, I guess. And I do feel for the DRX.
Amazing.
Because they're in this kind of situation, and a lot of people are looking
Hey,
at
gun
it
दिख गया यहाँ पर.
there's actually a little gun barrel that pokes through there too. So a lot of people are looking at DRX thinking,
रन एंड गन करके हेडशॉट मार रहा है.
भाई उसका
बॉडी शॉट कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं.
W नहीं हिलता भाई.
This should be a nice path.
Time out.
दोनों वो जो रन एंड गन करके
टाइम आउट आएगा मेरे हिसाब से. टाइम आउट आएगा.
सारे बॉडी शॉट लगे भाई.
बोला ना बिंक्स जीतेगा PRX. मेरा दिल के साथ भी PRX ही
full
है.
strength versus full strength matchup. It's great for them to be able to advance through the bracket, but it doesn't really feel as sweet, I would imagine, the revenge. But also, if they lose, it's a disaster. It's a very tough position. It's kind of a lose-lose.
जो हारा हुआ एनर्जी के साथ खेलेगा ना वो भी.
CGRS as a CC अच्छा कर रहा है बे खेल के.
Comes to the caliber and quality of these teams, just a lower.
मजाक उड़ाया ना तूने अभी लौड़े.
You're loud waiting down there, man. I mean,
मैंने बोला अच्छा कर रहा है.
हाँ जो तू हंसा वो मुझे सुनाई दिया थोड़ा सा.
Do still have the danger.
गया. Stacks गया. Oh गया.
अच्छी on the side. Stacks is spotted. Still maintains his control. They want to try and refight this. That's the old overdrive. Ripped down in the hands. RB is going to try and open it up with a bit of galvanizing. Still, it's Forsaken on the high ground position. A flash play. Smoke at his feet. There's danger in it. Everybody's running out of bullets. And it's just silly.
I mean, that's amazing stuff.
Forsaken be like something तेरे से सीखा हूँ मैं.
PRX too. They had an opportunity to dive into the site and try and punish Stacks, who got tagged by the Trailblazer.
भाई ये short kills तो something नहीं सिखाया भाई. कुछ भी बोलो भाई. ऐसा short kills.
Paused for a moment and made sure they fully dealt with it.
Just feeling like he has to make a play. Only so many rounds left in the half with that rifle as well. He will fall.
100%.
And so far, PRX are winning almost all of their rounds by just battling.
Yeah, PRX baby.
Ramp pressure, A main pressure, and DRX can't figure out a way to hold on. I thought that Neon here would be extremely useful to land some deep stuns in and be able to just take fights. And instead, they can't find the right timings to be able to do that kind of stuff.
ये लोग hearts देते हैं.
It's the mid-game love
छुपा लो.
That's a new one instead of the fist bump.
हाँ hearts लो hearts भाई च.
A change up here though in terms of the
twist.
And almost pays dividends instantly.
Yeah, Forsaken trying to punish it. I imagine getting a read as well, knowing that Zest has been jump spotting that early on. Swaps it out though. That was just operator to his side. Still has the rifle as well. And this is quite slow and spread out, making noise in almost every area of the map. It's only Devi who's really playing quite slowly, trying to creep up towards A main.
भाई फिर से ले रहे हो लोग. ये भी round जीत सकते हैं. Explore your page when I had my breakup.
Could be problematic.
He gets caught.
Since then I've been watching your old stream whenever I feel bad. I got my US visa. हराम ज़्यादा जला है मेरे का.
The entirety of the util being used by Stacks. Do they still want to go off of this? RB seeks to reposition as well, closer, trying to anchor onto the side. The knives out now with the dog. Satchels forwards, over the top, up in the air, the right click.
Watching your old streams whenever I feel bad. I got my best friend like sharing with you. Thank you Binks bhai for being the best. Also watch BJ में play. Akshay bhai.
There's the trade. Where's the 50?
Akshay bhai बाहर है.
Feel it. Shuts it down. So the 1v3 to Pit. Drop down, doesn't know what a crossfire position is. Isolate one of the fight. Here's just Devi. 1 versus 1. Devi low on a 4 HP. A bit of spam will do it.
Akshay आत्रे भाई क्या scene?
To come alive.
Dementor, thank you for the 500 मेरी जान के टोटे. तेरे को पता नहीं मेरा एक मॉड में शायद गांजा बिंजा खाया है. या नींद में उसकी उंगली कुछ तो हुआ है।
20 bullets left inside time running.
अरे फोन में पानी गिर गया।
यार एचपी में है वो, एक गोली भी लग जाएगी।
रिमाइंडर बाय मेरे हिसाब से आप गाली दे सकते
वो तभी मार रहा था ऐसी अंदर।
रिमाइंडर थैंक यू फॉर द 500। आई एम जेन्युइनली सॉरी ऑन हिज बिहाफ, कभी-कभी हो जाता है। आई एम सॉरी बट थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 500 एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर योर वर्क इन यूएस मेरी जान। भाई ये गेम तो इजी है भाई। डेडली डुओ इज शाइनिंग। याद क्या बंक्स भाई, हमको आपने ये अक्षय नहीं रे भोसड़ी के। मैं तो पहले से यूएस में मीटअप करना उसके साथ, डिमेंटर के साथ।
Towards main, both the stuns actually being used now. Again, updraft. Around position here, Jing eager to take a fight. It's
भाई ये तो स्पैम में मार रहा है जिंग।
Sound gun in time. How has he managed that? Buzz falls.
काय के साथ क्या होने वाला है अभी?
Make a stacks close position where he's anchoring, not winning the aim duel, not against Forsaken. This guy is popping off right now.
गए हो।
by 9-3. 9-3. Wait for second से बात करा देते तो नहीं, sorry, not possible. Not possible. क्योंकि उसने बोला है कि मेरे को अगर किसका फ्रेंड रहना है वो सिर्फ तेरे साथ ही रहना है बिंग्स भाई, ऐसा बोला है उसने। कल ही वीडियो कॉल पे बात किया था।
9-2-3. I mean it's just sheer domination on the half. DRX unable to withstand any of that A main pressure that was going at them. Multiple rounds in a row.
Meanwhile, CGRS put in the backpack. Bottom fragging king sub.
Don't worry. It's like, no, your util's good. Your util's good. Don't worry. You're helping. You're helping. Well, that's the first half.
अरे यार बेइज्जती हो रहा है यार उसका।
Is this really how we're expecting? क्या बेइज्जती भाई? Sure, but DRX going to be definitely scrambling for an.
उसको बॉटम फ्रैगर सब बोला यार।
Thank you very much, Saisho and Bram. We were worried about something not being here, but Bala, did we all just forget that Forsaken exists?
हाँ ना, Forsaken duelist.
Something on your Forsaken, but Forsaken.
Insane stuff from him. It's the type of level that you remember from back in the day when Forsaken was that.
भाई Forsaken duelist तो है भाई, बचपन से मतलब। रिमाइंडर भाई sorry मिस्टेक हुआ। 100 क्या 500 भाई, हेलो। 500 वो भी सेम मैसेज लिखे सेम। ब्रेकफास्ट किया क्या जान के एंटरटेनमेंट? ये स्ट्रीम के बाद ब्रेकफास्ट करके लाइव आऊंगा सीधा बीजीएमआई करेंगे।
The sandwich comes also from mid and the round is over. Very PRX style.
I just love how they're able to pinch dynamic.
मैं नहीं तो
क्या?
मैं हाथ नीचे करके बैठा।
क्या?
क्या?
हाथ नीचे क्यों है तेरा?
हाथ नीचे पैरों पे।
लेकिन ये क्यों बता रहा है अपने को? बट भाई क्या सीन, खुद से भी बात करते हो आप?
अबे पूछ रहा था कोई।
कौन? चैट में कोई पूछ रहा था? क्या तूने अभी चैट को रिप्लाई किया कि तेरा हाथ पैरों पे?
We're gonna see what they can do, right? Let's see as we send this back to Sideshow and Bran.
Yeah, let's find out.
उसके हाथ में वे पे इसलिए ओहो!
Saying quite, plug and play, removing the jet, you put RB on a comfort role of the Neon. They have played Neon in the past on Split when it was a solo duelist comp, so they do have some ideas, but we'll see just how good it is and how fleshed out it is on this attack side now. In theory, lots of stuff that you can do, but with how PRX are playing and how on point Forsaken and Jing are, what a difficult task.
They did play Split in the regular season. DRX ended up coming out on top, but that was when
that सब revealing the area कर देता है, हाँ ना? एक PRX जर्सी मिल जाता था Binks 69 करके, उतना context नहीं।
The history of the rivalry, but we had really no idea what to expect today. And even those slim expectations we were thinking about.
मैं Sentinels क्या है मेरे पास? स्टोर से खरीदा था.
The pressure's on DRX here.
Binks लिखा हुआ है इसमें बेशरम जैसे.
An extremely spread default, where they put down a little bit of pressure over here into B main, so they feel confident about taking this. Did that see something? It feels like it might have just popped up a couple question marks.
Yeah, maybe getting a read on the minimap there just from the tail end of it.
Heavy rotations are
also confirming the suspicions. They got the noise cue, so they know that there's at least one player there. We know, of course, it's a heavy group.
आ गया rotation race का लग गए.
What was the 4-1 split, now looking like a 3-2.
And Forsaken's very deep in A main, which means PRX are allowed to put 3 on B.
Interesting stun. Rebounds towards the side as a glide, and a nade used. Response here, a lot of damage done. RB's going to be low. Designated her own. Buzz.
It's
actually really popping out of the smoke. They're waiting for Mako and Zest to get in position. It's really disjointed here. Jing being shot from behind. No one was covering his back. The slow play, well, it works out with 12 seconds remaining.
गलत किला रे बाबा, गलत किला.
Do a good job, DRX. They cut noise adequately enough, whether intentional or not. Really, I mean, I think it was just because they were forced to wait for the Heaven players.
But the timing worked out.
Yeah.
And again, patience being beneficial.
चलता है भाई. Love you Bugs, भाई. Love you too, Dementor, भाई. Love you too, मेरे चैन. Best of luck for the future.
Try and win a 1v5 here, which I think is going to just be a little past him.
Well, spotted out where potential reswing was, but yeah, 30 health.
Alt points मत दे.
Extraordinarily difficult situation, and a very good start here for DRX in this half. They obviously needed the pistol to mount.
कर हुआ.
I think the desk might be right with this being, you know,
9-3 कुछ ज़्यादा बड़ा कर.
You saw the stats as well that they tend to win about 60% of their time. I think a little more than that on the attack side. Historically, this is a fantastic map for DRX. It used to be, you know, back when they were Vision Strikers in the very early days.
हारने वाले भाई, अभी ताली मत बजाओ, हारने वाले.
Like a 90% win rate all time on split. But of course, the theme of this match does seem to be history doesn't really matter. It's what happens today.
And expectations, toss them out the window because really, I mean, everything was against PRX.
Yeah.
Still plenty more of the map though to go potentially, so
absolutely
see if DRX can turn the tide. I mean, they get that pistol out like you said, pretty important.
And CGRS is going to be a player that.
भाई अगर 9-3 से आ रहा तो Sorgress रो देगा मेरे हिसाब से.
On the attack side, as we see DRX going into B.
उसके साथ ही
on the
होना था
attack
क्या
side,
कर सकते
CGRS is just going to be feeding, you know, utility for his duelists and can rely on Forsaken and Jing calling that. I think mostly Forsaken calling that out. But on defense, CGRS is going to be asked to do a bit more on his own, especially if Forsaken dies early in a round or if he's having to hard anchor A. He's got to pick his timings for the defensive info utility. Definitely something to keep track of.
Trying to get themselves in the satchel with a shorty up close, but everybody's getting mowed down.
वो लोग ने counter के लिए pull भी रखा था.
Interesting that yeah, PRX they don't go for.
Oh bye.
Damage
तब
done.
बोलते
Time is running so low. That's a shorty. Not the weapon of choice, but take whatever you can get.
Almost तीसरा kill था.
Opt to you know, wait and spawn, go down to the spike, send it all flying, hoping that maybe they could make it a bit winnable, but.
Guys, 4,000 watching, like करे जो लोग stream पे नए हैं, पट से 5,000 like कर सकते हो जल्दी से जल्दी.
So, DRX with the
Yeah,
chance
uncle
to
कौन
some kind of bonus. This is where you would
Loaded.
usually see DRX cooking up some kind of set play where both duelists barrel down mid into male or they explode onto the A site. But thus far, it has been quite slow for their attack side. Oh, here comes RB.
Okay, here we go. Stuns, flashes. Absolutely blinded up, Jing. How is he finding that? Satchel to the side. He's grabbing all of them. Mindfrig also seeking to contain. And stop that pressure that was going through into B main. Forsaken did lose his life earlier. That's a wide double face. Mako, he does trade a necessary kill, but he's left alive in a 1v2. Does have the spike.
Hey, जल्दी कुत्ता कर दिया.
Pass in this round.
What a difference to some of the teams that we've been watching at this tournament.
साथ में खेलो. Hello.
Quite happy to increase the tempo when it's
required. Hello.
Mako using the Trailblazer audio cue there, realizing that CGRS is looking for information and routed to the spot, so he's happy to just run through, catch a little earlier of a timing.
He has a ton of time to work with here. I mean, like I said, Mako, he's got the pieces to make something of this.
साथ में क्यों नहीं खेल रहे यार?
Really is the rock that his team relies on.
Yeah. See that influence in his play at times as well. You know, when the team's not doing too well, it feels like.
Wallop का sound आया ना सर?
Man to man, he pulls off some insane moments with insane consistency. I thought. I really did for a second there. The crosshair plays quite good, but no.
Hello,
Gets
Binks
brought
uncle.
down,
Hello,
so
uncle.
PRX will be the first team to get to 10.
Binks भाई एक बार शॉट आउट हो जाता तो कंप्लीट ऑफ 150 सब शॉट आउट तो बिग ज्ञान फिर मेरी जान की चोट है भाई माफ करे डांस माफ कर दिया मेंबर्स लोग ने कुछ खिचड़ी पकड़ा है हर्ष भाई थैंक यू फॉर द $3 मेरी जान love you thank you for the $3
Buzz couldn't really follow up on what RB was
East
doing.
or West, PRX is the best.
I imagine we're going to go back into some slow rounds, though they're set up again for a similar kind of mid-pressure on attack.
There's a lot of space cleared out.
You forgot, bhai.
Yeah, didn't check down into sewer, so Mako still lurking there. Goal just to be setting up Forsaken onto the A main angle, so nobody can lurk. So he is past the, the Viper wall. That was really.
एक बार ले ले मेरा नाम. सारक्षित भाई कैसे all Gucci?
Back and forth. Exploration.
Regress कौन है वो लोग का सब?
Ticking down still.
Mid is such an important part of the map for DRX to control, especially in this round where they have Seekers. It's just going to be so useful for Stacks if he uses them in that kind of spot.
मैं तो बंद करो अंकल.
Where PRX is.
Why is Foxy not playing? Can anybody explain? Why is Bench Sky not playing?
And it's a wider face by Buzz. He's immediately there.
No
to
idea.
capitalize and
Why is
punish it
Foxy
still.
not
They
playing?
want to try
No
and
idea.
play fast off this. DRX taking that B heaven
Something नहीं
control.
कर रहा है Visa.
Lose a player in the process. Devi. He's got to try and anchor it down. Mindfreak being swarmed. Smoke was propped up though. He managed to get the utility off. Needs to hold this smoke as well. And he has created a bit of an opening. Dropped down. Where is the trade? There's nowhere in sight. 6 bullets towards the back. RB. He's playing it with patience. At its core, this could be momentous. Slow it all the way down, son.
20 seconds है.
Don't reveal anything. Finds it. Brought it to a 1 versus 1. He expects it as well. He knew where CGRS was. Spike's picked up 14 seconds. Lands the shot. 3 kills. And he salvages it.
What a clutch. What incredible
15 seconds है. Spike लेके plant करना है.
He did not make that same kind of mistake, same error, and pays off massively, that discipline and patience that he shows. I was all ready to sing Devi's praises too because he played that round phenomenally.
Yeah. And write that one down.
RB का aim, Mako का aim.
That's off the dome.
I know.
I mean, you can't be telling me you're watching RB in that situation and not just thinking of 2Es.
Yeah.
And
that was an amazing moment.
Quarter क्यों चुप हो गया पता नहीं? Quarter भाई इतने चुप क्यों हो? Hello.
There's the half buy for PRX. So economy really taking a knock.
Yeah.
इतना शांत क्यों है? क्या हो गया?
After losing that one, DRX.
भूख लग रही है यार.
Back, or at least the possibility of it.
आजा,
And winning the
hand का
necessary
मेरी.
rounds, but you got to keep it together.
DRX have never got a read that PRX are only
ये आज शॉपिंग का सामान आ रहा है पिंकी का. Let's go.
Again, another glide forwards. White face. Mindfreak still alive and kicking.
Oh.
RB is there.
भाई क्या aim है ना?
Duelist player dropping down into hell. It's cleanup duty for him.
He's looking crisp.
ये जो बिना heal के plant कर रहा है Stacks.
Like this, he's on a comfort roll. It's a good sign.
Best
Take it once the rifle. Smoke to cut up the angle. Not quite a rifle, a stinger, but maybe he can do some damage with it.
Ace है.
ठीक है भाई.
Ace है RB का. भाई कर सकता है.
This is clean though from DRX. I mean, CGRS really no chance at all with just the ace or with the share.
Oh, ace for these.
That's a crowd please.
Confidence level on top.
Crisp bhai.
But PRX still have a 3-round lead, and they're coming into this next one with rifles and all 5 ultimates. The team's gonna take a tactical timeout.
मेरे को एक बात बता, लास्ट 2-3 राउंड तो इसने अकेले नहीं निकाला.
RB ने.
But to be honest, I don't feel like there's been too many major errors from the way that PRX are playing this on the defense side.
क्या भाई?
Tendencies to dig into here. DRX have been going B a lot.
ओहो
The PRX were favoring
Perfect
A
crosshair
ramp.
place.
क्या मार ये क्या मारा यार
Been putting a large emphasis on B.
बस मजा आ गया क्या मारा आर्मी ने
PRX are playing their defense side.
आर्मी भाई कैसे हो
Using the Sky utility
Can we
to
be
just set up
friends,
Forsaken,
please?
then CGRS rotates off a lot of the time, and they have like 3 towards B, 2 towards mid kind of setup.
क्या बोलते हैं आप किसकी तरफ हो अब भी आरबी की तरफ
Yeah, and also
शर्म कर लो भाई शादी हो गया भाई तो भाई आरबी को सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकता क्या बात कर
which you know he's not going to be able to do that every time. Just because you lost the round doesn't mean you played it badly.
Chances for PRX.
Goal 12 script lead God.
Isn't that last time out? Look at the amount of ults they've got online. Forsaken buying up the operator as well. Potentially another answer to what's happening with the slower beginnings. These very wide spread out defaults for DRX. Just poking and prodding. Maybe there's something there to punish.
Yeah, not just that. Devi's got his Viper's Pit online and a judge, so I would not be surprised to see him just rip that in B main to start. However, yeah, I mean, DRX have not really been playing fast in B main.
Viper's Pit.
Party.
Showstopper, an exchange.
Shit!
All sorts of utility. It's all over the place, man.
Shit!
Jing still, he did the damage and he cleaned it up.
दो मारे उसने
Mess there. RB had a phenomenal dodge and yet wasn't able to reset the aim to actually punish that showstopper from coming through.
That ult needs a buff.
Shit!
He just got 2 bread.
He did. He set himself up quite nicely. Mindfree with the jiggle. Lays down the star. Oh my goodness, almost goes down because of it.
Yeah, he also didn't have the pull to be able to work with. So he had to... It was kind of too late on the timing there.
Seeker's being used.
It's going to be so difficult to NB in this spot though because of Devi's ultimate. It just doesn't seem doable.
It really doesn't. That's probably why they've just slowed it down again, making sure that they explore.
Oh, bhai!
It's Mako who's gained this position, and it's a bad flash. He's pushed all the way deep, and yep.
Wow, that is so unfortunate. CGRS just used his flash in A heaven to make sure Forsaken was safe from that spot, and Mako dodged it somehow. Maybe with the Viper wall?
पिंग पे मारेगा क्या पिंग करके ओए पिंग करके नहीं मारा
Down at 3 versus 3. Viper's Pit online. Place that one down into the elbow choke and look at that area that it's covering. This is brutal to get through. If you are PRX, got to pray for some of that Jing RNG, I think. Maybe with the run and gun as well. Hope you collect an easy kill, spamming into the corners here. One upside is everybody is playing in the pit, so there's always that potential. You've got to land your shots properly. Flash around the side. Decay kicking in makes it an easy kill to claim.
भागो भाई राउंड कैसे आ रहे लोग
And that is
साला
an enormous
टाइम
round.
में यार फोर्चून के साथ
And Marco.
उसने हेवन स्मोक करा जैसे उसने
I was
हेवन
talking
स्मोक
about how I really like the way that PRX were playing their defensive side.
उसने वाइपर
and
की
they were
वॉल
just
ऊपर
posting
कर
up
दी
Forsaken
और वो
on
फ्लैश
A
नहीं हुआ
main.
ऊपर
Now,
और उसको
obviously,
लगा फिर
he was
हेवन
weak
क्लियर है
from that mid
और
split,
रोप
but
से ऊपर आते
CGRS
हुए
was still spotting it with utility. I don't know
बराबर।
how
उस
Marco
मोमेंट
quite
पे
dodged the flash that came through.
वहाँ
the
पे
guiding
4
light.
सेकंड पीछे देखा नहीं
Was he around a corner or something?
उसको लगा
See this
क्लियर
in
है
the
भाई ने
replay.
फ्लैश करके क्लियर करा ये देख
What?
ए भाई
He just
आना
activates
चाहिए
his
था
wall as he hears the audio cue, and even though it's half blue,
उसके पीओवी की वजह से उसके पीओवी से ब्लाइंडेड आना चाहिए था
crazy that's what turned around. Shout out the replay observers for catching that one too.
रीड तो फट भाई का फट भाई का रीड तो है
Immediately capitalizing off of it.
तेरे भाई ने किया वो करा
What
बे
a phenomenal play and
Yeah.
instantly recognized
Study.
the advantage he had there.
स्टडी क्या करा
That's part
तेरे
of what
भाई
makes Marco world class.
कर दिया फोर्स कर में
Turn up the heat, haven't you, Forsaken? Straight up into it. Taking the fight to Mako. That's a
भाई
bit of a
अगर
read, I
घुस
think.
गया
They know
तो
that
घुस
Mako
गया
was playing so slowly towards that area. 2 players in sewers. The sound made Forsaken.
भाई एक और पेल दी
Absolute genius at work here. Grabs the one, doesn't quite get the third. Still. He's made this more than winnable.
ये
my
करना
God,
जरूरी
Why
था
not? Go for it. Hot flash play around the
4v3
side.
में
Really blinded up. Double
पीसी है
side
क्या
shot
करे
out. Makes his mark.
लैंग्वेज
Playing as
लवड़ी
well towards the site. Got to try and get this spike down, but
पीसी है भाई ट्राई कर रहा है भाई और क्या
main control.
And they have a pull that can go on the spike here. Buzz with a showstopper.
Flanked as well though. And there's a fight
Oh,
taking place
anti
on the side.
that
Buzz 3 in a round for him. Got to get a bit of a move on. And I think Mindfreak running. No, he slowed it all the way down. Him versus Zest. It's quite important. And Zest falls. And I know, should be at least 2 players onto the site. PRX starting to put the squeeze on into elbow. Maybe some util to set it up. Showstopper's forced out. Trying to make something from this one. 55 health on Buzz. He'd love a kill from this. Again, just waiting it out. Time is ticking. It's getting shorter and shorter. Have to let rip. And you have to find some kills. Mindfreak, he wins.
Oh, Tanu!
Just in time, man.
Yeah, I mean, they had only
Sexy
3
killa
seconds
be.
to spare, something
Patu
like
bhai
that.
thode chomte
2.5.
gaya.
Not even. And yet, once more, what I'm appreciating from this map with these 2 teams is that despite the chaotic moments, the players are so smart at when to be patient and when to play the time. They don't overrush things in this spot where Buzz is holding his showstopper.
भाई दवाई ओफा भाई
They know that they can play the clock.
भाई क्या टीम है यार PRX मतलब
win things out. What a huge one for PRX.
टीम तो है PRX जैसा प्यारा टीम मैंने आज तक पूरे वर्ल्ड्स में नहीं देखा क्या बोलते हो क्या बोलते हो
They've been almost perfect.
कौन है भाई DRX कौन है RP कौन है PRX ओफा बराबर है कि नहीं PRX ओफा बात करता हूँ
Much breathing room if you are DRX. I mean, 2 more chances, or 2 more rounds. That's really what needs to be gained for PRX, and they can convert this map.
And something we haven't really discussed too is DRX taking tactical timeout. I think it bodes mentioning that one of the big reasons why DRX have been able to run Zest is that they lean back on old compositions, old strategies. They haven't had much.
अभी मैं बोलता हूँ ये टाइम आउट में क्या आएगा ये टाइम आउट में वो लोग मोस्टली 1-3-1 वाला करेंगे ठीक है मोस्टली 1-3-1 वाला करेंगे जब भी एक बंदा बी पे रहेगा 3 मिड पे रहेंगे एक बंदा ए पे रहेगा और ए वाला जब मिड आएगा तब भी एक मिड वाला बी जाएगा और 3-2-B स्प्लिट होएगा ये मेरे हिसाब से टाइम आउट में ये होने वाला है समझ रहे हो ऐसा कुछ या फिर वो लोग बोल सकते हैं थोड़े में गए दुनिया ए पुश करो यार these W teams यार पूरी स्टार्ट की मार रहे
So here's a difference maker. It's been slow all up until this point, but now our Trailblazer leading them in the side, forcing out the snake right nade towards the back, and a flash. Devi is in a lot of danger. Low enough.
Very realistic.
Straight bullets at Buzz as well as he does lead the charge for his team. He's in there towards elbow. CJRS, what?
That's unfortunate.
Mako, crazy.
That'll happen.
Yeah, still nade in the hand of Jing. He's cleared out towards main. Wondering if he is going to get refought out. Seeker.
ऐसे नहीं डालना चाहिए उसको डाला लग गए माको के
rebounds over towards the side trying to force this fight out again. Mako is just elite, only the one before it's traded. Mindfreak 1v3 doesn't know where anybody is. Buzz seeking as well.
थोड़ा stun left right हुआ है उसका उस stun बराबर लगता तो
CGRS भाई ने तोड़ा हक दिया वहाँ पे
2 ahead.
विफ हुआ बहुत थोड़ी के विफ हुआ
That's a fast
थोड़ा हक दिया भाई तो क्या हो गया हक दिया बोल दिया तो
विफ हुआ भाई विफ होता है बोलो हकते नहीं है प्रॉब्लम
and flicks around. It's one of those instances where it's unfortunate for CGRS.
Tigris bhai
it's 5 and 14
थोड़ा
but it makes sense. He's a substitute player. He's coming in here without
एक तो टीम के लिए खेल रहा है
experience apart from what they've been able to put together just
sexy
recently.
legs thank you simple dimple ooh
They played him for 1 map I believe in Pacific.
Let's see if PRX again get away with murder on their half by. This is exploration into mid. Deep contact play at the beginning.
आई दैया टांग दिखा रहा है
Don't get too much done. In fact, just spotted out.
तू बहन तो स्ट्रीम पे टांग दिखा रहा है बाटो
But now you're starting to see them go a little bit. Boombot, dog. Either way.
टांग के साथ पेट भी लोड़े
Still playing his life. Going for any sort of one and done, so they give them the side entirely. While this flank also starts to really pay off. This flanks again on flanks because Zest is also just in the middle of mid.
I mean, every A hit Zest has just been sat AFK in market playing the pull and then going for the.
कपड़े भी निकाल ही लेना वो क्यों बचा के रखा है बहुत थोड़ी के
it's my body part baby
retaking that main control pushed up together now heavy group up onto the side. These DRX players could be some danger absolutely. Satchel plays still with the rifles. Is it going to be easy sailing?
Simple dimple. Simple dimple.
To stop from this aggression, they double face though, they have handed Forsaken. One of them with the dash back online.
Rips
out the Sheriff. Tries to take it out. It is magnificent, but I don't know where Zest is.
Heaven.
With time running this low, it's been played
अच्छा
well.
खेला ये round.
Of course, Heaven.
The final layer.
यार 4 second भाई
just
spam
having
क्यों
so
करा
much
इसने
faith in
वहाँ
the rest of his
पे?
team that he'll be able to go on these long, late lurks. And RB stepping up. Forsaken couldn't quite get the reload off there.
मैं फटो को
Mid
देख.
reload dashes and then swaps over to the Sheriff.
Best
Stops
of
him
luck.
from being able to get the trade kill off properly. But then again,
Best
he hit
of
that
luck.
one, so he can't be too
Yeah?
happy with what happened.
Hello?
I think as well the
ये
time
देख,
pressure there.
इसको spray नहीं करने का था
Zest
ये.
is playing with the pull as well.
फालतू
The
का
way they have
spray
to be
करा
fast
इसने यार.
into the side there, so they can't really wait around and reload. It's the right call to make in the moment. And
फटो तो एक challenge कर सकता है stream पे मजाक से हटकर.
This is a major
नहीं करना
comeback
मुझे.
to
Sorry.
DRX. High-low setup.
For every clutch मैं एक टांग की बाल निकालूंगा.
As you mentioned in Josh, bring it nice and even. What a comeback! The high-low setup, it pays off, doesn't it?
उससे लोग भी आएंगे देखने को और तेरा बाल भी नहीं निकलेगा कि क्लच तो इस तक वैसे भी नहीं होता.
A lot of the time. Very good against the DRX team that's going to try and take that space before burst.
भाई जिंग. अबे सैचल कहाँ है जिंग के?
An 8 understanding.
नीचे नीचे आजा.
Timer of that one with the boom bot.
तमीज
To
से.
the side, but the purpose of it
PRX
was
का player
really
है.
just to fake that A pressure and presence, and it's a re-clear called again by Paper.
भाई ये चिड़िया ही उड़ाया जा रहा है इधर से उधर यार.
Yeah, CGRS
मत
also
कर.
missing his flash there, so they're worried that somebody could be deep
वो
into
स्टैक
A
से.
heaven. They're actually giving or being forced to give
CGRS की
all
बात
of
कर
this
रहा हूँ भाई.
space.
डिफेंस में स्टैक से गंड मरे.
Indicator, but no more to play off of. Don't know if Heaven's compromised. You can see how scared they are of this while this flank comes through in and out.
Spike.
Suicide with the gun at hand.
Excuse me.
Ready and waiting. Now he
Haak
immediately
side
runs up
पे.
onto the side. He realizes, I've got the spike. We're
चलेगा,
going to try and
चलेगा.
play for this satchel. Forwards buzz. He swings
चलेगा,
out wide.
चलेगा.
Jing still in a fight. The rocket let loose a little bit too close as well. Doesn't really get any damage at all, but they do have that Heaven control. All three players now grouped up as well. Starting to see the util sail
Hit
through
back
the
there,
sky.
boom!
Snake bite. Looks off the one angle there. Shots. It's an absolute firing range for Mako. And it gets the ult off online. Spray down from Mind Freak.
Very
Enough
weak.
damage done. Mako is low. A single bullet and burst will really bring him down, and the whole defense will come crumbling. But still Buzz holding down the one extremity here into elbow.
कितना tough है यार.
It needs to be a
LOL.
kill, and the random spray, the last bullet finds it.
LOL.
Isolates it. Knows where Buzz is, and he
भाई
wins it.
साहब ये round.
Just insane.
Mind blowing, mind
These are the
freak.
moments that are making the
You
difference in this
are
match.
mind blowing.
Mako's reaction says,
Ah.
what are you supposed to do there?
Yeah.
That's almost the exact same spot that we saw. How many rounds ago? I can't even remember. 12 rounds ago, something like that.
One enemy
And this
remaining.
time, a deity guides the bullet straight into
साइड
Mako's
में
head.
कितना पिंग लोकेशन है देख रहे हो उसको मारने के लिए.
It brings them one step closer to taking the map.
I mean, just ridiculous.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
Do love a fake comeback.
हेलो टांग की बाल निकालो बंद. मेरा नहीं उसका बोला था.
Bring it to OT. Catching just onto the model.
Yeah, Zest's cape almost just
कैसे?
washing away there.
By playing as well with the judge. Now there's a start.
क्या
to see.
कैसे?
There is a lot of danger here. I'm pretty sure that will.
Astra ने repeat नहीं करा.
That's a recall.
तो उसको smoke soaks करना रहेगा ना.
Start propped up. Divide takes the timing right round the side there with RB. Follow up with the rifle. Zest retaining this deep
Oh,
push
nice,
as well.
nice,
Rifle over,
nice.
missing the shot. Forsaken.
अरे
Smoke
mind
up.
freak.
Props up the one way.
Okay.
Does he really want to try and get back onto the
तू
angle?
पीछे
Zest
है क्या?
on this. He's actually got his crosshair on it.
He's in astral form.
Yeah. Star.
Wow.
Up smokes. The space being gained.
वो लोग को पता ही जा रहे.
He's going to be making a call as well that everyone's
Simple
rotating away.
dimple.
3 सेकंड में ब्लाइंड भी आ रहा है इसके पास.
Ready for it. CGRS
चलो
has really struggled.
चलो सग्रेस भाई चलो.
Jing's been excellent with it.
थोड़ा मार दो.
Now or
थोड़ा
never.
मार दो.
Nothing to stop it. They know the hits coming through onto A. All that space was gathered. There it is. With the
Let's go. बेट तो किया.
Jing. And it's up to Zest to try and extend the play.
ये ब्लाइंड की वजह से वो लोग साइट में देख रहे थे बे.
Map 1 is Paper X's.
Bye.
What a turnaround. Great attempt at a comeback there from DRX too. But
I love this team यार Paper X. कुछ भी बोलो.
कैसे जीते मत पूछो. क्या स्टार्ट था वो भी मत पूछो. क्यों जीते वो भी नहीं पता.
So
जीत गए.
that has completely flipped my expectations for this series on its head.
Oh yeah.
I really thought we'd weaken Paper X out here today. And you know, CGRS, he filled the gaps on their attack side in terms of using that utility. Defensively, struggled a little, but overall was not actually required. They just went back to that 1-2 punch of
Who needs something when we got Forsaken? Bhai, who needs something when we got CGRS?
Works just as well.
अच्छा बेट करता है भाई वो टीम के लिए. First non-selfish player I ever seen in the entire world. Kills तो वो भी ले सकता है, लेकिन ना team.
CGRS just as a sub, but like you said, Josh, you know, he wasn't really required to have a big step up. The support of util was there, and that was what was really a defining factor even in that final round.
भाई लेकिन मजाक से हटकर
But if DRX,
वो
you're right,
kill
you're right. If DRX can't beat this team with CGRS in the roster, I mean, that is what they're all going to be thinking.
It does not bode well, does it? On their map pick on top of it.
Exactly.
We're going to Bind next. Who knows what Paper X are going to be pulling out on Bind, by the way?
Not a clue.
Listen, they were running Reina with something, and they still
sorry.
running the Reina now. Not
Sorry
too
to
sure.
PRX CGRS.
They totally could. Jing's played Reina in the past. That would be weird though. That would put Forsaken on the Raze. I don't want to do
भाई ये सब feel good games हैं यार, कुछ भी बोलो.
Gecko in the next map.
मजा आता है देखने. Feel good games
I
हैं
really
भाई.
don't know what they're going to be pulling out for Bind, but they picked it. They must have picked it for a reason. And for DRX,
हंस रहा
really
था,
gonna try and
हाँ,
rally back
हंसेगा,
as well in the short time between this map and the
हंसेगा.
next as well. There's an opportunity to take a bit of a breather, try and brush it off.
ये क्लच करेगा आरबी, क्लच करेगा, एस मारेगा, मार. मैप तो हम ही जीते भाई.
That's what my brain keeps thinking back to. Yeah, just fit back into that spot so well.
इधर बस ने कुछ तो किया है गलत.
I mean, you got to see some top form out of
बस ने कुछ तो
individuals.
गलत
The
किया.
explosiveness of Paper X that we know and love. Massive moments from RB here. Delaying by enough time. Mako as well with his individual.
भाई माइंड फ्रिक का ओवरऑल भाई.
Really great
ओवरऑल ने
map, I
गेम
think, as well,
जीता
setting
है.
the tone of all of this.
You can't say it's not
2v1 ulti भाई.
when you watch Paper
ये
X.
देखो कोई नहीं देख रहा था इधर.
They always deliver, man. Absolutely always deliver. That's going to do it for map number 1. We'll see you after the break.
क्वालिफाई हारा अगर DRX देखा जाए तो सुजय बाय लैंग्वेज बहुत प्यारा खेला. Eggman, if you win PRX, I'll make myself scrambled eggs. डबल मेडिसिन काम है बाप है. गाइस 2 मिनट बचा है, नया मैप चालू होने में. जिसने लाइक नहीं किया पट से करे. 5 के लाइक से हम सिर्फ 500 दूर है. कांग्रेस की जगह मैं भी खेला तो जीत जाते थे. लैंग्वेज वो पढ़ के लैंग्वेज क्रूशियल खेला वो. पहले जैसे ट्वीट्स नहीं आते. None of those bullets hit. Be more unlucky. वो स्क्रैम्बल एग खुद के एक्स का बनाएगा, हो सकता है. ये क्या DRX वर्सेस? I thought we're gonna see that EG versus Loud scene again. Jing, you are crazy. बात तो है यार. बात तो है. Jing और Forsaken बहुत मारा. Bind come for PRX, Reina, Jing, Jared, Agres, Gecko, Brim, हार बढ़ने दे. इंडिया की टीम में कहना नेक्स्ट ईयर में भी और नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट ईयर और आफ्टर 5 years. और सेकंड में एस्ट्रा शोडाउन बंक्स में आए नहीं बाइंड में नहीं खेलेंगे खेलते तो वो लोग स्प्लिट में ही है एस्ट्रा बाइंड में नहीं खेलते Brian में Brimmy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Here with Coach Alex, and wow, what an incredible display. You got a little dicey there for a moment, but it looked good. Real fast, so you knew you weren't going to have something here, so you weren't going to be necessarily at full strength. What were the contingency plans that you guys had put in place to get ready for this match against DRX? But also, I'm curious as well, like, what are you proud of the boys as far as pulling off that victory goes?
As far as contingency plan goes, I mean, we knew that maybe he might have a chance to make it, so we started the first half of the practice in Japan with a little bit of practice when he's in Singapore. Yeah. Then we changed that once we knew that the visas were unlikely to happen for at least the first 2 games. In that case, we
first 2 games.
Cigarettes. Yeah. He managed to. I mean, he's been playing very well in practice. He's very, very calm, and I think he gives a little bit of a veteran presence. He's played professionally in a few games, so I think he brings a good energy and a vibe to the team.
That's awesome. And as far as you know, what were you proud of with the boys? What do you want to take away from that last win?
I think it was very difficult to play against a comp that we've never seen before. I think nobody plays Neon in Asia on Split, so it's something very new for us. And I think I'm proud that they managed to adapt without really much of my help, my input. You know, most of the time my tech force I actually spend calming them down rather than anything else.
Well, thank you so much for the insight, brother. Appreciate you. Back to you guys.
क्या कोच ने अब भी कुछ
Thank you very much,
क्या
Golden
कोच
Boy
ने ये
and
बोला
Alex.
कि वो
Now,
कुछ
Bob, I
यूज
like
का
the
नहीं है
veteran
टीम को
experience point because this is a team.
हाँ कोच भाई क्या आपने जस्ट ये बोला कि मेरे बिना इनपुट के वो लोग जीते अरे यार कोच भाई थोड़ा सा
where you know you have the microaggressions that we know and love with PRX, but yeah, maybe that adds to it. I think CGRS definitely struggled a little bit in this game, but you have at least the rest of the players able to cover it up in some sense.
Yeah, but Kakuka DRX nearly brought it back.
Yes. It was insanely close, and I wanted to take a look at one round, actually the first round of that second half. Of course, after a 3-9 scoreline, things, get dicey. The most important round is the pistol round. You need to get those numbers on the table, and I wanted to take a look at what DRX is going to be doing here. After working a little bit around the map and actually only given the bit of information that there might be someone around B lobby, they decide to go on this execute. And the cool thing about it is how important and how decisive they're going to be with the utility usage. We were talking about the Neon, about what she can do. We're going to see stun use here and here, plus a smoke that is going to be just instant, but not fully onto Heaven. And I want to play the pit directly so we can dive into it, clearing that early space and actually given that first kill that is going to go on this direction, as you can see right now. And the moment that they freeze inside of this smoke, acknowledging the strengths that they're also on the side of PRX and how important this round is. Now, look at the minimap. We still see how Jet is going back into A, saying like, okay, there's such a big freeze time into where nothing happens, and all of the players, a couple of them coming from mid, take that space and take that moment of a little bit of disjointing, just because of the utility that is being thrown onto B. The right exact amount of chaos for them to take that space without actually any casualties.
It's crazy how well that freeze works. And they dove into the smoke too. That was PRX's. That is just perfect. That's like really giving PRX a sense of what is going on. I think almost every single round had an element of that from DRX as well.
He's not
For me,
good
the game
as
plan was
analyst.
really good. They started abusing that B side. They went there like 5 times after that pistol, and then they started abusing that A side, where CGRS is struggling to get the information so the rotates can come in time. It's just a bunch of hero plays, and like Josh was talking about on the cast, a lot of really lucky moments as well, like that spray through the Viper's pit.
Yeah, but we're going to move on to map 2 now, and I'm really excited about this. I know it's a rematch, but this is where I feel like DRX, they're going to want revenge, Kuka. This is where the final map of that grand final as well. But again, very different players this time. We still don't have something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
I think that's the biggest question because
What is score 1-0 PRX? अभी PRX का map है और PRX ने defense select
of their wins was actually something on Reina and all of the combos and all the insane individual plays that he could have. Now that we have seen CG Rivers
You're incoming actual में आ सकता
on Split, what is the team going to do on Bind?
It's really interesting
तो
because
पूरा carry हुआ है
Reina
Timur के
actually
पीछे
quite isolated on this map. And
You can. I mean, it's Reina. You
definitely can. He goes for
At
like
least
a lot of like late lurks,
he's there for
all
the
that sort of
team.
stuff. But to me, I'm thinking you
Bike
put
at timing
Forsaken
हुई
back
मेरे
on
साथ
Jet,
अभी.
you know what's coming.
Don't want
क्या
to.
timing हुई?
I don't want to take him off the harbor. I just don't.
देख
हाँ क्या हुआ?
भाई तारिक ने रिएक्ट करा वो तारिक की स्ट्रीम देख रहा था मैं
हाँ
बॉन्कर्स करके एक एसेंशियंस में टीम है उनको ऑर्ग उनके पास ऑर्ग नहीं है
हाँ
और वो खुद ही प्रैक्टिस करना चाहते हैं उसके लिए बूट कैंप के लिए फंड रेज कर रहे हैं तो वहां पे सबसे टॉप पे अन्ना का नाम अन्ना ने डोनेट करा $2000 तो तारिक रिएक्ट कर रहा था वो सब देख रहा था तारिक ने खुद $1500 डोनेट करे अभी
हाँ
बिग डब्ल्यू या
मैं
अन्ना
समझा नहीं
स्पेंड 23 लाख इजी भाई अन्ना देख रहा है तू हर जगह भाई कम्युनिटी के लिए जहां पे भी हेल्प चाहिए
मैं
टॉप
समझा
पे
नहीं
भाई
अन्ना ने डोनेट किया बराबर
हाँ
हाँ
$2000 भाई
तारिक ने डोनेट किया तब भी तारिक को पता चला अन्ना ने डोनेट किया ऐसा
अरे वहां पे वो तारिक ने क्लिक करा तो वहां पे आता है ना टॉप डोनर्स वगैरह वहां पे
हाँ।
लिखा हुआ आया बड़ा VLT सेंटिनल $2000 डोनेटेड
ओ
स्ट्रीम में
तो अन्ना अभी डोनेट किया
हे भगवान चुप रहो आप।
और $2000 कितना होता है पता है फट भाई
आपको पता है
1,60,000
तो
23 lakhs वाला कौन सा मैच है तेरा बहुत थोड़ी के
वो कुछ और बात में लिख रहा था
ब्रेन लैग मेरा दिमाग काम नहीं किया
वो चैट में से किसी ने लिखा था किसी और बात
stage and knowing that you don't really have the time to prepare specifically for each opponent that you have because this is not like the regular season. You do not get a week to prepare. It's literally day after day. Maybe you get a day break and that is all. So the best thing that you can do if you want to have a strong couple is literally cover yourself.
I mean, even if that wasn't the case, I think throughout the group stage,
Unless you're
they've been struggling. And if they've been struggling, they need to focus on themselves. They just need to focus on themselves. And you're right, though. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
बिंग्स बाय फाटो की बातें सुन के काम करो एक्सक्यूज बाय एफी डिलन गाना चलाओ फाटो बाय का एक ट्रिप होता है $2000 में हाँ बाय द वे तारिक तेरे को दे सकते हैं याद रखना तो फूफा का चाचा का लड़का नहीं है वो
ट्विच स्ट्रीम है भाई ट्विच में से कॉपीराइट तो ना देगा
हैं जब हम
ट्विच स्ट्रीम है तो वो उसने भी तो वैलोरेंट ही
वाईटी से इंस्टा पे हम दे सकते हैं स्ट्राइक तो ट्विच से वाईटी पे कितने दे सकते हैं गन
back at Champions in 2022, so they do have experience on this. I can't wait to see
पर
what
नहीं
we're
देगा भाई
gonna see on this map as well. What do you guys make of
तेरे
this
टांगे
bonus
देख
show?
के
Hopefully it's looking quite fleshed out, honestly, as well. I mean, DRX, they've been trending back to some of their old compositions when they've been running Zest in the lineup as well. And so, you know, as you guys were mentioning, you know, this is something that they have ran before.
Yeah, they only ran it, as far as I can remember, though. I think they only ran it once at Champions, the lower bracket final on Bind.
11,12,000 वो 2,000 ऑस्ट्रेलियन
on Bind, in my opinion. They're good domestically at it, but then when they bring it to the global
out of the way जाके किया ना
I like the composition.
It's the thought which matters.
The comp on the other side, though, is the more interesting.
Oh my goodness!
Because this is, it's like T1's Gecko comp, except they're running the Brim instead of the Viper.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's definitely weird. it's somewhere between the T1.
मैं बोला था ना ब्रिम लेंगे लोग एस्ट्रा नहीं लेंगे.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully Cigarettes will have a better individual performance.
Flash pull and a satchel to take up Shower's control for DRX early on in the pistol, and there's a molly that meets them. Talking the back, nobody can really scale off of it, so giving up entirely the front section of A, including lamps, has been given up. The reflank though, CGRS is already through back into Showers. Anyone trying to get the squeeze onto them. Buzz is alone, surrounded on every single front.
Devi is still here.
Bhai bhadak gaya.
Devi could be the difference maker, surely. There's one kill found. Still got the flash, wants to take the fight to them. Everybody's blinded!
Arey, Devi!
Zest survives. Still, Boombot in his face, low enough. A single bullet will do it. Jing runs him down. CGRS.
तीन मारे भाई ने घर जाएगा.
In the pistol.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a fantastic beginning.
I don't give a fuck now.
Let's go. भाई ने तीन मारे. And I tried to buy that or two after waiting.
Huh? Play bind. It's been something that they've been scrimming quite a bit and putting a serious focus on.
ये कैसे पता तेरे को?
Instantly had a reaction there as DRX took
पता नहीं, I have no
control
idea.
to molly the front of it, Brimstone molly at the front, CGRS at the back. So it's quite a light Showers crunch, but it was still a crunch.
One of the big questions I had, I think, when I was seeing this paper, right?
चार.
Cold start, interesting. The free shot. Do you
ज़्यादा हो
really
गया.
want to be taking this fight into them? Of course you do. Paper X. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they don't back away from any sort of challenge, do they, Josh?
No, they don't, but now Jing is getting pinched. He's got to be worried about Hookah. You can soft, silent drop out from Hookah now.
Haunt was timing ever so slightly. Reveals him still. Maintains his hold onto it. Tried to satchel him back as well. Get away from me, Mako, but the spike's in his hands. Smoke dropped.
और भी नहीं उठा.
Got to expect that there could have been rotations in this time, but lots of time in the round still to make a play. Where have I seen this one before?
Mako can definitely win these.
He just waits it out. It's a luxury that he does have. Picks up the Bulldog as well, so there is plenty of chances.
भाई हिल ही नहीं रहा है हाँ?
Particularly safe. I mean, the man's just jump spotting.
और चिकन हिल ही नहीं रहा है हिला. Ball देख के.
They're worried as well that he's rotated all the way through B long.
Yeah.
You can see the positioning. I mean, they're already playing back over towards A. At least Forsaken is.
अभी तो बहुत टाइम हो गया यार. मार्को को कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा कि बिलोंग भी हो सकता है.
Because they didn't clear that area out at all.
अंदर ही प्लांट करना
Where do
पड़ेगा.
you plan for? Just inside tube?
10 seconds.
All right.
Back of the site. Yep. There's a plant. Paper X hoping to play this one together. Mindfreak jumped out. Oh, wow. No sound cue off that. Spam into
Oh,
it. Yeah,
आया
that's just
sound.
unfortunate timing.
थोड़ा सा दिया शायद उसने
Silent drop,
sound
I
ना.
guess, from Mindfreak.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yep. I mean,
Auto by की ट्रिप just sent किया था रुपए
खुश है भाई.
कांग्रेस पहले से खेले VCT कंपेनियन के टाइम से. Oh.
Tell you another thing that's like a very meta thing.
नाम थोड़ा सा क्यूट नहीं लेकिन बॉन्कर्स. अगर वो लोग समझ सब जीत जाते. मास्टर्स के विनर है टीम बॉन्कर्स.
They don't really have a player that's going to want to play in that position as aggressively as some
Cute
would.
name.
Right?
You know, take the duel, dismiss out because you're confident you're going to win the fight.
Bonkers going bonkers.
Dominating DRX.
ये तो पक्का बोलेगा.
Obviously, DRX don't play with the Cypher or a chamber, anything like that. They can watch
दोनों राउंड भाई ने निकाले फर्स्ट ब्लड याद रखना.
And usually your defaults are going to be slightly weak in that area. Well, we haven't had one of these in a while.
No, we haven't. It's escaped a lot of it.
It's been
Technical
very,
pause.
very smooth. But yep, we're going to have a little
किसकी जगह पे अपना
people
something.
restart. It gives us some opportunity to talk a little bit, a bit nerdy about the way that Paper X has been playing.
बॉन्कर्स इसलिए फेमस हुए थे क्योंकि टूर्नामेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इंडिया डाल दिया था उनके
Really
टीम
heavily
को.
playing for that
मतलब
area of the map. CGRS has been wanting to fight a lot. I'm intrigued to see how they time it. It seems to
भाई
be
ने बोला कौन बोला अभी
they're
बॉटम
playing
पे.
those players over there so that they can go.
भाभी
for
किधर है
shower
स्लीपिंग.
scratches a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we
बटर
saw.
सेंड जीरो रिगार्ड्स कैसा बटरे.
Either the dog
Something
or Flash
क्यों
set
नहीं
it up
खेल
for
पा रहा
the
क्योंकि वीजा
B,
सिंह
but
वीजा
if you hold
वीजा
on to be
थिंग.
long, in theory, it makes it much easier to squeeze any players.
तो
that try and
something
play
को
in showers,
something
but do
something
from
क्या
behind,
होगा
the team is way
language.
closer.
Right.
Something
This,
is
new
somewhere.
iteration. So I mean, we are really nerdy.
Why both teams playing with
Podcast mode
subs?
if you want.
Well, The other thing
DRX
that
का
really
तो
intrigues me too, if
ये
you
टीम
haven't
काफी
had the
टाइम से
pleasure
रहा है.
of watching PRX on this
Foxy ने
map
last time
for
भी
a
देख रहा
while,
था.
you might be thinking back to the aggressive stuff that they would do with their Yoru comps in the past. Forsaken on
Something
Harbor
YT पे stream कर रहा है.
throws
वाह
the most
भाई, यही
bizarre
बचा
Harbor
सुनने को.
utility compared to everybody else. I feel like every other Harbor player went to the 2E school of learning Harbor.
अब बोलो
very
aggressors
diligent,
बोलो ना
walls, always
इंच बोलो
placing
ना.
them as accurately as possible. Forsaken's cooking up weird stuff in the server. One of the things
Foxy
he really likes
होता
to
तो ये
do,
नहीं
Forsaken will play
होता.
around
मतलब
the lamps area and throw his high tide through the teleporter to support his team going for sand pushes. And they'll try and fight aggressively for sand
Hello?
and fountain control on defense. Now, how many teams
हाँ,
do you
बोले?
see that do that?
It's very creative. I
Oh,
mean, they
good to
are
know.
really pushing the limits of it. I mean, Forsaken loves to play Arbor
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Spoken to him about
Very
it.
Yeah.
I've had instances as well where the entirety of the team was trolling me on social media.
True.
And I was saying, has anybody tried Harbor on Ascent? And then they were all like, oh, we'll try it.
Guys.
I'm like, okay, well, sure. And then they pull it out.
पिंकी के लिए जो खरीदा वो आ चुका है. हाँ? पिंकी के लिए जो खरीदा वो आ चुका है. हाँ?
Slow it down, think more, and just collect up some of
या
the skills.
घरी
but-
जवायला.
Look, he's doing the high tide. Oh, he's doing a different high tide.
मराठी
One that goes
छान आहे
through
तुझी.
the teleporter
Love you.
And threatens like you could be pushing out sand.
Yeah.
This, though, is a bonus round strategy for PRX, where they want to fight showers, pick up Thrash. What's the
Huh?
play with the Thrash, though? It's
Live पे
only
बंद
Gamai
करो.
over towards B.
Shoes,
Looks very weak,
shoes.
and they're banking on DRX just playing slow.
Shoes.
That's incredibly weak.
मतलब उसने शॉपिंग की है. ये मैं उसको पूछता हूँ क्या
At
चाहिए.
least one of the players. Dog also being
ताकि
forced
कुछ
out
ऐसा
on
ना
site
लो
to
जो
walk through
नहीं
TP.
पसंद और
That
वेस्ट
was
हो
his
जाए.
pistol.
But still
Okay.
I think that's his reliable
foreign
sidearm.
shipment है समझ
That
रहे
is,
हो. बहुत पापड़ बेले मैंने.
honestly- Okay, here we go.
4 दिन तक
Thrash
फॉर्म
being
भर
used.
रहा
Again,
था.
that
मेरे
is the
भाई.
Taman just on the one round the corner. The kill's
Aggress
found
by.
behind the box. Cess will not be escaping at the eye and immediately pick back up
Picking it
again.
up. They're picking it up. They're not worried that there's anybody coming to help
Yep.
and punish.
डबल अल्टी देखने मिलेगा बे.
Now they're gonna have thrashing.
ब्लाइंड फेंक के फिर नेड
Go,
ब्लाइंड फेंक के
still
फिर
the nade
उसको
as well,
मारना
clear through
चाहिए.
into the back of the side. It's gonna be
नाइस.
broken. Here's Thresh.
नेड
There's the
नाइस.
nade as well. Slams it on both
नहीं गया.
sections of it. It's up to Stacks and
Aggress
Abby
by
to really
थोड़ा सा
hold
left right
their
हो
own. Rooted to the ground. Wingman falling. Pop up.
क्यों?
DRX not favoured with there. Just couldn't quite get the rifle cooled down enough to take a shot.
उसने जय माता दी लेट्स रॉक क्यों किया?
Oh, okay. It Stacks actually. Still Mind Freak is alive in the fight, but well.
टाइम था
not for
स्मोक
long.
जाने
So,
देने के
the
लिए.
bonus round, there was a cute idea behind it. There was a lot going on.
Yeah. And you can see CGRS is
Hello.
actually playing like a ranked Gecko. It's like a very duelist Gecko.
Ew.
He's using his wingman and his Dizzy in order to help give him better crosshair placement. He throws them out just to see where they get shot from, so that he knows where.
मैं
to
भी
play
मराठी
as he,
तू
like,
भी
cuts
मराठी
out of
चल
hookah or
एड्रेस
something
दे
like that.
तेरे से मिल लेता अरे मला मराठी येते
See
रे
here he
मी
knew
मराठी आए न
exactly where RB was playing. It
कळलं
doesn't
का?
help him actually land the kill though, as you're jumping in. Yeah. Nevertheless,
पिंकी
very
कैसे है
cute
सब
idea.
बढ़िया.
Get to see one more of those creative plays. And this is
we
that
go.
high tide I'm talking about, where they fight for sand and fountain control.
नेड ब्लाइंड पोकेमॉन ये करना था.
ये क्या
Pokemon-
ये क्या था भाई पेट का?
I believe it
नेड
tagged onto anybody.
बोल्टी नहीं करनी.
Not sure what the purpose of it was. Dizzy over the top. Broken. Shot out of the
भाई
sky.
एक्सेलरेट हो गया.
And the high tide-
एड्रेस दे बंग्स भाई.
Yeah, it makes it easier to fight over that sand control. There was no intention of that though from the PRX players. Flash pushing them away. They still have control of hookah. Jing is holding
इसको
close.
ऊपर आने को कितना
Oh
टाइम?
my goodness, the Dizzy.
With the mosh pit lineup as well.
Just gotta get out of there.
I mean, that mosh pit went all the way over the wall and landed right about where the ult orb was.
भाई वो फेंक रहा है उठा रहा है फेंक
Cute
रहा है उठा
trap
रहा
play
है.
again.
Some very nice ideas.
Doesn't actually gain them anything though, but it does tick time off the clock. There goes the Dizzy again. How many Dizzies has he used in the round so far?
It's 3, I believe. He's throwing it straight up in the air, so he's able to get it back immediately towards safety. Trailblazer. Now there's a stun that latches. Nade all the way through. That's a TP crunch, but it's just Forsaken. Is it really a crunch if it's just a one solo player?
मेरा वाला.
Forsaken going for it. Up through it to be long. Last player standing as RB. Can't see a bloody thing.
जिंग भाई फ्रेंडली फायर कर रहे हैं. हेलो.
Divide there towards the end. Seeing if he could do some extra damage. He looks disappointed. He
मैं भी
didn't.
मराठी मुझे भी एड्रेस चाहिए.
I mean, he'll definitely be disappointed that he wasted his ult, but I think PRX had a great idea of commitment there. They stalled out DRX for so long while getting consistent information that DRX was still around B, and then when the hit started, off the back of, I think, like Stacks' Trailblazer or something coming through, They just boom.
हाँ आप किधर हो अभी? किधर हो अभी? मितुल अभी आपने कॉल किया था ना जस्ट? हाँ? अच्छा एक सेकंड दरवाजा खोल लो.
DRX. Oh my! Not aware of that one. It's straight.
Guys.
He does well for
Guys,
Prowler.
it's here.
In his face, crunch through into the showers as well, right through the TP. Arby though takes care of Divide. Mako's just running and gunning right through the smoke with the judge in his hand, set up for it. Close, shoulder to shoulder, running backwards. All over the place, isn't it? DRX with the wingman drop down, immediately broken to pieces, but they still maintain control of showers, and that causes the early exit. DRX, they do not want to fight it. Through the TPs now, they get the sight. They know that it was that overcommitment, but Mindfreak hot on the trail. TP's right behind them. Can't win the fight there.
So CGRS, the substitute, left in a 1v2, tries to find a timing past the Trailblazer.
As good as Util.
Quite gonna manage it.
Aiming to take the fight though. The high-low setup, yeah, thrifty. Our minds were linked for a second there. That's scary.
That's a big error from PRX. I mean, that's one of those rounds where Coach Alex is going to be slamming the desk. All of their players decided to play like one-and-done situations. You had a player just pushed up, really aggressive, isolated in showers.
Language.
Forsaken was jumping around towards short. I mean, no reason for him to be playing that, riskily on an anti-eco.
अभी उठी है थोड़ा fresh होने दो उसे. Match खत्म होने दो.
Opportunity back into this one. The ults are starting to build up as well here, Brent, for the attacking side. So DRX are going to have a round. Maybe this one, maybe the next.
I love this development of the meta.
क्या इसमें बताएंगे. Pinky Con surprise देंगे.
Yeah, there's only a few lineups where you can punish it in that way.
Here we go. Nightfall gives them showers control all the way through. Again, see the orbital strike being used.
Oh, sexy ulti मारा उसने.
Avoided. Damage is done though. Sets up Mindfreak. He's able to beam him through. Jing through the back.
भाई sexy ulti मारा भाई.
On top of the truck.
भाई क्या sexy movements है भाई.
Swing wants to take the fight. Spike drop down. There's really no reason to try and give Stacks that one, but he does it. I mean, confidence is there with Jing and enough time bought.
भाई क्या movements है बे Jing का.
And Divide.
Mindfreak ने 2 मारे जो बहुत बड़ा था. लेकिन
while we were focused on Jing getting the kills, Mindfreak pops off his ultimate.
ये इसके एक और इसने मारा ना वो मस्त था.
Manages to also get this kill onto Zest right before he falls.
जो मैंने बोला वही वो इंग्लिश में बोला देखा.
So a lot of PRX's defense here is them fragging themselves out of really uncomfortable positions. But they're also putting enormous pressure on DRX getting through the first choke point. They're not trying to hold the backside of A, as most teams would. They're not trying to fight heavy for showers control and play retake. Retake, what does that mean?
इतने शांत क्यों फट भाई फिर से वेव फूफ कर रहे हो क्या?
I do love it though. I mean, I think PRX have got a really clear idea of this. I was just about to talk about it in one of the prior rounds before there was just an absolute explosion occurring.
पर भाई जिंग बस 2 साल खेल के ऐसी मूवमेंट दिखा सकता है ये बंक्स भाई 3 साल रेस में क्या कर रहे हैं.
We saw how hard it was for DRX to take it. It gives them easy access to showers. They can push deep.
पाटू जब तू ऐसा पढ़ता है तब तेरे को थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगता है कि मैं चूतिया हुआ. हाँ गण मरे जैसे इंटरव्यू में 15 साल बोला बेशर्मो जैसे और फिर भी मैं कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा तो तू मेरे पे 3 साल का कैसा उंगली उठा सकता है रे? हाँ
गैमिंग 15 साल बोला भाई.
हाँ तो गैमिंग 15 साल करके किया क्या?
मारियो एनएफएस वो सब.
मारियो जाओ अभी नया मिला जाओ मारियो खेलो जाओ. मारियो बोलते जाओ मारियो खेलो. मारियो बोलते चूतिया.
Spoken about, but it's so important. I mean, if PRX ended up winning, it would just be even if it's an extra couple of days, could be all the difference if they get their full roster together. Here's DRX, flash in their face, Forsaken. Oh my goodness, okay, backing away, Cove at his feet just to try and survive. Interesting usage, Rocket sails and lands.
वाह भाई, 4 second के वजह से जिंग मरा.
Potential detainment as well. Thresh was coming right through the TP showers. control is theirs, but there's that late lurk that's still occurring from RB. Plan, jump spot, right click, not enough to claim the kill. Mako's got his ult, Viper's Pit now in play, flashed up, blinded up, goop in his face. Nobody can see a bloody thing. It's Stacks left again to contain and control. A stalwart defender through into short Zest. Over the top now, Horn going to be spotted quite a bit as well. All three players being lit up towards the back of the site, and RB needs to be final line of defense and a bit of a difference maker. Does he want to swing and take the fight? Just holding his ground. The plant's down. Gives a bit of a breather. Holding towards the back. Zest with only the one kill before being traded. It's a 2 versus 2. They need this pit to go down. And Mako's still alive. It's a real nuisance to get through. The fog settling in. Random spammers. Mindfreak will back away, but it's a consolidation kill. Round 1 goes to DRX. Heavy investment. Scrappy all over the place.
Bye, welcome to the stream. Welcome,
I feel like PaperX had an opportunity to completely flip this on their head. Right when that Dizzy came through, as the plant was being stuck and Mako was ripping his ultimate, the Dizzy came out there and the player just whiffed. Can't exactly recall who it was, but they had their opportunity to take down Mako instantly, drop the Viper's Pit and make this a sensible retake, and they just couldn't quite land the shots.
दो राउंड और PRX जीत गया मेरे हिसाब से.
DRX get another. Extremely back and forth so far this map.
Yeah, making it more even.
But that's what I said. DRX were getting so close to those ultimates and decided to spend them all in that round. And it has knocked the economy for PaperX. It's an important, pivotal.
भाई कितना प्यारा बॉल है वो लोग वो वाला बॉल नहीं कर रहे, समझ रहे हो? टावर रुकने वाला वो लोग वो वाला कर रहे जहाँ पे वो लोग सोच सकते हैं कि अपने शावर रीटेक कंट्रोल लिया है.
They'll win their aim duels,
especially when they have the Reckoning to work with and Jing 1 away from a showstopper.
Oh yeah.
If Jing finds a kill, I mean, then the ultimate situation can turn the round completely on its head. DRX are holding a very strict, slow default to start this round.
भाई बहुत टाइम लगा दिया. बहुत टाइम लग गया दिया. अभी इनको पास मॉली है. सीधा स्मोक मॉली.
Haven't bled out the molly.
डाल दे मॉली.
Ripped up towards A. Here's the wall going up.
3, 2, 1. डाल दे मॉली डाल दे मॉली डाल दे.
There's a Reckoning being held at his back. Here's the dog. There's a molly. There's the ult trying to buy time and a dizzy.
Oh, क्या dizzy मारा.
Anything, man. Screen completely obscured. Stuns there. Can't set up Mako for the kill. And a white swing the trade. Stacks is eventually brought down to his knees. Out to the open though, DRX might be able to salvage this as well. Zested, claim control.
Oh my!
From that range, CGRS pulling it out of nowhere. RB round the back, spots it and well.
भाई ने दो मार के blind दिए, घर जाएगा.
Such a difficult spot. But he's जो blind दिया, उसका क्या? Support for Mindfreak.
वो तो वही तो बोला दो मार blind दिए, ये तो blind है.
Catches onto Buzz, then a wingman comes through there again, and it catches onto Mako. Set him up just to anchor this spot. And then not only does Cigarettes provide value with his utility,
Cigarettes be like, देख रहे हो हाँ?
Towards the end. This is
Next
PaperX
time bind लेना तो
5
something
people
by
compared to having to pop him in the backpack.
मैं खेलूँगा मैं.
All smiles from the PaperX players. I think they can go into this match as well, probably thinking near the beginning, you know, guys, okay, let's just have fun with it. We're not playing with our active roster.
भाई मजाक से हटकर 3 राउंड निकाले उसने.
The fun buff goes crazy.
Goes crazy.
5 में से 3 राउंड.
It feels like a team that's just like, guys, let's just have fun with it.
फाटू 5 में से 3 राउंड उसने निकाले फाटू.
Here's an attempt from DRX. They do take that Lamb's control. There's a pull. It's really mistimed a little bit. An attempt to re-clear into showers. Orbital strike pushes Buzz really far back into it. Lined up. Zest lands that one shot with the Sheriff. Rocket up in the air. Jing. Oh my goodness. It's an easy target. The rifles sail them away too. Hopefully Mako though still alive with 70 health. It's a 1v2. It's a high-low setup. Many times we said that one and it does shut it down. It's safe enough.
A little shake of the head there for Jing. I would have a heart attack coaching this team. I would have a heart attack being a fan of this team, Brett. The way that PaperX play the anti-ecos has got me sweating. I mean, they are Mindfreak just again isolated in showers. Really weird showers. Just bouncing around, looking like he's giving opportunities to these guys. And yeah, they clean it up. Nice.
You love to see it. You love
भाई
to
कुछ
see
से
it.
और क्या चाहिए?
Do want to see where this one goes. because it was being thrown before by Zest. Bit of a lineup.
सिगरेट भाई का अभी कॉम्स क्या रहेगा मालूम है? दवाई और फोर्स का नीचे.
Yeah, that's nice though. It combos with the snake bite from Mako.
So an actual good attempt here to take that B-long control.
ये क्या blind था? Look.
I've already just vacuumed up the space.
Yeah, you were talking about how important that area of the map is for PRX.
By denying it now, you reduce the amount of options PRX have, but they've immediately rotated 3 of the players now over towards B. They're going to try and re-clear this.
Yes.
But just, okay, just dry picking. There's no util. The trade time and the swing time and the Forsaken is so delayed. He's not there to set
भाई
up
को
for
अकेला छोड़ दे साइड में भाई. Hello.
Plus can just be cool, calm and collected. It takes those fights, a bit of a timing. CGRS, when's this smoke going to fade? Not spotted out by the dog. Haunts around over the side, a bit of spam as well. They seem to be aware of it. That was, where was that from? All the way back into spawn. The wallbang kill onto Buzz, and it's caused a full rotation. Backing away. They don't want to give away anything in a 2v4.
CGRS is 1 away from Thrash as well. I think that's why they were fighting so heavily over that B-long ult orb. But now, he's going to need a kill in order to get it online. Will he even have time in a clutch situation like this?
Mako is in the middle of nowhere, but the rest of the players' positions for DRX is actually quite nice. Covered up in lamps, late hold into showers, even the pull to RB. He's got the star, you can see it sitting there on the spike. Lovely job showcasing that. Too many layers to get through, and so PRX, they call quits in the round. They're going to save.
That's an unfortunate one. I mean, they still have money to be able to buy for next round as well.
Double blind लेके peek ले सकते. नहीं look.
His cash might be strapped just a small amount, but if you save a rifle, I actually think I'm in favor of CGRS just running in and dying here. Because you get Thrash online for a potential play in round 11, and you actually don't get punished with the economy. That's not going to happen, though. So we might see another big clash over an ult orb. We've seen PRX fight for B-long control a lot. They also, on the bonus round, when they made that play off the Thrash, were fighting showers to try and set up CGRS for the ult orb. Obviously, there's only 2 to play for on this map, but my point being that they have at various times stacked over towards them just to be able to claim that reward. Yeah, and now they've got 4 players ready to fight over it towards B-long. And DRX also have 3 players. So this might end up just getting sorted instantly.
Yeah, is it going to be a coin flip round?
Look at the snake bite, though.
It's over the top. They just want to push right past it. Doesn't matter.
Baap
It's a snake
re.
bite. Oh my God!
Baap re.
Line. Oh, that is disgusting.
भाई 20 बंदे.
You are not making it out alive. Not even a single player going down. Listen, there was some damage done, but it's Mako and RB.
And that's the spike.
20 बंदे एक साथ भाई
so. We've got a minute 10 to talk about what we want.
Yeah, pick a topic.
Okay, Greek mythology.
कुत्ता बिल्ली Pokemons.
I'm afraid I'm not brushed
Bots.
up. What on
Sorry.
earth do RB and Mako do?
You just save. You just have to save. The spike is not retrievable here.
क्या था भाई?
That's the weird thing for the final round, but it's just over. What an incredible play, though. I mean,
भाई इतने बंदे मेरे को सामने दिखे ना. Keyboard
so
छोड़ दो.
DRX are going over there to try and deny it, and PRX know that DRX are going to try and deny it.
वहाँ पे मारने के लिए क्या चाहिए? मालूम है सिर्फ aimbot. सिर्फ aimbot.
I mean, I love the way that these teams are thinking about each other and playing. And
बाप रे ऊपर से blind नीचे से blind.
Ball of destruction.
वो देख उसका Pokemon भी गिर गया वहाँ पे.
It's just prime PRX. It really is.
Meanwhile, Devi has gone and collected the other ult orb.
Yeah.
Huh?
So they weren't even required to use
Brim ult. Brim ult लेकिन कहाँ से आएगा Brim ult? सामने Brim भी नहीं है तो गंड मरे.
Yeah, we all know what's happening. What is he playing on there? He's just scaring Forsaken.
भाई कितना हरामी बंदा है.
I want to know what Forsaken's reaction was like. Oh my, he attempted to punish. Quick little
भाई कितना हरामी बंदा भाई.
उसके बाद हंस भी रहा है
वो सिगरेट हंस रहा है. नुबड़े दवाई ने किया था वो.
नुबड़े तब दवाई ने करा उसके बाद वो हंसा भी.
अबे दवाई ने 4 सेकंड को करा.
Like I said earlier.
अरे लौड़े जब उसने करा तो वो हंसा भी. कैम देखो उसका लौड़े.
If they win, people are just going to say, "Wow."
कैम में सिगरेट था भाई.
And then if they lose,
बाटू का क्या करे अपन चैट.
Last play. It's the last round for it.
बाटू का दवाई दो.
Barreling into it, right through short. There's a rocket exchange as well in the razors. But I don't know what's going on.
Fresh diff.
Might take him though. Jinx still alive in it.
Hasa lalo. Mujhe kyun nahi dikha bhai?
Pushing them back, but they have lost that
Mujhe
shower
Sagres
control.
dikha.
Can Zest do anything with it? For flank through cave. CGRS, there was somebody
वही बोल रहा है
RB for just a moment.
सच्ची मुझे नहीं दिखा वो
Timings to be taken. That was fight swinging through. There was no flash to really
ऐसा
set it
था
up. Nightfall as well.
नजर अच्छी
Scatters
करे
across.
मिक्स और को दिख रहा था
Can't hear any sound cues. Just trying to buy
कोई ना
time
आप दवाई ले लो
and hold the space.
मेरा भाई आ रहा है
Jing fight close with the reload. And Mako seeks as well to win out his fights by swinging close to
भाई ये लोग 2-0 जीत सकते हैं
unrelenting, not willing to give up a semblance of map control towards Showers.
First map, a 9-3 half from PRX.
कैसे कर रखा है DRX को
Second
back
map,
seat पे इतना
8-4 half from PRX. They're playing so well with a team that they never had any intention of playing with this roster. And Masters Tokyo, if they had it their way, you know, CGRS wouldn't be in the lineup. No shame to him. It's just not their normal. And yet, wow, the way that they're...
भाई मेरे को एक बात बता अभी बहिंचू कुत्ते के साथ बिल्ली के साथ 3 पोकेमॉन के साथ ये लोग कैसे डिफेंड करेंगे बूमबॉट नेट सिर्फ यूटिल मार के ही ये लोग खत्म कर सकते हैं भाई Huh?
If it come, we know that it's a little bit of special having the Brimstone, having the Gecko, and having the Harbor. To me, the most impressive alongside that Gecko has been Jing putting up the same performance that we saw on that first map.
Jing's movement is insane, but you can tell CGRS is so much more comfortable on this fourth round where they go for really cool bonus, by the way, with the Thrash. He's just reclaiming his Dizzy so many times. They re-clear again as well with the dog coming through, and there's so many pieces of util that he's finding so much extra value with because he's able to pick them up, bouncing it off of the truck, you know, being able to re-clear space, re-pick up the wingman. It's really, really nice, and he's fragging with it too.
Gecko main of course comes to comfort, but also I can imagine and I can picture him calling these things. Hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna DC this, you can pick this, I'm going to throw the
और second number 1 नीचे Cigarettes on top
in so many rounds, and I can feel him as they're moving, making those calls and also going on the flank. So if he manages to pull out this performance, PRX is taking the win again.
It reminds me of what Josh was talking about on Split, about when he was playing Sky, trying to find that individuality and being forced to call the plays for himself, right, on that defensive side. And you saw that's where they struggled. That's where he struggled as well. And now he's comfortable. And with this first half for PRX, it's a really dominant one. DRX, while they've reverted to some of their comfort, I still don't think they have it right now. They just do not look super happy.
100% winner, just
kind of upset about this game and how the way it's going. We already know what has happened on Bind to them in the past.
I mean, DRX, if they want to avoid that elimination match this early on,
अगर ये जीत गई PRX तो हाई चांसेस है समथिंग के साथ मास्टर्स जीत सकती है हाई चांसेस है
अच्छा
क्या बोलते हैं
बराबर है कितने हाई चांसेस है
हाई चांसेस है भाई
अच्छा और फेनेटिक बेनेटिक सब खाना खाने जाए
हाई चांसेस बोला है ये थोड़ा बोला 100%
PRX जीतेगा तो नहीं क्योंकि वो लोग डब्ल्यू दबाते इतना तो कंफर्म
playing with confidence, it's all there for them, and you're seeing it once more manifest. They are straight up through to be locked.
डब्ल्यू दबा के बाकी आए
to get them in as well. Nade towards the side onto the one angle, Molly on top of it. It's all coming together. And where's the defensive utility? And to slow them down, Mako in tube. They don't have control of elbow. Sancho's push them back and away. Okay, and a call is made. Is DRX to want to try and flood into this one right through the smokes? It's successful.
हमेशा इतना डब्ल्यू काम नहीं आता जस्ट
DRX needed that one. Absolutely imperative pistol in order to avoid a
अगर एक elbow molly रहता था ना
and what a crossfire they had between those two initiators. Stacks playing an elbow and Zest slipping into the site here. Usually they're going to have Jing playing way further forward to this. When you see the
left right
it's going to be double blast packing in, and that breaks those kind of crossfires. But on a pistol round, they're not going for that. Much more of a slow approach into the site. And DRX going for that bonus round buy.
Oh, they're going to be meeting a boatload of players though. Got to back out of there. You get your two, and they're like, we don't even want to cross with them at all.
बहुत सारी टीम्स ये पुश को वो करती है ना यार,
Classics even still.
पनिश करते हैं ना, पीछे साइड मॉली, यहाँ पे तू,
setting up Jing into
ये
a
वो
forward
सब
position,
करके.
but still with the weapons, they should be okay. There you go.
Looks clean, in fact.
Yeah, spam through the wall, left it up to
8-6
just
क्या लगता है?
Forsaken and Divide, and doesn't really feel likely that they're going to be able to get too much done. Happy to take the fight with Buzz. Yeah, looking like all 5 players surviving from DRX. So it will be flawless, unless Divide can do a bit of damage. Ping onto the Ghost. Flash misses, there's one. Okay, Buzz taken out. Is that a Bulldog?
Which won't matter if Stax is able to retrieve it.
Oh, well.
But if Divide can do more damage, that'd be huge.
He's just going to save the Bulldog.
Well,
no. No, he's not.
Oh, गन गिराने वाला तो.
RB throws him his.
Oh, he was trying to throw it over the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, they got it there at the end, though. So this is going to be
यार
a
just
bonus
close
round with
था.
some serious sting to it. DRX have got a chance of getting
चलो.
the rounds essentially
Buy round.
if they're able to pull this one off.
Let's go.
Keep an eye on how
69. Let's go. Let's go. 69. Let's go.
The high tides he goes
By how's the
for,
parents?
using his
All
cove,
good. All
not to get
good.
the plant, but to get them out through choke points.
Guys 5300 लाइक्स हो चुके हैं, 6000 हो सकते हैं. पट से लाइक करें जिन्होंने नहीं किया. Welcome everybody to the stream. Make sure to like and subscribe.
It is, it just rips its way through. It grants them a bit of a pocket to play through, doesn't it? Oh, okay, here's the mosh pit. Over towards the top.
Yeah.
Triple, Dizzy and the nade. Snakebite used just on the default box angle. They have Shower's control as well. They've taken up pretty much all of this one. Now Wingman going for the plant. Fast flank through now. Prowler and a Trailblazer used at the same time, and Mindfree just doesn't have the bullets to spare really for it. Flash into the corner. CGRS can't see a thing, and the crosser placement's just not good.
Full blind.
Bit of a wraparound. Buzz, is he going to miss this timing? Jing takes a fight to them. Oh my! Collapse straight onto short. Mako and RB. They get done now. Noise cues cut away, yet Device still remaining sharp, in control as well of Lamps, making sure nobody can walk past any of those high tides. So there is no conversion of the bonus round. A decent try by DRX, but PRX still holding on to this lead.
Yeah, a sick round from PRX though, really is. They segment off the site into little chunks with their high tide and their brim smokes, and then they can combo the flashes to be able to get through. Then in the post plant, Jing does such an excellent job there of being able to hold his ground in pocket and slow people down so Forsaken gets the backstab. It's really tough to deal with what PRX does on the A side of the map. Their B hits tend to be a little more standard, but A is anything but.
Isn't this different? It's all 5 players grouped up into sand. Horn destroyed, there was a timing there, that's potentially could have been punished. Trailblazer, that stun connects. Forsaken's already in. Nade at his feet, mosh pit over the top. It's a full util dump, the execute, and the mosh pit lands the kill. Spray transfer from Buzz, almost landing the third. That is absurd. He's made it even. 3 versus 3. Spike's trying to get planted. Snakebite. Rebounds.
पता है ना वहाँ पे हो सकता है belong पे बंदा.
They're in the close corners here through the smoke.
जिनका किल था.
Off the jiggle as well. It makes it a favorable fight for him. It's just down to Divide. Flash, 12 seconds. Is he even going to have time to really play for this one? They know exactly where he is. Come onto the corner.
So many moments like that in this game.
Yep, there's one. 5 seconds until the flash comes through. Ping on 2. The tap already onto the spike. It's halfway through. RB just sticking it. And yeah, just couldn't
Land किसने हुआ?
Thought he was off. One of the fuses coming through. 40 put in enough damage, but was just not quite.
I think probably bad comms there too.
NT.
The plant was tucked into a corner. There wasn't really possibility that the player could have been on the left-hand side of the spike, and yet, yeah, not really communicated to him in that situation.
Huh?
And
yeah?
I kind of lied to you all. I said that their B hits were fairly standard. This one was weird.
I did think you were about to set up a cast the curse. As soon as I saw them grouping up towards Hookah, I was like...
I mean, it was an odd pop.
It was, yeah.
What I meant was that Jing tends to double blast back through.
Yeah.
The rest of them follow out, but
more standardized.
But that was just, the high tide makes that one really odd.
It is an attempt to clear out towards Showers.
Huh?
Oi, Bunks bhai.
Buzz is one away from the
बोले.
अरे ये दिखा सकते हैं क्या?
क्या?
Bit strange, but he just wants to get back to short.
वाईटी पे
ये क्या है
कुछ होगा तो नहीं अरे ये एक वीडियो है ये कुछ बोल रही है तो ये दिखा सकते हैं
कौन तो चूतिया है क्या
व्हाट्सएप
अच्छा
Here's another one. Reckoning. Stuns landing. There's a mosh. Towards the side of triple. Still this time, Showers control is maintained. RB will fall at the back of the side, but two players need to hold this ground from DRX right now. It's on to Buzz and Zest. Forsaken, eager to take the fight. But a satchel, yeah, that's Buzz. Set up nicely for
पता नहीं शायद से
setting up the aim. Bit of a tap through with a
ये
horn.
दिखा सकते हैं कि YouTube पे पूछ
Still needs to hold it down.
क्यों दिखाना है
शायद से क्योंकि सब सेंसर्ड है ना but at your own risk
Close to the corner, flash and a seize, and the snake bite. It's all combo together. That is beautiful. Okay, showstopper, maybe a little bit overkill.
शायद से not
The
sure
kill was already theirs, but it's brought an ult of his own up close into the face.
ओए नेट किने डाला
Fall down and tumble.
नेट भी तो था
So damn close with the timing, but it is DRX winning that round.
नेट डालता तो इसको 2 सेकंड मिलता था
DRX
स्टोरी लगा ही
just
सकता
about
है
holding on in these kind of situations. Only
बकौल
just.
चाय
स्टोरी लगा सकता हूँ
The crucial element to me is the fact that they managed to maintain
time,
Showers'
no
lead.
time I
The
want.
high tide that Forsaken throws kind
9:20.
of segments off triple and Showers so that they don't have to worry about that. They
उठा ही
can take
छोड़ मैं
lands,
खुद
they
उठ
can
गया
take
था
backside, and then they
लेकिन
return
मेरा
back
फिर
to Showers
बॉडी
later
नहीं
on.
उठा
But Buzz being able to find that kill means that they never have to worry about the backstab. And that post-plant position is denied.
5 बजे सो के मैं कैसे
They
उठूंगा
haven't really been missing him that much today, to be honest.
See how the series plays out. It's right now, once more, it's DRX who are mounting that comeback. This time, similar scenes. This mosh pit looks like it's going to land on the backside of B long. Where's it going? Over the side, Trailblazer. There's the Seekers. There's a pull into the mosh, but it's all a little bit mistimed. And enough of the defensive utility of DRX that it does stave them back, stave them away.
And just a little set play, potentially for a pick, so that they could commit afterwards. Still a Thrash to work with here, and they're hoping that they can barrel over somebody from DRX that's pushed through Showers or short.
Satchel into the face, it's traded.
Good trade.
Yeah, with those guns, are they going to take the DPs? They are. Long control is being held this entire time by Device. Still, they don't have any real idea of where players are onto the site.
And now Device making noise, which makes them think they've gone B, but actually Forsaken stayed to get a rifle, and now he's calling them to come back.
Yep.
It's layers on layers, running rings around DRX.
My brain is struggling to keep up here. Wingman, send them charging in, going for the plant, so that's going to be...
क्या बात हो रही है
Finally getting themselves into this post-plant situation.
Davai is miles away currently, but DRX are not starting this quickly, waiting for the high tide to fall perhaps.
Try and play aggressively with the Thresh. I mean, they still... CGRS laying into Showers. He has the ult, but with Forsaken falling, they might not opt to actually use this one. No, he still does.
कितनी ult आएगी इसके पास?
Detain up in the air. Did it actually catch? Stacks. Oh, he covers his teammates back.
भाई ऊपर डिटेन बैठा है वो
Bit of a tap onto it. It's left down to it. What is that? The flick to the side. Zest lovely once more with the movement. Shots need to be fired off, and with the Sheriff in his hands, doesn't have the gun for the job. Got to push back that.
और सेकंड को नहीं मारना था रे
The
उधर
Fuse 9-9 being that scoreline in terms of the rounds. DRX have really dragged this one.
और सेकंड को नहीं मारना था उधर
Feels very similar to map 1. The sides obviously swapped around, but DRX have mounted a comeback here, and PaperX are struggling to get anything. Now,
PRX ले जाएगी
at this point on split, where we saw PaperX have an adjustment that allowed
मेरे
them
हिसाब से
to pull
जितना
out
मैं
a
देखा
couple
ना ये लोग
of
का
their own and get
बी
across the
अटैक
line.
स्ट्रांग है अगर ये लोग बी लॉन्ग
But at
कंट्रोल
this
से आ
point,
रहे हैं
despite the fact
और
that
सिर्फ
PaperX
दो
are
बंदे
getting
को
aggressive,
उसका
putting pressure
छोड़ेंगे
on DRX, getting plants down even, they're not actually being able to get aggressive in post-plant spots like I'm used to seeing. If you think back to Split, they would get the plant down and then they'd all be fighting A Heaven, for example, or you know, someone's making a push, someone's
जीत
making
सकते हैं
a play
अभी भी जीत सकते हैं
to stop DRX from having these nice set retakes. And I haven't noticed that too much here. I think, if anything, more aggression might be the name of the game instead of dropping back and playing post-plant.
I think part of the problem they might be running into as well is that they are committing a ton of util with the
Tangka.
first layer, first wave, just trying to push back and take the site.
Yeah.
I don't think they've really got
something
anything
not playing
in
today
time to try and
4.6 के है वाचिंग लाइक करने बोलो यार मॉड्स बोल रहे लाइक करने यार तुम 6 के लाइक्स नहीं हो रहा चैट
DRX are just allowing
हाँ
them
कल
to
7 क्या हो गया था
on the site. And as long as
इसके
DRX
लाइक्स
don't
करो
call
जल्दी
in those
जल्दी करो जल्दी करो
then they have a massive utility advantage.
इसके बाद मुझे वापस स्ट्रीम करना है फिर मुझे थोड़ी देर सो के वापस रात को स्ट्रीम करना है
Maybe adjustments can be made here. 9-9.
Badang,
DRX
badang.
earn themselves back into it, and here we go. There will be a fight that's going to be taken pretty quickly now as we are jumping back into the action.
Buns bhai.
Any point, seconds to spare. There we go.
Meme
Top
section
truck
देखो मेरा.
is going to be holding
जल्दी.
close to the corner. Heavy
Stream पे
group
नहीं.
up into short from PRX. Might want to play.
अरे तो
a bit
देख
of
तो
aggression.
सही.
Here's a normal
Ad आ रही
strike
है ना
as well
बीमा.
at play. Trailblazer.
नहीं आती.
Cascade. High tide rips through. Tons of util being used in conjunction. There's a dizzy and there's a kill. Buzz just trying to vacate, trying to drop off the backside of Truck, but he paid for it with his life. Wingman out. That plan off, a bit of spam as well. It's a hard target to hit, and now the showers look all the way through into the back. Zest was aware of it, but already the back of the site. There's an aggression at play. Giving up control of showers, and they'd rebounding to the side. Zest is an absolute difference maker, but he will go down to the util regardless. It's up to RB.
Thank
Can't
you.
stand it.
What all is that? Blue, red, grey, black,
Awesome
white.
adjustment by PRX. You know, they don't use
Try
as much
करके देखना
utility to
पड़ेगा.
be able to get into the site to start with, which is what you were
From
mentioning.
very
But
order.
the piece that they do use, the dizzy, CGRS's
नहीं, with
entry
brand.
off of it is absurd. He jumps through
Amazon.
exactly
Brand
as the
कौन
dizzy
सा
is
कपड़ा
landing. And then Jing plays
Amazon
aggressively
पे
on a
कपड़ा.
double late reflag through showers, so even after the first player dies, Devi is there to be able to mop it up.
Amazon.
Cool adjustment, excellent entry, and you can tell
Amazon
this guy's a
कपड़े
get
बेच
one
रहे.
trick. I mean that in the best way possible. I mean, his utilization and timings of his utility are really good.
Crunch towards showers potentially. There was a flash there. Grouped up.
यार forcing a door round गलत मारा.
Push right through the smoke. Nothing to set this one up.
Wow. That is a bold read from DRX, and there was nobody there. I don't know what that's based off. Maybe the fact that Forsaken was throwing utility over towards B. Maybe the fact that there was, you know, no cascade used at the beginning of the round, considering
Wow.
they take showers.
पहली बार सुना मैंने.
Up, so he just expected to catch the late load player, but
ये वाला मेरा भी वैसा ही है.
essentially salvaging it. I mean, this was a half-buy round, remember? And the rifle was salvaged by Buzz after it fell on the opposite ends of showers.
एक ही गन है. क्यों जा रहे हो लोग वही साइड पे?
40 seconds left. DRX feeling like they've got the read. Smoke's dropped down, cutting up a decent portion of it. There's Dizzy, RB close though. And he's gained as well an upgrade for himself. Picks up the rifle. Here's the wingman. Any sort of covering fire. That's going to be denied. Surely. No, still planted. No, brought down. Spike dropped down. No fight taken here with the satchels. Right into the smoke with the shorty. And the sheriffs are going to be in play once more. Mako ripping off, firing off. There's 15 seconds left. CGRS. They know where he is, stunned up. They're going to be hunting him down, making sure that he can't get away with anything at all.
This round has just saved DRX on this map, potentially. This is going to draw things level at 10-10, a thrifty that they've pulled out of nowhere, despite the fact that they lost a player right at the start of the round. They were so confident in this read that it was going to end A.
क्यों? एक ही गन है, क्यों?
On the other side of the map, and just did not buy it. 3 players stacked over here, focused on short. They get the pick on Jing, no punish. And then Forsaken's throwing wiggly walls all over the place towards short, completely alone. Again, the way that PRX plays anti-ecos is fundamentally too risky for me.
It's fun.
It's definitely fun.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, unless you're a PRX fan or
Jing
Coach
निकाल
Alex,
सकता
I would imagine.
Tezar, thank you for the $8 for June.
Here we go. Nightfall's going to be used as soon as the first wave of utility jumps out towards short, so Prowler's even as well, chasing them all the way into market. Even the C's used on top, so a lot of util used in response by DRX here.
Jing's got a
वो blind के वजह से ये लोग के लग गए. ये लोग round जीत सकते हैं अभी.
Got the satchels for it.
Mako's going to be the target.
Rebound off the wall with a cove. Tries to get him in. There's a flash into the corner. Hands over the rifle. Here's the ult. Online rocket right into tube. Nobody's going to be there to receive it. And Mako has repositioned. This is absolutely gorgeous. And
Bye. Reaction to
going
that.
off still finds the kill in a trade in the middle of nowhere. The fast reactions. Nade rebounding.
Oh, bye.
And force them into a 1v1.
Cigarettes by office.
At that.
How do you expect Devi to be in this spot?
Huh?
There's just no way.
नहीं पानी.
You think he's long or elbow?
He's waiting to hear a sound cue for the drop. Hears it, and that's when he strikes.
Bye bye.
The difference that CGRS has made from map 1 to map 2 is fabulous. I know that this is still a really close map, but it's just been night and day. Getting him on the Gecko on maps that make sense might be a major win condition for PRX. I mean, look how much more confident he looks. That pick, delightful. This punish on Mako, who'd made a phenomenal play around the cove. And then that! Grabbing a third onto Buzz.
भाई मेरा भाई कितना राउंड निकालेगा भाई? हाँ? सरग्रेस भाई कितना राउंड निकालोगे बताएं?
Consistent. Here's another fast play though. DRX with their own spin on things. It's a showstopper straight down short. They cleared all the way out through A, and a reaction from PRX. Still, they have to use rocket right through the TP. No damage done. They're already into the site. Seekers and a threshold used together. After another.
वो फिर से thresh उठा सकता है शायद.
As well, should be able to get that plant down and opting for it. Still watching onto the flank. Claims to kill on
कहाँ plant कर रहे हैं इसके तो इतने?
Lurking up here, it is Buzz, elbow control. This is the
offy
we start to see from PRX. They love to change up their positioning. It's aggressive, fighting towards the back, not letting DRX set themselves up nicely. Even with the thresh picked up as well, that's going to be pushed all the way.
Dawai offy bhai. कुछ भी बोल.
Nowhere safe to stand.
This has got to be a save, and it's going to allow PRX to get up to match point here. Using a substitute, playing against their rivals, who they've had the better end of in the last couple of matches. Doesn't matter which roster DRX have used, Foxy9, Zest, either way, they have fallen recently. Right there. Historically, DRX has been the best team in the Pacific region by usually a long shot. They've taken on challenges like PRX.
भाई ये लोग हार्बर अल्टी भी ये लोग 2-0 कर सकते हैं अभी 2-0
cigarette time baby cigarette time
and even without something it's changed.
You got to stop.
भाई कुछ भी बोल ये मैप में जो उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन है ना इच्छा गावत
दवाई ने बोला भाई तो फ्लैश कर गुज जा अपना गेम.
What a disaster for DRX though. Like I said earlier, if you can't beat them with CGRS in the roster, when are you going to get your wins?
When are you going to get your wins?
सिगरेस भाई और से का नीचे ऐसा बोलो मैं तो ये लोग के लग गए भाई एक ही बंदा है बी पे भाग गया उठा डिजी इसी सब उठा
lost control towards the back of the site because Jing's already there to counter spam. He was on that angle, so they do trade it out even though they couldn't see where he was. Molly towards their feet, nobody can
expect
towards the back of the site. They need to salvage it. They need to find a way back in. Deep smoke placed, horn broken, pushing them off. Cosmic divide as well. They choose to play up close. This is PRX making an in-the-moment call. It's agile spray trans are not connecting shorties and playing.
Bhai jeet gaye.
It's up to Zest. One man against the wall. Let's keep his team in it. The extension of play is it there?
Oh my 2-0 जीते.
Oh my god.
Josh. Whimsy rule.
इसके साथ जीत गए भाई टूर्नामेंट जीत गए मेरे लिए मास्टर्स जीत गए PRX तो मास्टर्स
and bitter disappointment on the other side of things.
Yo.
Not even a third map.
Yes 2-0
मास्टर्स जीत गए भाई मास्टर्स.
Bewilderment, I feel, coming from that side of the stage. DRX dropped down to the lower bracket where they will have an extremely tough game against NRG. Coincidentally, the last time we saw them play Bind with that composition up against
ये CC है कि इनका सब है 6 के CC है दोनों में बहुत फर्क है.
That kind of stuff will be replaying through their minds.
Absolutely. Chet's going to be able to reuse his prep from last year.
ये direct elimination क्या नहीं अभी lower bracket में है.
Meanwhile, we get PRX playing against Fnatic. With CGRS in the roster potentially still. But my God, what a fun game that is going to be.
but also sub.
We can't stress enough
player
how
ही है ना.
important this is for PRX to get a win here today.
Player with
a
CC.
critical lifeline. More time for something to potentially get back and get the visa as well. Maybe play with a full-strength roster. But I mean, CGRS has stepped up. Listen, it was a bit gimmicky at times. I'm not going to shy away from that.
Oh yeah.
I think, listen, the guy is a Gecko one-trick. That was pretty evident. You know, the performance from map 1 to map 2. He was pulling out some incredible little tech onto Bind specifically, and it really did catch a team, you know, like DRX off guard.
But he also looked more confident in terms of how he was taking fights.
Proud of DRX by sexy खेला भाई.
Producing more value for the team overall.
बाप खेला.
I think I'm thinking back to, I believe it was in the press conference where Buzz was saying that in the game, in the grand finals, and in general their matches against PRX, he felt like it really highlighted a weakness in their map pool and their playstyle, which they were trying to fix for Tokyo. And to be honest with you, friend, this is map pool issues again for me. DRX just can't get wins on Lotus and Bind right now. So if they end up also losing map 1, which is split, in such close fashion nevertheless, it just sets them up in horrendous fashion.
Really is looking brutal for DRX, but listen, today, celebrations for PRX as well. That's the series done and dusted. They bought themselves that lifeline. That's it from us as well. So to a short break on the other side of things, the desk to break it all down for the day.
एक 5-10 मिनट बाद इसके पिंकी को सरप्राइज करूंगा, ठीक है? मैं भी जाऊंगा, मैं बोलूंगा जैसे मैं नॉर्मल ब्रेक लेता हूँ, उसको बोलूंगा प्लीज पीसी में जाके बैठ जा ताकि उसको शक ना हो, ठीक है? ठीक है, हाँ करो करो, ठीक है? उसको शक नहीं होना चाहिए, तो तुम लोग उससे क्वेश्चन करना, बकचोदी करना। डन सी ना, डन सी ना। Done. Nice plan. Done. That's it. Pinky, कितना तो मैंने?
चलो बंक्स भाई, it's time to sleep for me.
बोला हाँ
मैं नंबर लेता हूँ। किधर है मेरा फोन? डिस्प्ले कैप्चर ऑन है कुछ?
पत्नी ज़ियर चैट भी है, हेलो मेरा बाहर है। ये इतना चाय उसको किसी को चाय भी नहीं है। ओ चाय 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 ऐसा अचानक से गए, कहाँ गए? मेरे को एक कॉफी, मैं कॉफी बना रही थी, मेरे को हैड योर ब्रेकफास्ट? नो ना, मैं चाय कॉफी सब बना ही बैठ रही थी। वहाँ पे बिठा दिया, बोला मेरी चैट चली जाएगी किधर, प्लीज एंटरटेन। ब्रेड पर क्या हुआ? मैं यार मैंगो खाने का नतीजा है ये सब। नहीं खाऊंगी मैं मैंगो। अभी मैंने पॉप किया है इसको, मालूम वाइट था। माय फोन, आप जरा सा साइड हो जाएंगे? क्या ने क्या बिगाड़ा? सारा ऑलरेडी इतना बूढ़ा हो गया है, उसको भी दर्द होता होगा। मैंगो एलर्जिक है? नहीं, मैंगो खाने से पिंपल होता है। हाँ, मैंगो खाने से तुम्हारे बॉडी में हीट ज्यादा हो जाती है, तो जाते हैं। पॉप करने से और बढ़ेगा। इफ द वाइट are we gonna do pimple popping lessons now? If the white passes up, then you can pop. And I know how to get rid of the scars and all also. पॉप नहीं करना चाहिए, पर मजा मुझे तो बहुत मजा आता है। Cuties, yeah guys, cutie का सुनेंगे.
They managed to hang on in the end despite nearly maybe giving DRX that comeback.
Loved and enjoyed this last map. I think that we got to see some very nice Gecko utility and just usage overall in the map. For the side of DRX though, we have to acknowledge the fact that they started very weak on that group stage, that they barely made it out, and now they're in the lower bracket.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I gotta give Matt props to CGRS here because when he looked comfortable, he looked comfortable. He saved some key rounds here for Paper X. And I think if it wasn't for him having a good time on Gecko as well, it made it a little bit for us here, which Paper X always goes hand in hand. You must have it. You might be seeing a Paper X who looks flat. And because they have to substitute a very, very crucial part of their game, you have to credit this guy a lot.
I mean, we knew that he likes to play a Gecko, but Kakuko just so impressive on the stuff that he was able to bring out.
Yeah, and insanely consistent, and I think it does say a lot about Paper X, and luckily it fits their style, the fact that something is not here, and they still can manage to pull these rounds and play this way. I think that if it was any other team, it would have been different. I think that also the way and the shape that we saw DRX wasn't the best, but definitely looking for the teams that are playing them next, this is definitely scary.
Yeah, the interesting thing is people thinking CGRS would be coming in to replace something. That's not actually the case because the person that replaced him is Forsaken. And if you take a look at what Forsaken and Jing were able to pull off today, it's the good old duo of these two.
You definitely had that one-to-one comparison on Split. What I saw was Jing and Forsaken being that duo together again. They didn't have a second duelist, but Jing was still able to find the crazy timings that normally he's relying on something to find a window, to force a reaction or something like that. Jing and Forsaken played phenomenally, and I think they had like something like 2 or 3 rounds were 2vx, and it was them really collapsing and having insane chemistry. And I think those are the moments that people are still so surprised of when watching Paper X. Like, oh, they just beat. No, it's the coordination by these guys, the team play. It's out of this world. It's insane.
So used to the chaos.
I hope I get to meet her
I think they create the chaos, and then they make you having to adapt to that, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna win the map like that. But let's take a look. I believe.
I love her fashion sense and everything. The way she presents herself.
We've got
look at her makeup also. She has like little glitters on under her eyes also. So pretty. Love it.
Thank you so much, Sue and the desk. Hey, I'm here with Mindfreak. Always a pleasure to talk with you, buddy. First and foremost, you came out here, you wanted to make a statement debut, I'm sure, especially after what we saw Fnatic do earlier today. How did it feel to be able to come up on this stage and perform the way that you did, given the circumstances?
Absolutely, we feel great. I think we'll feel more relief more than we won the Pacific.
Yeah,
because we playing not as a like full team, right? Because we
bring like pimples,
it's not an easy job to do. Like,
how was it bringing him into the lineup?
I mean, it's because like the.
Pinky.
Let's see. हाँ, अब बताना. What?
Side थोड़ा पीछे. हेडफोन निकाल बे. नहीं बैठ. थोड़ा पीछे.
क्या करने वाला है?
थोड़ा पीछे आ. बस ऐसा मत दिखाना क्योंकि ये एड्रेस है. ठीक है?
गेम. देखो अभी करना था जब मैं ऐसी हालत में हूँ.
Yes. केक कट करे.
सिजर्स है घर पे भाई.
सिजर्स तेल लगाने गया.
नहीं सिजर्स. ओह नो सिजर्स प्लीज.
अरे कार्डबोर्ड बॉक्स है.
तू मेरे जूते काट देगा तू.
सिजर्स.
Guys, I know what it is. मैं कल बोला था आएगा पर आया नहीं.
It's not that ये आया. It's ये कि इतना मुश्किलों के बाद जो आया है वो
डिलेड के साथ.
मुश्किलें सिर्फ अपने को पता है.
रख नहीं.
हाँ? नीचे.
I'm the pro unboxer. You'll see that now.
जब नाइफ का एक ही साइड यूज करने का था तो तुम वो भी यूज कर सकती थी.
That was more dangerous.
Okay. Just don't show this, okay?
I am very, very smart.
Okay. आराम से ये नहीं. Let's go. आराम से अप करके मेरा गला जाएगा ऐसा। हाँ हाँ
दिख गया एड्रेस, कोई नहीं,
छुप गया
डिमार्ट के
एक
पास
सेकंड,
है,
इस मूवी
आ
दिखा क्या?
जाना।
चलो
डिमार्ट के नीचे है, नहीं डिमार्ट के ये खुला हुआ है यार।
हाँ वो ठीक है रे,
इट्स रेड एंड ब्लैक, नॉट द नॉर्मल ऑरेंज वाला बॉक्स।
तू खोल रे,
कौन सा खोलो पहले?
खोल।
सुलाना पड़ेगा। You will get the first reaction.
No, I didn't see. हाँ, I'll hold.
So guys, the first shoes that we have.
Drum roll. Drum roll. हाँ?
मैं open. Oh my god, guys! It's the elevate wala. ये आ रही है. Brightness, dudes. It has zip also here. ऐसे normally. Like ये inside में है.
How's it, chat? How's it?
And real है क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोड लिखा हुआ है. Scan and sub.
So this.
Yeah.
This is Air Jordan 1 Elevate High. जिनको नाम चाहिए. This is Air Jordan Elevate. Air Jordan 1 Elevate High.
Baby pink on the back. Those lights so. Baby pink on the back.
Pink. Bottom sole दिखा, bottom sole. अब Nike लिखा हुआ. They can't see it properly.
तेरा कैमरा ब्राइटनेस देखो.
मेरा कैमरा नहीं है, पहली बात तेरे कैमरा है.
इसमें बहुत ब्राइटनेस.
मेरा वाला नया कैमरा इसके इसमें है, तेरा कैमरा ही है. जस्ट
मेरा कैमरा नहीं, लेंस है सिर्फ मेरा.
भाई जो भी है.
कैमरा तेरा ही है.
किसका हुआ लेंस?
तो मैं तो ले लूंगी, तूने बोला मेरे को पुराना दे दे, तू नया ले.
नहीं तो लेंस को ब्लेम कर रही है ना.
ले लो.
नहीं दिख
रहा है. ये इसकी रिंग लाइट है ना यहाँ पे, अभी दिख रहा है.
दिख रहा है थोड़ा तो.
दिख रहा है.
हाँ. एंड द नेक्स्ट.
मेरे को पहनना.
अभी पहनना है. अभी नहीं पहनना, ओकेजन पे पहनना.
जिपर के साथ. So it's good for height. Love it.
Roll.
Second one. This is the
Next.
basic one.
The basic one. बेसिक का भी प्राइस तुम लोग चेक करो थोड़ा सा, ठीक है. बेसिक गाइस. ड्रम रोल.
ये प्रॉपर पैकिंग करके.
हाँ.
Oh, this is so cool.
हाँ. नहीं तोड़ के मत निकाल, आराम से सब चाकू वाकू से करेंगे.
This is the navy blue one. Elevate only.
क्योंकि
मैं थॉट थोड़ा के साथ अच्छा है. 1 इंच बढ़ जाएगी मेरी.
दो जॉर्डन्स घर जाएंगे.
Front, side, this side, back, front. So.
And this is which? This is Air Jordan 1 Elevate Low. तो ये लो है, वो हाई है.
Actually wanted to get the mid one, but high वाला मेरे को ज्यादा अच्छा लगा.
Mid one अभी थोड़े टाइम में mid.
नहीं जी.
लोगों पे अगर हजार लोग दिखने आए ना तो मिड एक मेरे तरफ से. क्या मेरे को स्मेल क्या करा रही है? जूता है वो. हेलो कोई इसको बोलो.
नए जूते की स्मेल होती है.
एक्सक्यूज मी.
कौन सा अच्छा लगा गाइस, पिंक या ब्लू? मुझे लगता है तुम लोग को ब्लू ही ज्यादा अच्छा लगेगा। अभी शू कैन लेना पड़ेगा। हाँ वो सब अमेज़न से
शू कैन लेना पड़ेगा, अभी स्टैक्स लेना पड़ेगा।
टैक्स है अपने पास, इधर मैं रखूं।
इधर नहीं, तेरे यहाँ पे। दिस इज योर्स।
पिंक 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 अच्छा लगा वो लोग को।
पिंक पिंक वाज एक्चुअली बेटर क्योंकि वो हाई है ना, भोपड़ी के ज्यादा महंगा है वो।
ये सस्ता है बट दिस इज गुड फॉर लाइक डेली वेयर, नॉट डेली, हम डेली किधर बाहर नहीं जाते, बट यू गेट द पॉइंट।
डोंट वेयर जॉर्डन्स फॉर डेली वेयर।
यू डू इट ना,
आई डू इट, नॉट यू।
I'm a Jordan owner now. मेरा पिंपल।
वो दियो दोनों जूता। Let me pack. This is the first ever Jordans purchased from my own money.
Yeah, for me.
इसके लाइफ में जॉर्डन्स कभी खरीदा नहीं था लाइफ में, तो इट्स डबल स्पेशल कि मैंने खरीदा, वो भी बीवी के लिए। थंबनेल। हाँ मैंने इसलिए, अभी तुम लोग सोचोगे यार तुमने खुद क्यों नहीं खरीदा, ठीक है खुद के पैसे से बीवी को क्यों खरीद के दिया, ये एक थॉट आया रहेगा। वो इसलिए क्योंकि जब भी ये मेरे को जूता फेंक के मारेगी मेरे मुंह पे एटलीस्ट जॉर्डन्स लगे। दैट इज माय आंसर्स। हाँ कहाँ से करेगा? सीधा नाइकी से, सीधा नाइकी के वेबसाइट से।
नाइकी के ऐप। ओ उसका थोड़ा सीन है।
हाँ थोड़ा केयरफुल रहना डिलीवरी का।
रेंट पे तो मत ही ऑर्डर करना, रेंट वाले प्लेस।
बहुत मतलब हम लोग को पता भी नहीं था ये आएगा नहीं आएगा,
तो
रिफंड होएगा, ये तो रोने भी बैठी थी गए पैसे।
हाँ
ऑलमोस्ट 35-40 का था। हाँ कस्टम्स एवरीथिंग।
W husband, yeah, W। तू उधर बैठ, मैं इधर बैठ के देख।
क्या देखना, क्या स्ट्रीम एंड करना, मेरे को लोगो करना है अभी थोड़े।
खत्म हो गया।
यस रे बाबा, अभी लोगो फिर थोड़ा रेस्ट एंड देन वाईटी अगेन। चलो चटको।
रेंट पे तो लाइट बिल देना पड़। अरे बट लाइट बिल इज ऑन ओनर्स नेम ना, सो वी गेव लाइक वो रेंट अग्रीमेंट एंड ऑल दैट, बहुत डॉक्यूमेंट्स और सब। बड़ी दीदी
WSD husband। चलो गाइस दैट इज इट। फाइनली पिंकी का आज दिन बहुत प्यारा जाएगा क्योंकि जैसी आंखें खोली डायरेक्ट मुंह पे जॉर्डन्स। हाँ हैप्पी डांस हो रहा है, तो यही हैप्पी डांस देखते थे कि आप भी डांस करके खुश रहे। I'll be on loco in a very short while, 5 to 10 minutes. Just need a tea break. शायद हाफ एन आवर भी हो सकता है। तो अभी क्या ज़्यादा प्यार से एक बना हुआ चाय में पीऊँगा। और बिंक्स इधर 104 फाउंड्स का दिखा रहा है, तो कन्वर्ट करो। लेकिन वैसा नहीं रहे, उधर जो दिखाता है वहाँ से यहाँ आने का भी कॉस्ट रहता है ना।
नहीं I think this is more for like वहाँ पे it's also taxes and all ना, इंडिया के ज्यादा होता है।
शिपिंग चार्जेस रखता है, टैक्सेस रखता है, बहुत कुछ लगता है। इसलिए जो भी बाहर से यहाँ पे आता है, यूरो सॉरी जो भी बाहर से यहाँ पे आता है इट्स थोड़ा महंगा। बट द टोटल कॉस्ट इज अराउंड आई गेस इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग 35 बिटवीन 35 to 40 इफ आई एम नॉट। दोनों मिला के
14K नाइक। हाँ 14 राइट।
हाँ दैट वाज फॉर वन शू नो।
हाँ एक दूसरा 11 का।
अनएक्सपेक्टेड मैचेस थे दोनों ये।
लेफ्ट साइड भी
बिंग्स बाय का कौन सा? मेरा कोई नहीं है, मैंने कभी नहीं खरीदा खुद के लिए।
अभी लेंगे।
क्या लेंगे, क्यों लेंगे भाई?
लेगी।
नहीं चुप।
फोन लेंगे।
नहीं चुप।
कुछ तो लेंगे।
घर लेंगे। देखो ऐसे ही सरप्राइज देते रहो और खुश रहो। लव्स यू यार। डांसिंग ऑलवेज। इट्स द लिटिल थिंग्स विच काउंट्स। क्या बोलते हो? चलो गाइस, दैट इज इट. अगेन दिल से सॉरी, आज थोड़ा 1 घंटा में लेट आया स्ट्रीम करने को, बट इट इज व्हाट इट इज. ठीक है, थोड़ा रेस्ट कम मिल रहा है. So I'll be on Loco in a short while. After I have my tea, I'll play BGMI with whoever is online, and then night stream again YT, and then वापस YT के बाद Loco. That is the schedule for today. Bye bye. Take care. Adios. Shedimef adios. See you in a short while. Please make sure to download Loco right now. और थोड़े टाइम में मैं जैसे लाइव आऊँगा डिस्कॉर्ड पे नोटिफिकेशन डाल दूंगा, इंस्टा पे भी डाल दूंगा. तो स्टे टुंडे. ठीक है गाइस, बाय बाय. चलो मिलते हैं. चलो बाय.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you.